Axis and Allies, and you had Risk, and we played a bunch of Risk. And Axis and Allies just seemed way more complicated. In reality, it's actually really similar. But, yeah, I don't know. I haven't played games
It's like slightly more complicated.
Yeah, because you have, like, specific nations and all kinds of stuff. But for the most part, you're attacking a territory, rolling some dice.
Yeah, games like that always stood out as, like, the pinnacle of complicated games when I was a kid.
They like miniatures, too. Yeah.
I don't like confrontation, so...
Oh, cool. Well, Kate, I'm happy that you are playing a confrontational game with us today.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody watching. I'm Scott, and sitting to my left is Kate.
Hello.
Kate, I've strategically, when people came over, I said, you're going to sit here, you're going to sit there, you're going to sit there. I've strategically positioned you not next to your husband.
Good.
Who's over here to my right. That's James on the far right.
Hello.
And then we've got Mike sitting next to him.
I'm the third in the thruple.
You're the third in the thruple.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't want to place couples next to each other directly.
Right.
No whispering, none of that kind of stuff. Though you two are historically at each other's throats in games and stuff, so I'm not.
Yeah, I should correct. I will be confrontational with him.
Yes, I'm not worried about collusion here. But, there will be no collusion. Yes. Anyway, we're playing World War III. We're about to be playing World War III, a game from Blast City, designed by Nate Hayden, who we played Sea Evil not that long ago, and he was one of the designers on that. And I don't think this game is anything like Sea Evil. There are seas. If you look at the map here, you'll see that there's
no seaweed man?
Plenty of seas. As far as I know, there's no seaweed man. No canonical seaweed man.
You know, when we were going through the rules, I think I made the comparison that the Unrest Action, or maybe the ISIL Terror Action, is a little bit like the evil sea fungus.
You roll
6 to destroy counters. So,
yeah, the Unrest.
Yeah. There's some carryover.
Yeah. Sea Evil, World War III, basically the same game. I take back what I said.
World War III Evil.
World War III Evil. Yeah, that's the next game coming. The next hot horror game magazine title.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is World War III. If we take a look at the map here, this is a projection of the world. Okay, I'm just gonna say it up front. This is a wild projection of the world.
This map is interesting.
It is fascinating. I remember seeing it for the first time and kind of being blown away by it. I've seen many projections of the planet, but maybe none like this.
I feel about this if I had to freehand the globe. This is about what I would make.
Yeah, I would be actually very curious. I don't know if Nate Hayden is watching right now, but I would be very curious to know what kind of went into the design of this map. Because it is clearly planet Earth, but things are shaped in a way that we are not exactly used to. And I don't know if that's like an intentional sort of artistic expression of like the shapes of these nations and the continents.
Like he did mushrooms and then...
Yeah. Or is it, like, this is World War III, it's like near future. Is it meant to represent like a changing planet in some way or something?
Erosion.
Yeah, like I don't know.
The rising levels.
Yeah, like I've looked at this map a little bit. Oh yeah, erosion. Speaking of erosion, that's two in a row.
Yeah. Every single one, we'll have to mention it.
But yeah, so this is World War III. It's a game, as we were kind of talking before about Risk or Axis and Allies. It is a game that is very much inspired kind of spiritually by those sorts of games. It's in some ways mechanically, but I think more... like in the spirit of a lot of us as kids playing those games, and like actually, you know what, James, the rule book has a little blurb at the bottom, kind of a dedication to Risk or Axis and Allies. If you want to kind of read that, it's at the bottom of the front.
This game is dedicated to playing Risk and Axis and Allies global domination kind of games, pondering world conflict into the latest night hours with best of friends.
Yeah. I think that's a sweet little intro.
A love letter to world domination.
Yeah, because I think a lot of us, while maybe we've moved on to more complicated games, I don't want to say scoff at stuff like Risk or Axis and Allies, but feel like maybe there are more nuanced war games or more, historically accurate war games. There's still, I think, a special place in a lot of people's hearts for games like that, and this certainly evokes that in some ways.
Or non-war games.
Or non-war games. But yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to give a full-on tutorial of how to play this game. Actually, there is a tutorial. It kind of breaks down every action that Nate had put up just in the last week or so that I think does a pretty good job of breaking everything down. So I'm not going to give a full-on rules explanation of the game. It's not super complicated, so I think you'll be able to pick up on it relatively quick. But I will give kind of an overview of how the game works. So we have Ben out in the booth today running the stream.
Yo.
That's Ben. Why don't you switch to the board camera again, and I'll just kind of give a rundown of what we're looking at here. So this is, as I mentioned, the planet Earth. We have America over here on the left, and on the far right it goes out to Japan. The map does wrap around. The seas do connect, so a boat could travel to the other side pretty quickly.
Nate's not a flat earther. That's
Not
good
a
to
flat
know.
earther,
That's
yeah.
good to know.
And most of the things you see out on the map right now are units for us. They're soldiers or tanks, drones, jets, things like that. And we're going to be using those, much like in Risk or Axis and Allies, to combat other players. And you move them from point to point on the map. Each nation is split up into different sections. And we will move over into a combat area of the board to roll some dice and see players that might survive, units that might survive, units that might die. And we're gonna do that until we hit 10 turns in the game, or I'm gonna put a time limit on this because sometimes games like this can run long depending on what players do, but we're gonna play to 10 rounds or till 10 p.m. Central, so roughly 2 hours, 40 minutes. So that's going to be the game end. And the rule book does say the standard game is 10 turns, or you can kind of set your own boundaries. And so I'm doing that. Now, while moving and attacking is the main thing you do in this game, there are a few other types of actions you can take. The way you get money to fund some of your wars is through taxation, which is simply counting up your territories and a few special types of markers on the board, and gaining money, which is tracked on the bottom of the map. There is a diplomacy action, which there are a couple of actions in this game that are sort of wild. Diplomacy and nuke, I think, are the two weird ones. Diplomacy has you pick a nation that is either not yet in the game or is a minor nation that someone controls. The four of us are playing major nations. And you bid money and roll some dice, and they potentially join you. But when someone takes the diplomacy action, every other player at the table has a chance to do that same thing towards that nation. So I might try to ally with India, but James could be the one that ends up with them under his control. So it seems like it's a dangerous action to take if you fear other people outbidding you or you roll badly. The other weird action is nuke, which sort of replicates mutually assured destruction, kind of the Cold War theory of if one person fires a nuke, and the rest of the world, the rest of the major powers, I guess in the Cold War was Russia, sees you firing that nuke, they're totally going to retaliate in at least equal force, if not greater. And so that's what kept the Cold War, in a lot of ways, what kept the Cold War from turning hot, because if one person attacked, the other nation was going to fire right back and everyone dies. And that is sort of replicated a bit with the nuke action in this game. If one player takes the nuke action, and you get one action per turn, I should say, if one player takes the nuke action, they get to launch a nuke to any nation on the board. There's no range limit on that for most of the nations. Some of these smaller ones do have range limits. But before your nuke goes off, you go around the table until all 10 nuke markers have been fired. So if I take the nuke action, everyone else is going to get to jump on board my action for free and probably fire back at me. So it's kind of like with diplomacy, it's an action that you want to be careful about using. Though I'm sure someone at this table, I'm not going to name names, but it is Mike, is going to launch a nuke. I'm going to guess round 2, maybe round 1.
I was considering round 1.
Just knowing you, I think that's going to happen.
Damn. Got me to a T. I
You
was
used
literally
70 nukes.
Literally
So
round
might as well use it.
literally round 1 was my plan.
Yeah, so
But thanks for ruining.
sorry, Mike. Other than moving and attacking, those are the two kind of weird actions you'll probably see us doing at some point. Or we'll be friends and never nuke each other. Yes. But it's a victory point game. At the end of 10 rounds, we will calculate the territories that we own, and whoever has the most points will win the game. That's basically it. Does anyone have any questions before we jump off here? I'll stop smacking this camera.
New name for the game, World Friends 3. Or
World
War Friends.
World War Friends.
The real World War III was the friends we made.
Yeah. Thank you, James.
Actually, I do have a question, and that is, who is the starting player here?
We just have to roll for it.
Who's the
We can
last
roll for
person
starting
to
player.
nuke a nation?
Yeah, the thematic is who is the last person to handle the nuclear football.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to roll for it. Ben, if you want to switch over here to our little close-up camera, we're going to be doing all the rolling here out of this little section, and then combat will take place within these 5 little sections, and we'll explain that when we actually get to combat. I'm sure that'll be sooner rather than later.
It's fairly complicated, but also once you see it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, there's sort of like a tiered system you move down, but it is pretty straightforward. Anyway, so we roll some dice and see who gets the highest, and that person goes first. So we'll roll 2d6 each, I guess. I'll start. We'll start with me and go clockwise. How about? So I get a nice cool 7. All right, and I will be doing the rolling just out of proximity for everyone. So Kate, we'll go next with you. I have a 7. Kate, you have also 7.
Yes.
Whoa.
James, you're at 9.
Excellent.
That's pretty good for you. And Mike, you get double 6s.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Doubles are no good though in battle.
In
right?
diplomacy, they're no
Oh, in
good.
diplomacy.
In diplomacy,
But for right
they're no
now?
good. For right now, you're the king of the roost.
Should we also
Roost.
say who we are?
Yeah, so they are on our lower thirds. People, our
okay.
little name tags have them, but we can announce too.
So I'm Russia Federation. Start with $35, which is okay. America starts with a ton, and I start with 50 nukes.
Actually, in the advanced game, which we're playing, you start with 70 nukes.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
denoted with the little
Plus 50.
So it's this one.
little 50 plus icon.
So I start with 70 nukes.
Right.
I also this says something about Kazakhstan and Belarus, but I think you figured it out.
Yeah, you start with guys.
Because I think I say like it says I earn income from unoccupied neutral Kazakhstan. So I think if I leave,
That's correct.
I still
Some areas on the board have this little swishy on it. If other players aren't controlling those, you get income from them. So when you count up income during taxation, you will count those. There's also
there's
Belarus
Belarus.
is there.
So I get income from Belarus even though there's no,
unless
but there's
someone else,
nothing there.
unless someone else takes it.
But there's nothing there. There's no income.
I think you believe you still get money.
Oh, that's right. You get one for each.
Right, that's the
Yeah.
point of the card.
Yeah.
With the little setup thing.
Yep. Yeah. Until someone else takes it, you will get money.
All
from it.
right.
So yeah, it is your turn, Mike. You take one action, and the actions are printed over on the map if you need a reminder. But for the most part, it is fighting stuff or reinforcing armies.
Fighting stuff.
Yeah.
Immediately, diplomacy with China.
Okay, straight out of the gate, you're going to try to
Straight
get
out of the gate.
So, like I said,
I thought about nuking North Korea because they look really dangerous.
yeah,
But I'm going to get them in 2 turns. So
you might.
well, I will. Oh, unless
Someone takes them.
somebody takes it.
Yeah.
But so I won't do that. But I am going to try and diplomacy China.
Okay, so some interesting things here. You mentioned North Korea. There are 2 sort of moving factions in the game. There's North Korea and ISIL. And the 2 of those start with a couple of players. We rolled for it before we went live. Kate, as USA, has control of North Korea. And James over there, as the Arab League, has control of ISIL.
Which makes sense.
Synergizing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of every complete turn, so once all 4 of us have taken an action, we will pass those cards clockwise, 1 player. So, James, you would take North Korea, and Mike, you would take ISIL.
I'll be ISILing.
You can take an extra action every turn with those troops if you have that card. And they have access, for the most part, to the same actions as any other nation. However, you can also ally with them through the diplomacy action. And if you do that, they stop getting passed around. So if Mike did ally with North Korea, he could just hang on to North Korea until someone forcibly takes it. But instead, you're allying with China, who is one of the player powers, but because we're only at 4 players, China is not in the game until someone tries to put them in the game.
And I want them.
And he wants China. So, James, why don't you take a look at the who starts the bidding for the diplomacy? I want to say it is the player to the next of Mike.
To the next.
So I will to the next.
Player
yes.
to the next.
Player to the next of Mike. So yeah, I will open the bid for China's love and affection.
Open it up.
I can bid any amount. I have 50. Or I'm sorry, I'm Nate on that US. I have $45 to start the game. So I can bid any amount up to 45.
Yeah, the player to the left of the current player.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
So next.
Yes, thank you, Kate. So I will bid any amount I want, and then I will roll after we've all bid. Then each player rolls 2 dice, adds that to their bid. Highest total gets that nation. So I will bid. China's pretty big. I'm gonna say $15. So from 45, knock me down to a cool 30, and I'm NATO.
And you lose it, no matter what.
Yes, the money goes away.
You've lost $15.
Yep.
You cannot get it back.
All right, Kate, as USA.
You're the richest.
I know. I'm gonna do 25.
Whoa!
So half the money.
You guys are really.
And remember your
making this
bids.
expensive for
Everyone
me.
remember
Yep.
your bids. James.
Let's see. I will do a cool. I don't know. That's a lot of money for me. I don't start with a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Start with more than I do.
You can also
That's
actually. Could you grab the China card for a second? We're not playing Twilight Struggle, but I still would like the China
Yeah.
card.
Nixon plays the China card.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Put
I
this out here for now.
guess I will do 10 and hope I get lucky here.
10, and you want to roll what?
You want to roll.
You're rolling 2 dice. You can't roll more than.
Yeah.
11 is going to be your best roll because you mentioned doubles before. If you roll
Oh, yeah.
doubles in diplomacy, you automatically don't ally with the person you're trying to.
So wait, how much did you
Yeah.
bid?
25.
So you'd have to do
I'll go all in
at
and
least
do 20.
14.
You doing 20?
Okay.
Yeah.
Though remember, if we roll doubles, even if you bid $1 or if
Right.
you bid
You still
nothing,
beat
you
the
would
person.
still take it.
Sure.
Okay, so you're all in on that.
Mhm.
You're 25
20.
or 20.
20.
Okay.
So he's not all in.
All right, Mike, it is your turn to bid then. How much? As the person who took the action, you get to respond to everyone else.
I have 35, the least amount of money of everyone. I am going to bid 20 as well.
All right.
Okay.
So you go down to.
No, I'm going to bid 25.
Ooh,
Okay,
it's,
down to $10 right out of the gate.
it's right there.
Okay, so
Who
now,
needs it?
now we go ahead and roll.
No one needs $10. I mean, 20.
So I had bid 15,
Mhm.
and if we want to switch to this dice rolling cam, Ben, I'm going to roll some dice here, throw some bones. I got the China card right here that we're bidding on. All right, so my 15 adds double sixes.
Double sixes.
Okay,
Can't
so
win.
my money's gone, and even though I rolled the highest I could roll on these dice, because they're doubles, I cannot
I
ally
don't know
with
if I
those
want
people.
Scott rolling for me
Later,
anymore.
NATO.
Yeah.
Doubles don't diplomacize. I don't remember. Anyway, so Kate, you
Yes.
bid how much again?
25.
Had a slide
25.
whistle
Big
for
numbers
that
here.
one.
Yeah.
So 25.
Come on,
Yeah,
Scott.
next time we'll get a slide whistle. All right, there's doubles.
Okay,
Hey.
I don't want Scott rolling for me.
Okay, so the USA and NATO want nothing to do with China.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go. Here we
I'm
go.
gonna shake these up a little bit.
I'm leaving your home if this is doubles.
You got 5. That's
Okay,
good
great,
because
great.
you're currently in the lead. So how much?
Yeah,
How
it's
much did you
20
bid?
I have a total of 25 now.
25 there for the Arab League.
So as long as I don't double out,
As long
Scott,
as you
let
don't
me roll
double
this,
up.
let me roll this.
Okay, you're close by.
Close
I'll
enough.
give you the chance.
Oh.
Okay, so
see, when the praises go up, the blessings go down.
That's right. That's what they say. So let's try to start with 45.
China's Earth. So
dollars.
now that a new nation has entered the game, it'll be under control in this case of Russia. So on the Russian player's turn, they still only get one action, but they also get to use China's pieces essentially. And
need to set up
China
some
gets
of
like
this.
1 million pieces. Yeah, China has a lot of stuff to set up and play with. So it's gonna take Mike just a moment here to set up.
Well, you guys can sort of go unless it starts to.
Yeah, it's possible it'll overlap with what you're doing. I'm curious to see what you end up putting there. I don't know if you're going to be blocking the board cam at all. Ben, you can call out if Mike gets in that way.
I'll
play
let
the
you
camera.
know. Also, someone says that you can bid with 0 and you can win if all the other players double.
That's true.
Oh,
Just
that makes
just so you know,
sense.
you
That
don't
is
have to
absolutely true.
necessarily
Which was
bid.
very close then.
Actually, yes, we got halfway to that being the case.
Wow.
But
That is the Scott Peltz curse, apparently.
yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
Is it just these 4?
it is those 4 and then the sea borders around it. But yes, China does not have that much in terms of actual territorial pieces. They have a lot of units.
They start with an unrest, right?
And because the advanced game, yes, they start with an unrest in central China, which represents Hong Kong.
What is an unrest?
So
do?
apropos
So
of now.
unrest will make combating harder, and it can kill your units in there.
Okay.
Bad stuff can happen. Oh, what were you saying, Ben?
Oh, nothing.
This is a lot of guys.
Yep.
A lot of guys.
Well, while Mike is setting this up, Ben, have you played much Risk, Axis and Allies, that style of game in your history?
Oh yeah, I played Risk a lot when I was a youngin'. Classic game for the family to play. Often never finished. We always found that as kids, we'd get bored and then do something else.
Yeah.
But this is looks a lot more elaborate.
You know, there are some more moving pieces, but I don't know that it's too much more complicated. I think strategically there's a little more to think about, but I don't think it's.
Zones do I have?
It's kind of maybe almost
Just
a
that
logical
one, right?
step.
Trying to see.
Yeah, just that one.
Well, nukes
No,
would have
No, you can go here as well.
nukes maybe would have made Risk a
Why?
little more
The
exciting.
corner of this
Oh.
connects it to it.
Yeah, ignore all my massive
Mikey
North,
likey.
all my
As
massive
I
North
say
Korean pieces.
often. Right, James? You can.
No,
you can
that's right.
you
That's-
can
that's
vouch
Yeah,
for
that, that hot catchphrase, Mikey Likey.
Yeah, I'm always saying it.
Yeah. What was that cereal commercial? Mikey likes it.
Oh,
Was it Kix?
Mikey, he likes
Is
it.
it Chex or Kix?
It's actually
Life
that commercial
cereal. I
actually
believe
makes no
it's
sense
Life
because
cereal.
they say Mikey likes he'll eat anything. In the beginning of the commercial, they go, Mikey, he'll eat anything. Let's have him try this weird cereal.
I thought
And
he
then-
wouldn't eat anything.
No, he
No,
will.
he will
eat
eat anything.
Yeah.
And then he eats it, and they go, Mikey, he likes it.
They don't.
Like, of course
They
it
don't.
does.
Mikey eats everything. You just said he eats everything.
They don't
This
say that he
commercial-
likes everything though.
Oh, so they're saying he eats everything,
Yeah.
but
He'll-
then he doesn't
he'll
like
eat.
everything.
He'll eat tires, but he'll say, "That wasn't very
Still
good."
don't know those tires.
It's just far too convoluted for a
Yeah.
commercial. It didn't make any sense to me.
Agreed.
Okay. Well,
My-
so
I think I could have just done this with those guys and gotten the same because I literally just.
Yahtzee.
It's like, yeah.
yeah. So
But
now,
it's really
if we take a look at the board, we'll see China has very much filled out this section of the map, and they're under Russia's control. So that is going to maybe be not good for the Middle East here, where there's some conflict, as well as North Korea.
Could I
right
have
there.
placed my Chinese guys in Russia?
No, they
No,
go.
they
to
have to start there.
Correct. And whenever you reinforce with a nation, the reinforcements go to their home territories.
Okay.
ISIS is the exception, or ISIL.
ISIL.
Yeah, they can go wherever they have units.
Okay.
Okay, so that was your action, Mike. And now I'm going to take a move here as NATO. And I am not really appreciating already Russia doing stuff. And I share borders up here with Russia. So I might want to...
Can you see them from your house?
Yeah, if I stand on the roof, absolutely. Absolutely.
Got real Sarah Palin over here.
Oh yeah.
All right. And then I got America over here.
What's up?
That's where America lives.
Yeah, that's where America lives.
Yeah.
Get yourself a friend.
I'm a little low on cash. Actually, you know what? I might try to get a greater cash lead first. I'm going to play it cool on my first turn, actually.
Tax on?
I'm going to do taxation.
Tax on. Tax
And so what I need to do is count all of my territories and see how much cash I get. So I have Greenland, which is worth 1. Iceland, which is worth 1. Ireland over here, which is worth 1, so that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 for here because of the oil. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
I don't
Plus-
mean to point it out, but you counted one twice.
Did I count Denmark twice?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at 18. And then an additional 1 for every city out here. So that's going to be 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think just 24. Yeah, so $24, go ahead and knock me up, plus 24 on the track. From 30 up to a nice cool 54.
Nice.
And now money and nukes, for that matter, caps at 100. We're not close to that yet.
If you're at
but-
25, if you were at 19, 20,
I was at 18.
21.
He was at 18
Yeah,
and counted.
Because
he
I
counted
counted
more
one
extra.
twice. I counted Denmark twice to 19, so I started counting here at 18.
24.
24. Thank you, though. I appreciate you trying to keep me honest.
Trying.
I'm going to take advantage of every little corner I
I'm
can.
trying.
I've been watching, with my wife Haley, I've been watching The People versus O.J. Simpson lately.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it is very good.
Cheat
And
to win.
yeah, you gotta, they say early on, the defense, you got to challenge the prosecution at every opportunity.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take every little corner they can
You gotta
get.
be a real Cochran on this
So yeah, you have to be the Johnny Cochran to
Johnny-
my Marcia Clark.
Marcia
Johnny,
Clark.
Johnny
Alright.
Cochran. Got it.
All right. Anyway,
All right.
it's your turn.
Okay. I
You have control of a lot right now.
have control of a ton.
You have USA.
So I have the USA. I have Israel. With Israel and USA start together.
Yep.
And I control Israel throughout the entire game, unless diplomacy, someone else.
Because you can take nations from other players.
Correct. And then I have North Korea for this turn, and then after our round, we'll be passed to James.
Right.
So, I might try to stir some stuff up with North Korea.
Sure. Because yeah, you get to take an action with your stuff, but then a second action with North Korea.
Correct. So I will start with
God,
my.
North Korea has so many units.
Yep,
Let's
get
see.
ready,
What's
China.
What's stopping?
Years.
And not to give you any ideas. What's stopping you from just tanking all of their units because you're going to lose them?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Right? I mean, like just
Nothing.
fucking move them.
I mean-
Right.
Thank you for
I will
gratifying
point
my
out
idea.
to-
An interesting thing that I'm seeing here for a couple of these actually I'm seeing for Japan and South Korea, and there was something else in here. Canada. They automatically they automatically ally the U.S. if they're attacked as independent.
Yes, they are.
Correct.
That is on my card. It says
Right.
South Korea, Japan, Australia, Canada become allies.
If you
of
attack
US.
them if you right now attacked South Korea as North Korea, would you just ally them automatically?
I believe
I
so.
guess.
Japan,
Can you-
like a false flag.
Can
or something?
America-
Yeah,
America
was
do
it
that?
Operation Northwoods?
Right.
The false flag attack on Cuba.
Can America do that?
I don't see why not.
Well, I mean, they do it in real life.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
That's another thought too.
It says on their
That is
card
true.
They can do false
Yeah,
flag
you could
attacks.
also beat up Mike's new friend, China. Just
It's
blitzkrieg
true.
across the border with a billion dudes.
It's
Well-
not a friend. They're me.
Russia and China, they're one and the same.
I
It's
am
me,
China.
yeah,
China is
right.
me.
We've synergized the cultures,
Yeah.
so now it's like I can't think of something. I did have to think of specific Russian and Chinese things and then mix them in some clever way.
Right.
And that's not
Like,
gonna
this is
happen
beyond
right now.
my abilities.
General So's Stroganoff.
Sure, that's exactly what I was fishing for. And my brain said stop, but you did it.
Yeah.
I believe that I will take my naval units on the East Coast and this. Now, the rockets with the stars are the ones that
They're
can.
mega jets.
Correct,
Megajets,
so
they
they
can move
can-
7.
Yes, they can move 7 spaces.
Woo!
And they can-
attack on a 3+.
And if they fly
Okay.
fast enough around the whole map, they actually turn
They
back
turn back time, right? You
yeah.
have to fly, going this way.
Okay.
You'll turn time back.
I will.
I hope we're taking pictures of the board so we can reset
Right.
it if Kate does that.
We have
Yes.
video.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Valid.
Taking 60 pictures a second over
Yeah,
here.
that's right.
I will take these guys. So do that. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna take these guys and I'm gonna attack England over here.
Oh, what? Come on, man.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
give it a
kidding me?
try.
You kidding me with England?
I want to see what happens when
so,
I attack.
I will say you'll get stopped here because I have a boat in the water.
Oh, hey boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
you
if
can't,
you
you
went
can't
this way,
progress
though?
past.
Now,
What
am
if
I
you went
allowed to
this way?
go?
No, you'd have to go here. Not here.
It's like a
but she
dead
could- She
zone?
could go here and then here.
But I have a boat here as well.
He's got
Oh,
some-
that's your boat.
Yeah.
Too many boats.
Okay, I won't do
Yeah.
that.
You can just
You
take
could
a
megajet England. Your boat can't stop you there.
It does. You still
Yeah.
stop where I have a boat now.
It's a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah.
just
You
nuke
can, so,
England.
so you can move through territory.
Okay.
You can move through territories where there are enemies, but you have to already have a unit there. Essentially, if you had that there, they could like blockade while you flew a jet
Okay.
past. But you don't, so. you
All
have
right,
to
I'm
stop.
gonna rescind that. I'm going to.
I'm glad to know where your head is at right now, though, Kate. Attacking England, poor old England.
Look, I don't like
But
the
she
metric
could-
system. I never have. I think that we need to.
But this isn't the same sea zone as attacking England. So if she went here, it would just she would stop here and
Correct.
still be
Yeah.
able to attack England.
I think that'd be my turn. With
Yeah,
that
you would have to
official.
campaign into here, which would be attacking this.
Oh, so you don't move in and then attack everything in that area. You
Well, this isn't in that area. This is its own zone here. Like this is a second
Right.
zone.
When there's a ship there,
It would
if
stop
she
it.
attacked England in this example, the ship would fight in that because it's
yeah.
Right. If,
It's got
if
the-
Scott
the
had put
range
his
around.
ship over here, then it's not a problem.
Right,
But
then you
since
can
he's-
fly right across.
Yeah, I
Since
just
he's here.
thought maybe you would move in
Yeah.
and just attack everything. But
you could attack the ship though. You could bomb England.
Okay. I have U.S. troops on the ground in Afghanistan,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to go ahead and move in and attack Central Asia.
what?
Okay, that's good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta cut Russia down. They have China as an ally right now. China and Russia on the same side. That's no good.
This is
So
horseshit.
we're heading that way.
Um,
So it's time to fight.
Okay, so we're now moving into battle. Now, for the record, just to be clear, you took the small campaign action.
Right.
I did correct.
So that costs you $1.
Okay, thank you.
And then we're gonna take all those units and place them over here into the combat box.
Here are my
I don't-
3.
And correct me, but she could leave the missiles behind, right? In Afghanistan.
Yes, the
And
missiles
just-
can fire one spot adjacent if you wanted to leave those back.
I will do that.
They'll still fight, but they won't
Okay.
be able to get attacked back against.
I forgot that there's that break between.
Do I get to move a bunch of new guys into Central Asia before this happens?
You do not.
That's not really how it works.
Okay, so and then actually this it's staying in that territory,
Right,
but it's
right.
firing from
Right.
one adjacent. So if we take a look at the combat box down here, this is how combat gets resolved. We're gonna start at the top here in space, which right now there's nothing to attack from space.
Can I send a drone?
You cannot. They don't attack from space. If you had space lasers,
Oh.
You
it's
use
a
a satellite.
technology. You could use a satellite to fire. Because
Mm.
there are satellites that'll go here. Right now, they're mostly used for blocking nukes. But yeah, with the technology upgrade, you can use them to shoot at troops on the ground.
I'll be
Hashtag
honest, I
space
forgot
lasers.
about technology cards.
Yes, there are technologies. There are a handful. They typically just upgrade something you already have, but they also might
Getting
give you
space
robots.
lasers as soon as possible.
Yeah, it may be smart.
You might want to buy them first.
And to be clear, because you have 2 nations under your control, you research them for a nation. So you would research them for Russia or for China.
We're not sharing patents?
You're not sharing patents. But anyway, so looking at combat here, we're going to start in the top and we're going to flow downwards, doing combat for each tier as we move down. Now, casualties can get taken kind of from anywhere, but we'll resolve combat top down. So starting here, in space again, there's nothing, so we'll move down to this next level, which has these little missile batteries. And they're in the ranged missiles section, because they're not actually in the same territory that this combat's happening, they're 1 territory away. So they can shoot, but unless there's something else that has range, they can't get shot back against, which is the case right now.
Mm-hmm.
So to resolve this, we're going to take the combat strength, which is 2, and we're going to see how many hits that unit will get with the dice we roll, and that's going to be based on some of these numbers here. That might be hard to read, but I'll call them out. So this missile battery is going to roll 2 dice, and on a 5 or a 6, they will deal damage. Okay, so that's 5 or 6 on each die roll.
Can I roll? Because I don't trust your doubles.
I suppose you may roll.
Well, doubles would be great in this instance.
Oh, you know
But it
what?
was
Yeah.
double sixes that were
Hey, you're already trying to attack me. You're calling me out. You're rolling your dice.
All right,
You're rolling
okay.
your
All
own
right,
dice.
solo.
So you got a 3 and a 1. That is not a hit at all.
Nope.
Not even close.
Don't trust that's
Unfortunately.
good.
I'm going to let him do it the next
So
one.
now,
Yes.
because there's nothing
Russia
else here.
is strong.
What were you saying, Ben?
Nothing, I'm just laughing.
Oh, okay.
It's always good.
Because there's nothing else in this tier, we're gonna move down 1. There's nothing else here, so we're gonna move down 1 more level, where Russia has this tank. Same
Yeah.
thing. You roll 2 dice, and as is printed down here, the tank also needs 5 or a 6 to hit.
Take it away.
All right. So tank shot. Got a 2 and a 3. So it's no hits for that.
What's
And
that
now,
about Russia being strong?
It
now we
was.
move down to this last
was.
tier where there are 3 units and combat within a tier happens simultaneously. So we're going to roll for each of these and resolve hits after they've all rolled.
Okay.
Now they only have a combat strength of 1, these troops. They can be upgraded to 2 later. They can get reinforced and do more. But right now they're only 1. So we're going to roll 3 total dice. We're going to roll for left to right. So first one, they need a 6 to hit.
Ooh.
Yes, so that is not a hit. Ooh, almost lost that die. So it's 1. We're rolling this next one. It's a 4. And we're rolling that third one for Russia.
Come on.
That's a 4.
Oh.
A lot of
Wow,
force.
very exciting combat.
So no hits done here. Combat ends
Lot of
once you get to the
noise.
bottom.
Okay.
And they will all return back to their map space and coexist until they decide to fight again.
So she's in my space now.
Central
Yeah,
Asia.
yep. Units can
But not
coexist.
the rockets.
Not the rockets.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
So if you want to go ahead and move those all
Okay.
over, Kate. And so that is essentially how combat works. You will bring everything that's involved into that box and then go top to bottom. Nukes actually work in a very similar way too.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was an unsuccessful campaign. They remain in the territory, like I mentioned, it's ongoing conflict. They will have to take the campaign action again to fight more, but for the time being, they'll just hang out. Now, you have North Korea.
Oh, yeah. Well, now, North Korea.
Now, question. We talked about this rule earlier. If you do small campaigns, you could do small campaign with North Korea as well, right?
As a separate action, yeah. Because North Korea acts sort of separately from you. You get an extra action with North Korea.
So that's different than like what we were talking about.
With having multiple nations.
Multiple nations.
Yeah, so she does have Israel.
I have Israel.
But with the small campaign action specifically, you're targeting a territory. And so if Israel could also get to that territory,
Then
they could also
Yeah.
But they're nowhere near it.
But they're not.
They have
So-
some planes they actually could have in this.
So if
case,
I
but-
had gone, instead of taking these people, I'd gone here, I probably could have done
yeah,
it
if
with
you would
these
have
then.
attacked Syria, for
Right,
example,
sure.
yeah,
Kind of
no question.
closed in.
Yeah, but Russia's the enemy, Kate.
Oh, I know.
You know that more than anyone.
Not that ISIL isn't
Stop
an
red
enemy.
scaring.
You're Russia and China. That's
Yeah, that's
double red
true.
scare.
Ugh.
That's red terror.
Red not scared. Red happy.
Red friends.
Red friends.
Red friends.
Well,
Red friend
I will
reduction.
take
But it is North
my
Korea.
We've done nothing but diplomacy over here.
I will take my North Koreans and I will just attack the crap out of China over here.
Okay.
Whoa.
So you are attacking
All of them?
I will.
as many as you desire. Yeah. You
I'm
can,
gonna take all of them. I will leave my boats there.
Well, their boats can't. Well, yeah.
No, the boats could
They
hit,
could hit.
but I'm gonna go ahead and take all of these guys and fight all of these guys because
That's World War III,
But
baby.
That's
why
World
not the
War
boat? I should have nuked. I should have nuked North Korea.
Well, when Jimmy gets them next, you can do that. So let me grab the guys.
I will be.
James, you can hand me the rulebook.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come on, take a look
Just
at
to
something here.
confirm.
Yeah, place them all in the box.
Noise with my chair. Apologies.
Oh, and just so you know from earlier, South Korea would ally if you were.
America.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so it incentivizes North Korea to do
Interesting.
these silly little attacks on
Interesting.
their own.
Yeah.
Actually, would be a good move. We should do that.
I have 3
instead
countries
of
that they can
attacking.
do
Wait,
that
this guy's in space?
Yes, because he's. You can justify it however you want, but he has unlimited movement.
Oh, okay.
And
He's a
they're
rocket
super
pack.
soldiers, yeah. So
Okay.
big combat going on here.
Drone.
Alright, Mike. I feel like we need some battle music.
While these two are setting up their little combat here, it's a giant combat, I should say. If you guys enjoy Phasing Player's content and are enjoying this video, we have set up a donate page. If you go to phasingplayer.com/donate, there are a few options: Patreon, PayPal, Ko-fi, however you pronounce it.
It's coffee.
I think it's coffee. You're certainly not obligated to donate anything. We've had a handful of people donate, and I'm very thankful for that. That's very kind of you. I've been purchasing food for these people when they come over.
But say you're pizza,
Pizza
neutral.
neutral.
now.
I'm pizza neutral, yes. Thankfully, based on donations that I've got, they have paid off the pizza I've purchased for everyone here, and we are now. I'm happy to announce Phasing Player is now pizza neutral.
Yes.
The investors are going to be happy.
That's
to hear
not
that.
true, actually. After tonight, we're in the
Pizza red.
There you go.
Oh, well,
you got
the
to spend pizza to
the
make
stream's still going.
But yeah, we'll see.
gotta
So
spend
yeah,
pizza to make this.
we've got a pledge drive going on right now to get pizza neutral again.
Sounds bad.
Look at,
Anyway,
look at round
anyway,
one of World
yes,
War
if,
III
if,
here.
if you
Sounds bad as I thought.
if you enjoy the channel, again, just watch or donate. It's up to you. But thank you if you donate, and thank you if you watch.
Thank you.
Anyway, going to this
Forgot that it's
China v
basically-
North Korea conflict now.
Oh
Ready to
boy.
Destroy.
No, these
We've got a lot going on.
There's 2 cities there.
these boats
This
are in
actually-
this.
Oh yeah, bring those over.
Mike,
He's
I'm
trying
going
to
to
see.
correct you too. This is a drone. Drones actually fight down here.
I don't care, Scott.
Okay, well the drone cares.
Where the boats go?
Boats go right here,
Yay.
China
Get in
cares.
there.
and the boats are firing from adjacent, correct?
No, they're in the East China Sea, so sort
They're,
of.
yeah, it's still a territory. Adjacent.
Okay.
So they'll go there. These are firing from
Oh, you
North Korea.
brought your boats, huh?
So
Hell yeah.
I think he has to.
So with all this stuff over here in the
have
missile
to.
range, they
But
can
you
really
get
only
destroyed.
hurt each other in this case.
Okay.
Because they can shoot into that territory, whereas they can't be hurt by these other things.
So many pieces.
Actually, this one's in the territory.
Yeah.
Well, they can hurt other things if you decide to take the damage on other things.
They can hurt other things, but they can't be hurt
They
by
can't be
stuff.
hurt
Yeah,
by
that doesn't have range. Anyway, so a million guys up here. So we're gonna start at the top.
A million.
So there's this man up here who
Spaceman.
he's a spaceman. He's got unlimited range and starts as like a top tier unit. So if he hits, no one else is in this range, or she. I don't want to discriminate. He or she.
Or they.
Or they. That's true. Absolutely. Thank you, Kate. They will do damage to something down here, and they can't really get retaliated against before they do that damage.
Yep.
So
roll.
we're gonna roll for them now. They hit on a 4, 5, or 6, and they're a strength 2. So North Korean super soldier taking a shot, and that is a 4. It's 1 hit.
Ooh.
So Mike,
fine.
as the defender, you can take a hit on any one of these. And again, if you're at 2 strength, you would flip it over to 1. If you're at 1 strength, you just remove it from battle.
It's my non-binary Neil Armstrong with a bazooka.
Very specific.
Oh yeah.
Flip.
They live in North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
Flip.
It's a paradise for moon-based super soldiers. I have no one else.
Let's just murder man.
Okay, so this goes to your the Chinese card then.
So,
because they can be
basically,
rebuilt later.
the super soldier sniped one guy
Yeah.
on
Bill.
the ground
Yeah.
It was,
From
it was
space.
like a cool trick shot, like
Yeah.
ricochet a bullet off an asteroid.
off the Hubble telescope.
Just someone in Beijing.
Yeah.
Just looks up like
so
what?
it's
He
a
hacked the Hubble telescope as his scope, and then
Oh yeah, that checks out. Right.
attaches it to the gun. Who knew it had a rail attachment on the
Yeah.
radio rail?
totally.
Okay, so now we do battle in this next tier. And again, all of these will go off sort of at the same time. So why don't we just go left to right? This one is in the territory, whereas these are adjacent. So we'll start with this one. And that rocket battery hits on a 5 or 6.
Ooh.
And that is no dice on that. So now these next ones,
I wanna roll.
I guess let's start, we'll go top to bottom. Top to bottom, left to right. So first one, 5 or 6. We got 2 6s.
Ooh, hey girl.
So North Korea, if you want to keep track of how many hits you've gotten in this tier.
I'd
Got
like
it.
to roll for myself, please.
Yes, of course. That is 3. No, there's nothing there. Okay, so North Korea again fires. No
Okay,
hits.
still 2 hits
Go
total.
ahead, Mr. China.
Oh,
2 hits.
2
So
hits,
that's
baby.
2, so keep track of your hits as well. And we have one final North Korean battery shooting here. And that is a 5.
Okay,
So that's 3 hits from North Korea and 2 hits from
2
China.
hits from China.
So go ahead and deal damage to anyone in these territories.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was.
I thought it was just this area that we were doing our.
Oh, you're right, because they're,
So it's
they're
just
firing at
these.
range. Yes, they're firing
So
at
Mike,
range.
you take 3 and I take 2.
They can hit. I can't take the hits down here, right? Or no?
Actually, yes. Sorry, yes. So they are shooting out.
Right.
So their damage can be fired anywhere.
Right, so I can't
It's
take
these
the-
people. Yes, thank you for that. It's these ones. Their damage couldn't be absorbed by this.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna switch.
Because they're far away shooting.
Well, I actually
missiles.
am
Right.
going to take the damage up here
your
because
boats.
The other stuff can at least.
the
have a
other
chance
stuff
to-
has a chance to hit still.
All right,
Yeah.
Mike, will you flip
So
2
I'm
of
gonna
my
do
soldiers
that.
to 1?
So yeah, North Korean soldiers also start stronger.
There you go. So.
More, I don't know, national will, national drive to fight.
Torture threat to not to fight
Yeah.
well.
All right. So next here, we have these 2. We have one Chinese drone and one North Korean rocket.
Correct.
And the drone hits on a 5+, and the jet hits on a 4+. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and roll that drone first. It's 2 dice. That is a 5. That's
Ooh.
1 hit for the drone. And then now we have the North Korean jet, which gets 1 hit as well.
Okay.
So
2 hits.
you're right, because it's on a 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
Correct. Yeah. So 2 hits from North Korea. So Mike take 2 damage, and Kate take 1 damage.
Okay.
And that's on any of these units.
Yep. I'm gonna go with these soldiers again.
This guy's going to go 1, and this guy's going to be out.
Kill the rocket battery. Okay. So yes, the damage dealt down here cannot be dealt to these, because these are out of range.
Sure.
All right, so now we have 2 Chinese tanks and 1 North Korean tank. So starting with North Korea, these all hit on a 5 or a 6. That's 1 hit for North Korea. And first Chinese tank.
4 hits.
That looks like 1. And we have another shot, another chance though.
3 hits. Yes!
Oh,
That's 3
wow.
hits. That's 3 hits from China. So North Korea take 3 hits, China
Okay.
take 1 hit. And that's on any of these units anywhere.
I'm going to kill this drone.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
not
still
the
just
range
gonna, the
actually,
the front
keep
line.
the drone and just hurt this tank 1.
Okay. And finally, we move down to the last line, which is all North Korean units.
Roll them all together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. I'm actually 1 short,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Well, we're all
Terrible.
So we're gonna
And
roll
they
all
roll
of them, and then
on just a 6,
and they only
correct?
hit on a
6.
6.
Come on, North Korea.
That's 9 and 3.
Ah.
Nope. So no hits from
Just
the
shoot
ground
in the
soldiers.
air.
And these all now return to where is that? Malaysia? No, that's
Manchuria.
not Malaysia. Manchuria. Of course, that's not where
Manchuria.
Malaysia is. Who knows? On this projection of the world, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Alright.
yeah, go ahead and return all those. And James, it'll be your turn then once they put all those there. So if you want to
Fantastic.
go ahead and consider what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And these guys can stay. They were staying in North Korea.
Yep.
Because they hit the range. Okay. Valiant effort, China.
Now you guys you can flip those units back over if you take the reinforcement action.
Okay.
That costs money, and
But we'll be able to get our strength back from the ones that took damage.
correct.
Okay.
And I believe though you can only do it if they're in your home territory.
Okay.
So you can return them home. You have to walk back home and then you can reinforce
Are
them.
we allowed pieces that we've lost from strength? Like Mike had 2 pieces taken off the board. Is he allowed to get those back with
You can.
reinforcement?
Absolutely,
Okay.
and they get rebuilt in your home territories.
Right.
That
Okay.
is correct.
All right.
Yep. It's interesting in this game. Each nation starts with their maximum strength on the board. You don't start with anything in reinforcements.
Okay.
All right. So as ISIL, I also get an extra action. I'm going to do terror,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm going to terrorize the United States
That makes a lot of sense.
in Iraq here.
Great. So the terror action is unique to ISIL. They're the only ones that can take that, and they basically are just going to place an unrest token in an adjacent territory. Or actually, is it adjacent? Or I think it's any, right?
They roll to destroy things.
Sure. So that's right. They roll to
Yeah.
destroy and then place unrest.
Mhm.
That's right. Yes. You may.
It is any territory.
You attempt to cause unrest. Any territory may be targeted. A d6 is rolled. On a 5+, 1 counter is destroyed in the territory and unrest is placed. And so you get some bonuses. If it's adjacent to you, you get a +1 to that roll. If you're in it, you get a +2.
Right. So I am in it.
And if there's already unrest, you get a +1 as well.
To win it.
Right. I'm actually in it and adjacent to it. Do you think those stack?
I am. My gut would be no.
My gut, it was yes.
My guts no.
But that's because I feel like stuff like that in games usually doesn't stack. But you know what? I'm actually going to say yes, because the phrasing on this is
Let's stack
plus
it.
2 ISIL in area, plus 1 ISIL in adjacent area. So
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
Let's
a
stack
list
it,
of
baby.
things.
So plus 3 to whatever,
Okay.
and then on a 5 or 6, I destroy
On a
8.
5, well, you're getting plus 3s. You need a total result of 5 plus.
Right.
Which means you needed 2 or greater.
Right.
So
Oh, great.
that's a 5.
Great.
Didn't even need the bonuses.
So I believe you pick which counter is destroyed
Correct.
here.
Okay.
Your
and so-
mega jet
In what
or
world
drone.
do you get to decide which place gets terrorized? Oh, the real world. Because 9/11 wasn't.
And then a
Piercing political commentary from Mike Fernandez.
and
Not
then
allowed
Michael
to go
Fernandez
inside out.
leaning back in your chair, hands on your head, just like spouting off.
It was an inside job. We all know.
Do you
that.
need more beer?
Loose chain?
It was those jets that went into the Pentagon.
And so
And
now that
then-
there's unrest there, it's going to make armies weaker as they fight. And
Does that include
Uh,
ISIL?
it does, any
So
combat.
anything that's in there.
And it will also potentially hurt units there, because it acts as like a thing you have to fight that can do damage.
Okay.
Was I supposed to deal with my unrest token last turn?
No, because you're not fighting in it.
And you weren't in the
yeah,
territory.
you can get attack there.
Yeah.
And then I would maybe like to research something.
Wow.
You
Nukes.
How transhumanity of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna commercialize these nukes. Is there only one?
While you're thinking,
There's only
I'm
one
gonna-
person able to be.
I'm going to read
capable.
off what these are. We
So-
have hypersonic
Missile.
missile. That's just a special missile.
Why don't you, instead of just reading them off, why don't you put them in the little comment area
All of them?
as you read them?
So we've got
So we know, because technology is another way this game differentiates from like Risk or
Hypersonic
Axis and
missile.
Allies. There are ways you can research things to advance your nations.
we've got hack,
And hack is interesting because it doesn't. Most of these get claimed.
nuke capable.
But hack does not get claimed.
Nuke capable
Everyone-
has to be taken by a place that is not nuke capable
Oh.
and makes them nuke capable. Megajets.
Was there only one nuke capable?
There absolutely
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Cyber security. So that's ostensibly maybe against protecting against hack, which is nice. Drones. But we already have drones. What does this
Yeah,
mean?
but if people don't like,
Oh, if
Again.
you don't.
Make a mate. Yep.
Robots. Space lasers. There's 3 space lasers, guys. So everybody's gonna be lasering everyone. Super soldiers. There's 2, and satellite. I guess that means if you don't have a satellite,
right? I don't have satellites, so,
so
I
you
don't
can
get one.
satellite.
Satellites and the nukes. Depending.
Is that all in the chat, Scott?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
So Jimmy, what are you thinking of researching
I
there?
think I'm
I'm
getting
gonna
space
I'm gonna
lasers
research
this
nukes here.
Oh.
thing. Nuke capable.
Nuke capable.
Okay, so you need a tech roll of 9+, and how do we do those types of rolls?
You will
I will
bid.
spend money.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So
Oh, that's correct. Okay, I
the,
remember.
and a 1 is a failure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
One is auto fail.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead.
And you are not currently nuke capable, so you're able to.
Everyone else is though, right?
Right.
The rest of the major players are, yeah. Right now.
So-
So I'm
I
gonna
think
go
you're
ahead
gonna
and
just get
spend
it unless-
7.
Unless
We
rolls a
all
1.
roll.
Right.
Or rolls a low thing. But yeah, I mean, none of us can.
Right. So I'm doing.
We can take it for our minor nations.
But both of mine are nuke capable. So.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
Anyway,
so I'm
just-
doing 7. So unless I roll that 1, I'll get it.
Yeah. So,
So if you want to roll for me.
shake it in my hand a little
Yeah.
bit.
No
and-
ones. No ones.
Oh, and
It's
just
a
so
5.
you all know, cybersecurity continues to move around. Hack remains on table for all to use.
Okay,
hold
great.
on.
So hack will it stays out in the tech area. Anyone can use it whenever they want. But you have to you roll for it.
Wait, so you roll for it, use it that turn, and then it's still right, and then it's
Yeah.
also one-time use.
What you
space.
roll is what you get for that turn.
Got it.
Yep.
Cybersecurity, you actually take,
Right, but then other players can take
It
it
gets
from
passed
you.
around.
and then it gets passed around.
Right. Okay. If people take.
Yep.
I get it.
Got it. Here.
All right. So I am nuke capable.
Okay.
Here you go.
Cool, and you start with 1 nuke.
Yep.
And you may purchase more. It's $10.
Well, that's a
You,
lot of money.
you get
for
it
me,
from
but-
reinforcements.
It's a good ass deal.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
So
will,
that white nuke token is for the Arab League.
Great.
Cool. So that is your tech action, and now you get your ISIL action, or you took
I
that.
did the
That's right, you
isolation
did
first.
terror, you did
Yep.
Great. So that is one complete turn. We will now advance the turn marker. One little dot.
Jimmy, enjoy North Korea. Continue to barrage China.
Sorry, I'm the Arab League.
Jimmy's just going to play ISIL the rest of
You
the
are
game.
Spartacus.
Yeah, I'm Spartacus.
All right.
Cool.
We are going to. So now I don't get 2 turns, right? I get one thing. Both can do it.
Correct. You have
Yes.
one turn, and let's say you take movement. Russia and China could move, but they both pay for it separately.
Got it. So,
But you take
yeah.
a separate turn as ISIL because
Yes.
you have ISIL.
Yep, ISIL is a completely separate action for you.
God damn North Korea.
You mean I'll praise North Korea?
Question. If North Korea attacked there, could I have assisted with some Russian missiles too?
I don't believe that is the case.
If you attacked North Korea, you could.
If right now I attack North Korea, but being attacked I could not. It was
Right,
just
right.
the stuff in the
Correct.
thing.
But yes, if you now, let's say as your action, you say I'm going to do a small campaign into Manchuria, you could bring Russian and
Everything
Chinese
around.
forces.
Everything
They would
surrounding
each,
it.
if you take only Russian, Russia pays $1. If you take Russian and Chinese units, Russia and China each pay $1.
Is that why it's called the Manchurian Candidate? Are they from China? The movie.
I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
It was also a real thing.
Manchurian Candidate is a phrase, right? It's a phrase meaning like
Yeah, you're
like
like
a-
indoctrinated.
placed, or
It's
like placed
yeah, it's
in.
like in
Sleeper
someone that's-
soldiers,
yeah,
sleeper
indoctrinated.
cells,
Yeah,
and things
I'm
like
sure it
that.
has to do with.
because it was
I'm
a
assuming
real
From
thing.
there?
A Manchurian Candidate was sort of a conspiracy theory, like real thing of the government, like mind controlling
Right.
individuals. Yeah, like you said, Ben, like a sleeper soldier to activate them with like a passphrase or something.
Right.
But
Could not assist with Russia unless Russia was in same territory.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But if I attack it, I can. So
Yes.
Right.
okay. So here's what we're going to do: is we're going to murder all of the North Koreans. Is that?
So you're
sound
about to
good?
get the North Koreans next round.
I understand this, but you have
Right.
them.
Tell you
so,
what,
so this round coming up, you're going to fuck
if you
me
beat
up.
up America.
No.
If you beat up America, I'll nuke America with North Korea.
What the shit? You can't do that.
Should we make a pact over here?
yeah, so also to be clear, there is one
Lord.
thing we did not mention, which are pacts.
Do you want to make one?
And at the
Because
end,
then I
at
know
the
you
end
have
of
to
every
do it.
turn, at the
That's
end of
true.
every turn, which I guess we still are sort of at the end of a turn, and beginning, we can fudge that.
Yeah.
People can make pacts, and that is as simple as saying, "Hey, USA, should USA and NATO be in a pact?" And we say, "Sure."
USA.
What that
okay,
means
okay.
is now we take our actions at the same time,
Oh.
and
Oh, fun.
yeah. So that way, if James and I form a pact, and I'm going first next turn, or whatever, I guess I would go second, you would kind of jump the turn order a little bit, and we can use each other's units too if it's agreed upon. So
Cool.
if we all form a pact together, the game ends immediately, and whoever has the most victory points
Yes!
leads this conglomeration into a new age.
Okay.
I like that version.
So,
World War Friends.
Yeah.
you want to do a pact or no?
No way.
You
No
know,
way.
Not right now.
Boo.
Not right now.
Boo.
But I can't trust you. Then.
That's true.
I don't
Can't trust.
I don't trust you. Is really
Okay,
what I'm saying.
that's fine. I'm just saying, if you don't beat up North Korea, North Korea will be your friend.
They're in my territory.
That's true.
All right.
I didn't put them there.
All right. You're saying if I don't attack them, you're giving me your
North
Your
I'm
Korea
saying
word.
North Korea will bomb America.
word is North Korea's going to nuke America.
Yes.
And nukes are getting thrown around, which is a whole other thing. But all right, fine, fine.
Hey, that's why I became nuke capable. Someone had to nuke something, and it's gonna be me.
India. I am going to diplomacy. No, that's too expensive. No, not in. Yeah, you're right. No, I was doing it. What is this? Vietnam. I don't want a diplomacy because
It's expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
Is every turn of yours going to be diplomacy?
Everyone's too expensive to ally.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going
Yeah,
to
who's the
do a
$3?
small campaign from Central
Central Asia.
into
Central China.
Myanmar.
Okay. Central China into Myanmar.
That's right.
So that is a neutral territory. So it is not associated with any specific nation, which
Yes.
means you're not going to kick off diplomacy or anything like that. You will have to do battle against some neutral units. That essentially they can kill some of your guys as long as you have something remaining at the end of the battle. You succeed and you take a
Got it.
territory.
Do I have to deal with this unrest right now?
I believe you don't. I think it is only when you are combating into that territory, or if there's an unrest action players can take, where they can force unrest battles in any area with unrest.
Got it.
So No, I don't believe you have to right now.
Or
Yeah, it is only if the territory with unrest has combat.
I do have these Americans in my ass too.
Sup?
Fucking Americans. Do I want to do that? Yeah.
China's on the move, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're marching into Myanmar or Burma. I mean, I guess if America's talking, they're going to say Burma. If the rest of us are talking, we're going to say Myanmar.
Now I can't. There's no Russians that I can send because they're obviously not connected to it, and I can't move Russians other in a different.
You can move Russians through friendly spaces.
Yeah.
So you could move
Your
that
tank
Russian
over there
jet.
could move all the way.
Yeah, tanks have a movement value of
Do you
2.
move this Siberian tank all the way
Yeah, you
through?
can head this way.
Because you have China and they're friendly to you, they can move through there.
Let's take a jet. Can you grab me
The rocket? This one or this the regular
the
one?
super jet or the regular jet?
regular jet?
Alright. And you're heading towards.
Just put it in here.
So yeah, so you can put it in here. This is actually pretty simple. We will put the stuff in the combat box, but you don't actually have to when you battle neutral
Because you can't kill
because
them.
you can't kill them. Essentially, all you're checking is if they kill you.
Right.
Okay.
But for this purpose, we will put them in here. So the first thing that fires, as you'll see there, if you look in the battle box, there are 3 neutral things printed on here. This is what you will always fight going into a neutral territory, which are the light gray portions of the map. So in this first one, you'll have this rocket battery take a shot. There's nothing else in here, so they'll fire on their own. They only have a strength of 1. In fact, all of these neutral units do. So they got a 6. That is 1 hit. So go ahead and take a damage.
Oh, they don't want you there.
So now, this one, you can't actually kill the neutral units. So this won't actually do anything. Because you can't eliminate these. All you're trying to do is survive them. And so, this will fire next.
Well, it will help me survive if they
You
like
take the
hit
hit.
real
You
hard.
can take the
But
hit.
really, they can only do 3 hits, so you really only need 4 guys in here, and you just
Yeah,
do it.
then you'll do it. So next one hits on a 5 or a 6. Got a 1 that does not hit. And finally, the soldier got a 2 that's not hit. So you have succeeded in defeating them, and you now move into Myanmar.
Perfect.
Do you
Now, if you ever leave Myanmar entirely and you come back, you have to battle those again.
Do you feel good about it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you feel
Yeah,
good
I
about.
feel good about how they shot one of
ravaging.
your guys down. They don't want you there.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
really.
Are you cool ravaging Southeast Asia?
Yes.
Okay. All right, John Rambo.
Just
It's-
very quick, yes.
I need gems. I'm done, right? Oh no, ISIL.
Now ISIL. You have an ISIL action.
ISIL, do they have nukes?
They do. They believe.
And
I believe
one.
they start with 1.
Ah.
Single nuke, which is what you have also, Jimmy. Right?
Time to nuke.
No, it starts at 1.
In a small campaign, you can bring counters from quote unquote any region that can reach the territory.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Just clarifying.
Okay.
This is ISIL.
Well, you
No, that's
have to be- you
Israel.
have to pass-
Where's
be able
ISIL?
to pass
the
through
black
friendly
cards. These
territories,
black
I think.
cards. These black ones.
Black and white. Yep.
Yep.
So I can do terror. Wait, what's terror?
So they can take all the regular actions, and additionally they can their terror and taxation actions are a little different. Terror is
Okay.
what James did. You pick any territory on the map, and you roll a die on a 5 or a 6. You kill a unit there, not just do damage, but completely remove it, and place an unrest token,
Which is what happened here.
which is what happened there. They get
Right.
bonuses if they're adjacent or in the territory,
Or if there's unrest there.
or if there's already unrest.
So if they did unrest, or if they did terror on that jet,
Yeah, we
on,
could probably
on
get that
the
jet
US,
pretty
they'd
quick.
probably destroy it.
All right, let's do it.
My super jet.
Terror on the
Okay.
super jet.
So you getting +4. So
As long as you don't get
One
you
and
actually
two.
can't
so you,
fail.
Yep.
You can't
I
fail.
thought 1 would fail. No.
That's for technology. I don't know that that is for unrest. So
You might say you're too big to fail.
we're gonna roll, and you got a 5. No
Oh,
problem.
look at that. Bye.
And then another unrest goes there.
And another unrest goes in. So Kit, I'll let you place that.
The terror
My
is so
super jet.
high.
Okay. So now that is your turn, Mike.
Oh, this.
That hangs out till the end of the round. So I think I might actually take the unrest action, and force some unrest in there because there are 2 tokens currently. And so that is a way I can use or do some damage potentially without necessarily having to sacrifice my own units. Let me see. Let me look at the map here for a second. Let me actually also take a look at that unrest action because I hadn't really considered it until Mike placed that second one there.
What? So a third one does something?
No, they just, I mean, kind of, it just makes it worse, but nothing special. So if I take the unrest action, the way this works is I make an unrest roll in a territory that has one of those tokens, and I roll as many dice as there are tokens there. On a result of 6, 1 unit is removed entirely. And if I want, before I roll, I can move Unrest or place another one. Actually, I think it's both. I think I place another Unrest and move an existing Unrest if I want. And yeah, and then bad stuff potentially happens. The territory is not doing good, and it might get worse. Let's see, but that also doesn't help me get territory. And again, you win the game at the end of the game if you have a lot of territory, essentially.
Yes.
So I might go attack Russia here because Russia has 3 ground forces
Bring it on, bud.
and this rocket battery. They'll be able to fire from maybe another spot.
No, I can't do that, right?
Oh, right, because you're not in the
If
territory.
I'm being attacked, I can't use
So
the
Right,
one,
you use the range on the
2,
offense.
3, 4. I could bring all those in. Yeah, let's have NATO move on into that Russian spot.
Don't do it. You can
So-
take Belarus for free, man.
I could walk into Belarus for free, but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna go here, here, bring this jet, bring this drone, because drones have a movement value of 3. And I could bring my super soldier if I want, because they have unlimited movement range.
Doesn't make any sense. Wait, teleporting?
Yeah.
Non-binary Neil Armstrong.
And my ground forces only have a movement value of 1, so they couldn't make it. You can march through Belarus, so I don't want to leave them by themselves. But this place seems reasonably protected. No one's in the Baltic Sea, so I'll bring another drone. I'm going hard on this one. So that is what's going on. Let's scooch all these into the combat zone.
Not happy.
You are getting attacked a lot.
You
Yeah,
got
but I
2
also have
giant
2
nations.
giant.
Yeah.
Well,
You have the biggest.
China only has 4 spaces.
Yeah, but you have
You have
100 guys.
so many guys.
That's true, but I'm saying VPs, okay?
All right. So this is what's
Wow,
going on.
Fair fight.
The
You see
rocket
3
battery.
dudes drinking coffee, and you're like, 2 drones, please.
Drone strike on these.
Yeah.
Drones check these 3 dudes.
2 more drones. All right. So let's have this rocket battery take a shot. It's on a 5 or 6, has 2 strength. That's a 4 and a 3. Now it might be a conflict of interest of me rolling dice here for you.
There's a
and
huge
my
conflict.
Would you like-
of interest.
Well, I'm rolling for myself now. So
Okay.
now
Can I roll for you then?
yeah. You know what? Yeah, Mike. we'll live that. We'll live that superstitious
So
lifestyle.
you're doing
My
a
jet first, which hits on a 4, 5, or 6, and that is a hit. So then let's do these 2. So those guys hit on a 5 or 6. That's 3 hits so far.
I'm keeping track.
All right, and double ones. That doesn't mean anything here. Okay,
3
so
hits?
3 hits. Let it be known that Russia chooses to kill its human contingents before its robots.
There's a man in there.
Yeah, no, they're automated from a million miles away. All right, now my tank fires.
So are these guys.
Would
These
you like
guys
to keep
are
rolling for
automated.
me? Let's roll that's 1 each.
No, you roll.
Okay. 5 or 6. Nothing. And my man, which he's a 2 power dude, so 6 is only 2 5s, but not enough.
Close, but
All right, so
this isn't horseshoes.
like kind of hand grenades though.
That's true.
All right, so these guys all remain in
That's why I
central,
didn't say the full
I guess, Russia.
phrase.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you and I hypothetically made a pact.
Yep.
And I wanted to
See?
attack.
Yeah.
This is a hypothetical.
Yeah, just like your pact, Mike.
Mhm. And I wanted to attack just Mike's person
The
here.
more you
Would
say
I be allowed?
hypothetical, the more it makes it sound like it's
Would
not.
I be allowed to just attack Mike if we are allying in this
That's
area?
a good question. Actually, I'm not really too sure on the answer to that. I would say the spirit would be yeah, because we're in a pact.
Right.
But I don't know. Let me look that
Okay.
up right now. Let me see if I can find an answer to that. That is my turn. Unless you're planning on doing exactly that right now, which I'm not sure.
No, everyone knows in World War III the rules of war where everyone has to wear the same gray outfit. You can't
Yeah.
tell who's who.
Or you wear a slightly lighter or darker shade, but you're just like, I don't know who I'm shooting at.
But yeah. Anyway, Kate, you can take your turn. That is my action.
I will not do that for this turn. I'm going to do taxation for this turn and get some of my money back.
Taxation is theft. I'm sorry.
So I'm counting. Shut up. I'm counting areas, correct? And then the little items
And
within.
then, yeah. So it is
It's
1
area-
if they have nothing,
Right.
2 if it's oil, 3 if it's rare materials,
Okay.
and then after that you add 1 for every city.
And the areas I'm. No, nothing to do with the areas I'm in, correct?
If you totally control
yeah,
it,
you-
So, like,
totally.
if I totally control Afghanistan.
Yeah, then you get 1
Okay.
for that.
So this
And don't forget Hawaii.
no. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So
Yes.
so 18 total. So if you want to take my 24 and put it to 42.
And that is already on the 50 side? No, you spent money. Right?
I spent money.
Okay.
I tried to buy China and it did not work.
Okay, great. So that is taxation from the U.S. And now James, the Arab nation, or Arab League, and North Korea.
Really quick, am I allowed to do taxation from Israel
sorry.
as well?
Yes. Thank you. Yes, you do actually.
Okay.
You also tax with
So
Israel.
just go 2.
They get 2, except
Yep.
you always get a minimum of 3 from taxation.
Okay.
So they get 3.
So
They're over
The
there.
the gray one.
I'm
Yep.
still not seeing.
Perfect. Great moves.
Yeah.
Excellent
Great
sound
moves.
effect.
I didn't do that. I think it was Ben.
Yeah.
Dude, gross Ben.
Ugh.
He's got a whole fart soundboard over there. It's like 50 different farts.
All hand created.
Do you get taxation for your home territories if they're
Yes.
occupied by multiple?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, people have tried to take my home territories and have failed thus far.
Good.
Failed!
I'm just gonna say, who has the most people dead? It's you.
It's because everybody's attacking me.
It's because you're huge.
All I've done is attack Myanmar, which nobody cares about.
Wow. For the several people of Myanmar in our stream, I would like to formally apologize.
He didn't quite get your question, but in a pact, you cannot attack your ally.
Okay.
Though this may not be mentioned strictly in the rules, an assumed rule.
Okay,
You can
that does answer the question.
Yeah,
then.
that's what I was kind of feeling. That it like the spirit of a pact is that you're not going to hurt each other.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can set up an area, break up a pact after a round, and then attack
Oh.
if you
Cool.
so choose to.
Okay.
But we would never do that if
No,
we formed a
obviously.
pact. Why would we?
Hypothetically, if you formed a pact,
We
you
have
would
to
never
keep-
hypothetically set it
No,
up so that you
we have
could
to
then
keep
have
our
the
special
pact.
relationship.
So I'm going to tax and
Thank
grab
you.
a cool 15.
Yes, thank you, Nate.
The Arab nations is taxing.
Okay, and then just North Korea. would
North
also-
Korea's going to nuke.
Oh Lord.
Oh, do I do that?
I think because they're. I would say they'd probably also get the taxation from that because they're like your ally right now.
What? No.
They're under your
I
control.
don't think they're my
separate.
ally. I think I'm just.
I think
I
that's
guess, I guess
separate.
you're right. You're right.
We've been doing it separate so far.
Okay,
So North Korea's going to nuke.
a nuke, you say?
A nuke. I
Well,
said.
shock. So North Korea has a special nuke.
Wait, hold on. You didn't say it right. I think
Nuke!
Nuke!
There it is.
Yeah, thank you. All caps, exclamation point. All right, so time for North Korea to nuke someone. I'm gonna guess it's Russia or China, by which I mean I think it has to be Russia or China.
No.
Their nuke, I think, has a limited range.
Right. It has a range of 3.
Right. So.
So a 1, a 2.
Oh, sure.
Three.
Across the sea, you're right. They're gonna nuke.
Not
nuke,
LA. That's where our actors live.
Yeah.
Our entertainers.
All right.
Take laughter out of
Great.
the world.
Okay, so
Though-
so now you
Just
place
got a
the
bunch
nuke
of
on it.
jets there, so I feel like they could easily shoot it down.
That's true. What about Alaska, though?
Alaska, but that's
Doesn't hit him where it hurts.
Hawaii would also be an option.
There's a lot of oil in Alaska, Mike.
Oh, yeah. It would all light on
So
fire.
you can't see it. It's not there.
You can just nuke Canada and start shit with nobody.
They will eventually become allied with me then.
What are you doing there, E? Oh, no.
One year.
Oh, don't like that.
That's what you hear right before the
Boy,
explosion.
it's a
Hey.
comet. Look at that.
Yeah, sun's real bright today, eh?
Aurora Borealis. Oh, it's early.
At this time of day,
This time of the
at this part of the country.
Isolated entirely in your
Okay,
kitchen.
so you're dropping a nuke on Alaska.
Uh huh.
Oh, there's all of it. There's all of Alaska.
Yeah.
Big state.
Yeah. I saw a moose.
There might be more.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you have fired off a nuke, it is now Mike's turn, if they desire, to fire off a nuke as well.
Yes,
So I think
yes,
we
yes,
fire off
yes,
another
yes,
nuke
yes.
as the Arab League.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I think
Yeah.
they, if North Korea takes it, then you start the,
Correct.
you start the next turn, I guess.
And am I also range limited?
No, major nations I believe are not range limited.
I saw that the nations that sort of nuke capable are not, but then I don't know if.
Let's see. That's a good question.
I'm stretching out.
I'm doing
yeah.
it too.
I'd like to also nuke the U.S., but
So everyone wants to nuke the U.S.
Well, they have other things. I mean,
I don't really see how this.
So yeah, USA, NATO, Russian Federation, and China can target any territory, except space, Pakistan, Israel, India, Iran, and North Korea can only target nations with 3 range. If you become nuke capable, it doesn't really specify, but I would say
Well, I can't nuke unless I become nuke capable.
correct.
So-
I would probably say you have a limited
Yeah,
range.
that checks out. We'll nuke Israel then.
Nice.
Wow. On the first
The
night
one,
of Hanukkah.
the one Jewish guy at the table.
I know. The first night of Hanukkah. I just came from a menorah lighting.
My turn, right?
Yes, now it is Russia.
Do I get to do with ISIL and China and Russia?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Does ISIL have nukes?
They have 1.
One.
Then you can use it.
Do they have a range?
Yeah, you shoot a nuke from every nation that is capable.
Does ISIL have a range?
Yeah, it is. I think 3 as well.
Nuke Israel.
So what does a nuke do? Why would I put 2 nukes? Is there?
Because they can shoot it down.
I can.
Oh yeah, good point. Okay, so ISIL's gonna nuke Israel because that makes total sense.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the worst day to do this.
on
I'm just gonna
brand.
say that again.
I am going to do the most Russian thing.
So I take it back. Actually, ISIL, they can deliver nukes in 2 ways: via a suicide bomb, which is they can nuke their own territory, or via a rocket barrage, which I think just targets adjacent territories.
Israel's perfect.
It's technically Jason.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the most Russian thing ever, and Russia's gonna nuke themselves
ooh,
for purposes of killing all these NATO dudes.
hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Alright, how about
then
China?
China's gonna nuke.
So these are both in
You
Israel.
never want to be in a
Yes.
position where you're like, who do I nuke? That's not how you're supposed to use a nuke.
Right.
I guess I could fire a nuke.
I suppose I mean, if I'm,
You know, at least a few of our leaders have sat just like
Yeah,
this and been like,
if we're all doing it,
I'd be a fool to pass
sorry,
this
what was the
opportunity.
range of China?
China has unlimited range.
Okay.
China, US, and NATO have unlimited.
Yeah, China, US, and
Hawaii?
ISIL.
You're doing
it-
the freak states?
that's right.
ISIL is only 1, the territory it's in,
Oh.
and nuke capable is unlimited.
Okay, so
Okay.
ISIL
Good to
cannot
know.
attack Israel.
Okay,
So
so
you
I
can
ISIL
attack-
is only.
You can
Only-
attack Syria.
Only
Are
1,
these
the
in
territory it's
Iraq?
in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Scott has it.
And
Okay,
then,
well,
and then
then
I'll do
maybe
another
I'll
one on
nuke
Israel. I'll do a second one
Oh, for heck's sake.
instead of
Yeah, okay. Then I'll keep mine on Israel since mine's unlimited.
You can fire anywhere you want.
Yeah, I don't want to nuke Chicago just yet.
Yeah. Also, respect Chicago listed on the map.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks,
For a
Nate.
point.
Yeah.
For a point.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point too.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
All right.
The biggest,
Scott.
I mean, is the
I
biggest
like
city in
that
the
the
Midwest,
only
but-
Canadian city is Toronto,
Yeah.
though.
Right.
I understand it's because it's like
Yeah.
its own
We
territory.
can recruit Drake if we.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the technology cards.
Yeah,
Of all of the Canadians.
All right. Let's
Ryan
go.
Reynolds said no.
Yeah, all the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah. Jim Carrey's already here.
Yeah,
You
Alan
gestured
Page
at the
is somewhere.
entire point. Like the Trailer Park Boys
They're all
are
over.
generally all of them.
They make up the flag. There's Bubbles and
Yeah.
the other ones. I didn't watch it.
Bubbles and the other
I
ones.
never saw it. Like I've seen the
It was clear.
Okay,
There's a
well,
Bubbles, right?
if
I don't
Russia
know.
is gonna nuke me, I feel like I need to nuke Russia back. But they don't have like a territory that's looking real cool.
Nate says that Scott is correct regarding the adjacent missiles too.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. So if that changes where ISIL wanted to nuke, you
So
can
now it's
fire
okay.
one away. It is where they're at or one adjacent.
Oh, perfect.
Via, but it has to come from
No,
where there's a rocket.
I think
No,
that
no,
was
no.
a
That was for the
different-
missile barrage.
Yeah,
I think-
here's your missile barrage unit. So you could fire one adjacent.
So I'm good. So then
Yes,
if they
you
do
can.
Israel, then I can do Hawaii.
Right, as Russia.
or China, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, anyway. It's NATO's turn to nuke, okay, guys? Come on.
NATO nuke.
NATO doesn't.
Sounds like a really good wrestling move.
We're going to go to China. So I guess I should also say, we talked about this before, but just to clarify for everybody, when you do nukes, you're going to go to the combat board, and certain types of units can shoot the nuke down, but not every type. Essentially, once you get to ground units like tanks or infantry, it's hitting.
Yeah.
It's before that, it has to get shot down.
Oh, you've got a couple drones that could shoot.
I
it
do
down,
have a
don't
few
you?
drones that could shoot it down.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
Or
gonna
two.
actually change this real quick before you place your nuke.
Okay, you want to do two there.
Yeah, I want to make sure we get.
Okay.
I want to be very sure.
Double
Right.
down.
Let's drop one. So there are two drones here. There's a lot there. Let's drop one on China.
Do it on the North Korea space.
That's a good one.
I don't want to do North Korea space.
I feel like that's good.
No, because all four of those can potentially block it.
You're right.
And essentially, they just have to hit it. You do combat like normal, but they're trying to shoot the nuke. All they have to do is hit it, and it will shut down.
we used to play GoldenEye. My buddy used to shoot he'd throw the proximity mines at you and then shoot them when they were near your head.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
Let's drop it on. Let me stand up a little and get a better view.
I feel like we need that great song. You drop the bomb on me.
We are gonna attempt to hit China. We're gonna go here. These also look like drones. They're not drones. They're people. But it does have two. It does have two barrages that could potentially.
They're not drones. They're people.
It's not a robot. It's a human. Nuke it anyway. Actually, in this case, that's a better nuke site. So.
All right, my turn.
Yes, it is time for you now, and you are nuke capable for USA and Israel.
Heck
So you
yeah.
get to drop 2.
Yeah, everyone should spend a nuke.
Yes. Also, drop your nukes down a level.
ISIL goes to 0, so you did that.
I have
NATO
60,
goes
so
down
I'll
to
be
14.
Russia goes 49.
And we're only allowed to do.
Russia goes 69.
Oh.
Yo.
We're only allowed to drop 1 nuke at a time, correct?
China.
We're
One
gonna
is
keep
the
going
US.
around till they're all gone.
I see.
So you do one is the US, then one
Okay,
is Israel.
I dropped 1 on China already,
Cool.
and
Oh man, lay off.
oh yeah, I'll do a second one
Oh my
on China.
Fuck.
So that China's gonna get blown up.
Yeah, that one's
Messing with Israel.
Now it's only gonna lay one unrest.
Unless those missile batteries are like real.
Pow 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 pow. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm out of nukes as the Arab League, but North Korea still has a nuke. Maybe this one will also bomb Alaska.
So you keep going.
Yeah, until all of us
you're out
spend,
of
or
nukes.
until no one wants to do it anymore. If we all say no, 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 then we end. But otherwise, we go till all 10 are dropped.
I'm feeling the spirit here is not to say no, no, no.
No, it's to say yes, yes, yes.
It's to drop as many nukes as possible.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Good
only one
nuking
left.
improv.
Yeah, well, I've
Obviously.
got one, and then you'll get to place the last.
Obviously.
So this is what I was saying before with mutually assured destruction. One goes off, and now suddenly, like, every nation's getting nuked.
It makes sense because that's what.
Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll nuke Hawaii.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, all right.
Bingo.
Bringing it back around, bookending.
Yeah.
Bookending this whole
And
war
I'm
thing.
just gonna. If you're tripling down on me, I'm tripling down on you.
On me, I'm not the one that she
This
put
is
2.
so many nukes
I
on
put
one
1.
place.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
So,
that's it.
All right.
You know who's really the loser in this? Kazakhstan's getting a lot of fallout.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
wind blowing it over.
Drift.
It's not gonna
Well, if you
be
shoot them out of the air, where do they land?
How do
Well,
we
it depends on
resolve
where it
this?
gets shut up.
That
So
doesn't matter.
we now resolve them one section at a time in whatever order we want. Why don't we do it?
Why don't we do
east to-
Alaska?
Why don't we
Start
west
Alaska
east?
to Hawaii.
We'll start here in Alaska. So we're gonna put this unit in the combat box, this unit in the combat box, and
But they can't shoot it
They
down.
can't, but just for
Yeah.
the just
Well,
for the example, we'll show it.
Kate can use
So yeah,
satellites.
let's do that. So this is where satellites come into play. So the USA has 2 satellites.
They sure do.
Also, other nations, actually 3 because you have Israel as well. Other nations can offer their satellites to use.
Okay.
Satellites can be used once per round for any purpose that they're allowed to be used for. So if you decide I'm going to spend 2 satellites on this blow up here, and then we get to Hawaii, you might not have any left. You can't use them for that too.
Okay.
So you're going to have to split up your satellites how
Alright.
you desire. So
Kate, you can use my satellites if you want, Kate.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
what is it? Are you trying to get in that? You're trying to break my future hypothetical pact up? Okay. So do you want to use a satellite for this?
No.
Okay. So
Sorry, Sarah Palin.
So no satellites getting used.
Nobody needs to
If we look at
realize
the
that.
combat board, what we do is any units in this top tier would fire at the nuke. If they hit, the nuke is destroyed, and that's it. No harm, no foul. Units go back home. Dwarves go home. We then, if they don't hit it, it moves down to the next tier. Same thing happens. These units, if they're there, will fire at the nuke. Now, this is where it's interesting, though. If you note, here, there's the nuke iconography. It's also in these 2 boxes with a little exploding 1. If it is shot down here or here, it has already passed into the Earth's atmosphere, and blowing it up will still cause damage to something out there.
There we go.
So you would still lose something, even if it gets blown up.
And you
against
remove the token. Correct.
it doesn't take 1 damage, it is removed from your map. So in this case, there's nothing here to shoot it, there's nothing here to shoot it, no, there are no more nuke strips here, it hits the ground, everything is destroyed. So this is blown up, these 2 are dead,
Yeah.
and we then add nuclear devastation to Alaska.
Cool.
This will
Excellent.
remain there until it is cleaned up with the repair action. What it does is any unit trying to go in there will potentially take damage. Actually, I don't even think it's potentially.
Like the fungus.
I think they walk in and they take 1 hit point worth of damage.
Oh, I thought it was a
Chernobyl's
6.
taught me
I thought it was a
anything.
roll of 6.
It will go
I'll look it up, but
When
I
it
think
comes
it's
up,
when it
yeah.
comes up I'll look it up, or I'll look it up between turns. But they can potentially take damage, and then to clean it up, you spend $5 and it goes away.
Sure.
You also don't collect. You can't reinforce here. You don't collect tax here. It's essentially a dead spot.
Got it.
And that's what Hazard will do, the devastation. So continuing on east,
Dragons.
we do hit Israel
Mhm.
next. So we have 2 nukes here. Why don't we place relevant units into the spot?
This is so excessive.
It's insane.
Skip ahead.
That's
Drop
nice.
drones.
Resolving is.
Got a special soldier.
Resolving seems to be the lengthiest part of this game.
Yeah.
Resolving
absolutely.
combat.
You're just.
It's a
yeah.
cool system. I think it's a neat system, but it is certainly the
Takes a
longest
bit.
part. Moving pieces around, all that. So
I'm also gonna take one of my U.S. and an Israeli satellite.
okay, you really want to protect Israel here, so they go.
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Okay,
There are
so
about a billion dudes there.
so satellite. All of these things up here hit on 4s. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll them all at the same time.
Okay.
They're all strength 2. They're all rolling 4s.
For the love of God.
So we're gonna roll 3 and then 3 more. So
Anti-nuke.
first, that's 1 hit.
Okay.
So that kills that nuke.
Bye, nuke.
And then we have their second, because they each shoot twice.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's another hit.
Oh,
Destroyed.
nice try on Israel.
So go ahead and put these satellites in the used section up on the board, and the rest return to Israel.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move
I
on.
think the move next time is just nuke Israel like 10 times.
Yeah, just keep them going.
All right.
All right. Let's move on to
Jackasses.
this next one. Actually, if you want
I
to
will
place these out here,
Yes.
place them back in Israel. So in this next location, let's zoop all these over to here.
This
Got
guy
this.
too. This guy. Oh no, this guy
This.
moved over.
Yeah.
This sucker.
It was just one of your units in the
Yeah.
zone.
Does my guy have to? Can I choose not to defend with my guy?
No, I think you have to use them.
Come
You
on.
bombed
really?
yourself.
I think in the spirit of it,
Couldn't I just say, "Hey, stand down"? And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it.
But then he just stands there and watches it.
yeah, that checks out.
Don't
to
worry
me.
about it.
Like,
Yeah, okay, sure.
Like, why would he?
Yeah.
Why would he shoot at it?
Because he's
Mine is.
protecting his own life, but if you feel
He's
like
not the one
it's
that-
Hey,
Fired it.
let's do a
We'll-
50-50
we'll
roll
do
to
a-
see if he
we'll
will follow orders.
We're not going to add more
Or
systems
not
on.
follow
We're not
orders.
going to add more systems, but we will. I'll make a call here. We'll say fine for unless we hear otherwise or look up otherwise. We'll say fine.
Alright.
He is out of missiles and chooses not to shoot. So now I have these several shots here.
It's like that time in the one where the guy they thought they said launch a nuke in the Russian sub, and then the guy made the choice to not do it. This like actually happened,
Right.
and then it was like the closest we've ever gotten to nuclear warfare because
Yeah.
he chose to ignore it, and it actually wasn't erroneous.
Call.
But in this time, you're choosing not to
yeah, this
stop the
is the
nukes.
opposite. Right.
This is the situation where it was actually
The opposite.
This is where he should have just done it.
Scott, actually, are you using a satellite?
I do have a satellite. Actually, this is the only place I'm fighting, so yes, I will use a satellite. Pat, let's.
You got it?
Thank you, James. I forget it's far away from me. I forgot I had it. So my satellite will shoot. It hits on a 4 or a 5, and there's a 6, so it's nuked on. Passes by this oblivious fellow over here, and now I have this jet that hits on a 4, 5, or 6.
We're told that he can choose not to use a guy.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So that's a 6 that hits, and then
But something will be destroyed.
yes.
Yes.
So actually, yes. So let's
Oh, sorry.
Let's leave that here to remind ourselves that something will be destroyed. And then the next one, which I have 4 dice from these, I'm going to roll all 4, and they hit on a 5 or a 6. That's 6.
Yeah.
So 2 units exploding in the air will get destroyed. It'll be. I have respect for human life, Mike.
It's a
So
mistake, but
we're gonna get rid of this tank.
Wow.
And we're gonna get rid of the human too.
Why not?
You have no respect.
Hey, does devastation or
No,
fallout or
no,
whatever still
only if it
hits
hits the ground.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that
all right.
sucks.
So all of
You
these
think
units
3
go
nukes would
back
kill more than a tank and
here?
a dude?
And then they all go back to central
Okay.
Russia. Cool. And now we move on to the next nuclear site.
China.
I don't like how good your guys are at hitting nukes out of the air.
Hey man, World War III, you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Was this
China does
one
have a satellite.
Here or here?
He had 2 men here and 2 rocket barrages there.
Okay, then it was in here.
Okay. So 3 nukes getting dropped.
You want
now.
to use your satellite, Mike?
Yeah, yes, definitely. And Russians, both of Russia's.
Russia,
Both?
of Russia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, they're gonna be used up then.
Yep.
For this
Yeah,
turn.
but no one else is. He's not
Nobody
going
else
to
is
bomb
nuking.
it.
That's
Unless someone
true.
takes another nuke action this turn.
Oh yeah, they
Is it
don't
for the
reset-
round?
Yeah, they don't reset
Yeah,
for the round.
they're gone.
I'm the
together.
last action of the round. Yeah.
Sure.
So
So,
Fair enough.
That's true. You did it. Okay. Cool. So that's 6. James, actually, there are more another dice containing. We've been needing 6 dice frequently.
Yeah.
So, all right. So,
Can you use the one big one?
Yeah, use the giant.
no, I'm not gonna use the big one. They don't roll quite as well.
And they don't fit in there.
Does
do
it
they?
fit?
They do. I was gonna use them, but then I was like, we're gonna be rolling a bunch of dice. I only have 2 of those.
I like it if there's one big one.
Okay, if it's an important one. So, okay. All right, so 6 dice. These are all from satellites. They hit on a 4, 5, or 6. 3 hits, and the nukes are gone. No damage done. 4, 5, 5.
Wow.
Yep. That's
That's it.
lazy down.
Alright, I'll put these in the use.
All right, so and then Hawaii,
Oh,
that the
yeah,
last one?
Hawaii.
yep.
and so it just
Kate
hits the
could-
ground.
And I'm
Right.
going
Kate
you want
could
to
use
use-
her final satellite.
I'm going
So
to.
now I see why in the future it's going to be 10 nukes on one spot. Like
Yeah.
that's what it's going to
Well,
be.
yeah, we developed a lot of like anti-ballistic, anti-missile technology, including blowing up nukes above the ground where they're
Yeah.
ideally safely detonated.
Space Force.
All right.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes,
if
sir.
they do the if ISIL does the blow themselves up nuke, wouldn't that mean that a satellite can't shoot it?
You do ground combat. Or
yeah,
something. You do
yeah, it says-
regular
it
combat.
says, yeah, you
but
do, like,
so
ground
satellites don't work.
And,
but-
and if you kill the unit, then it goes away. But if it survives, then the nuke goes off.
Okay.
All right. So, satellite. This is the only defense here.
Yeah.
Rolling 2 dice. Needs a 5 or a 6.
Okay.
It's not
No.
5 or 6. Actually, it needed a 4, 5, or 6, and didn't get that either. All right. So nuke hits the ground.
Take that, Hawaii.
Sorry, everybody's vacation is canceled.
Forever.
Forever.
I
Yeah.
didn't clean it up.
Bikini once again.
Here.
detonating
Yeah.
nuclear
Toss me a
bombs.
devastation for Hawaii.
And
Oh,
so
no
Alaska and
problem.
Hawaii back.
Yeah.
The United States back
The
down to the
freak
48
states.
Freak
states. Yeah.
states, yeah.
Maybe it just blew everybody's bathing suits off and it turned real sexy.
And radiated.
Yeah.
And their skin.
Yeah.
All the good parts are glowing now.
Oh.
So.
Ooh.
It's like when you get like a game like House of the Dead, it shows where to shoot the target. It's like
Yeah.
the pretty parts are here and here.
All right. So now it is ISIL's turn. Nuclear warfare finish. Our first round of nukes fired. Good job,
ISIL,
No,
guys. Not
ISIL's-
bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, it was North Korea, and North Korea
Oh,
was the
that's-
one who
sorry,
that
yes.
did the
So
nuke action.
That's
this
right.
turn is done.
That's right.
So this turn is done.
Moving on.
2, 3.
Turn 3.
ISIL goes to you, Scott.
North Korea goes to
Goes
you.
me.
Okay, I'm going to use the restroom.
Great.
You two go.
Did we all drop the nukes down?
I did, yes.
Yeah, I believe.
Did you do North? No, North Korea has 3.
Yeah, so they should have one
2.
left.
1. They fired 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
When did they fire 2?
This turn, they put one on Alaska and, or no, one on Hawaii and one in Hawaii, one in Alaska,
Okay.
and then mine.
That's right, because it
My
got
Arab
back
League
to
attacked
And where are the
too.
Russian nukes?
Israel.
Oh, right.
You're at 69. You fired 1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
Cool. All right. So moving on now to the next turn. That starts with you, Russia, China, North Korea.
My turn.
The Trinity.
Yeah.
Right. We are going to. Okay, now that I have North Korea, thank God.
And against your better wishes, they were not all killed. You have
I
some to
wanted
work
them
with.
all killed, but whatever.
Arm back a bit.
Who cares?
Maybe your best move now is to get them all killed before they go to
That's
Scott.
what I'm saying. I want to get them away from here, mostly.
You could send at least 2 of them on boats to California.
I could do 4 of them, right? Because boats can each take 2.
They can each take 1. It's equal
It's
to
2
their
strength.
Yeah. It's 2 strength worth of units.
So you could
If
actually
there are
take
2.
you could take many soldiers that are beat up a little bit.
Right. So, question: could I put guys on my ship too? My Russian ship
Yeah. You allied stuff can carry.
and my
these.
Chinese ships.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
They
we're doing.
essentially these are
Mass
all
exodus,
like
yeah.
one. They're all yours, and so you can kind of do what
All
you
right.
want with them.
So we're gonna go.
Sort of.
So we're gonna load these guys up. So I'm just gonna count. So now we know how many guys are going. So 4 strength worth of guys,
Okay.
8 strength worth of guys.
Now remember, they pick up from adjacent territories. So even though it's 8 strength, you have to make sure you can grab those dudes.
They're all next to the only territory that North
Okay.
Korea is in there.
Okay.
Well, no, they're not next to. Oh yeah, China does touch it slightly, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. 8 strength, and then 9. Oh, but can these guys go 2 spaces? How far can boats go?
So let me actually back up a second.
5.
We talked about it before, but North Korea is not really an ally. You're just taking an action for them.
So I can't
So
put
you
them on my
can't.
boats.
No, so you can't actually use your regular nations. Yeah. Unless you did a diplomacy action and made North Korea actually an ally.
Did I sigh loud enough for it to be picked up by the microphone?
Probably. Yeah.
Actually, we could isolate the sigh if you want to do it.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, let's everyone be quiet for a minute.
So, what do we do then? How do we get these guys the hell out of here? Well, these guys can fly. That guy can fly.
Yes, that super soldier can fly anywhere, unlimited range.
Plane can fly, so I can get those out of here.
The planes can also take 2
People
strength.
on them.
So yeah, so
Same with
right.
boats.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is boat. We're gonna boat over with 4 guys, and that's gonna be 4 little.
Whoa! When did this happen?
Right now. It's happening.
3, 4, and then
Yeah, jet over a tank.
Yeah, then
Now,
we're gonna jet over.
just
a tank.
remember, you can only pass through territories where you have units, which I think is still your
here
Yeah.
and then there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because you have that boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that jet's jetting over that tank,
Yeah, you have to stop once you enter a territory that is totally enemy controlled. So
and
you're
your
legal. You're
super
fine right
soldier,
now.
so you
but
and the
can
super
teleport.
soldier's going over there too.
What?
North Korea's attacking
Yeah.
California.
So North Korea small campaign. In,
Small campaign in L.A.
Curious to know when the full total war action is going to come
I
into
could
play.
totally see
Which is,
some.
as many of your
I
guys
almost did it this
Right.
time because I thought that's a
Yeah.
good way to
I
get
guess you
rid of
still
all the
could
troops.
with you still
but-
could with like China and Russia, right?
Mhm.
They could just spread everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Okay. Well, that's some combat, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where's North Korea's finances?
Well, actually, instead of 2 of these guys, I'm gonna swap 2 of these guys out for 1 of these bombers.
Okay. Cool. So let's slip all these bad boys into this combat box. That's a regular jet, a tank, and then these US pieces, which are going to be these and this drone.
Bingo.
All right. So kicking it off here is going to be this North Korean super soldier. It hits on a 4, 5, or 6. And that is a 5, and it looks like a 2. So that's a single hit.
One
Okay.
hit.
Take that into
I'm-
any of yours.
I'm keeping count. Oh, just now?
Yep,
Yeah.
because you do
Oh, right,
one
as we
box
go
at a
down.
time. Yeah.
All right, down we go.
Okay, next one. That is going to be,
6 die.
they all hit on 5s, so we'll go ahead and roll 6. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There were
this
4,
was
there
a
were
5 or a 6, yeah. So that's 4 hits, which is going to be
Sorry,
all but
Merca.
1 health of damage.
Keeping that.
Yowza,
jet.
yowza.
Okay, and now the jet.
Just like to throw it out there, the Middle East has not been hit at all for anybody who's keeping
Because we're
score.
homies.
Yeah, we're buddies.
Like,
we haven't
unofficially,
like,
though.
Don't
done
worry,
a
don't
pact,
worry.
but-
It's going to happen. All right, so this jet fires at a 4, 5, 6 single die for America, and they do not get it. And then the North Korean jet does not gets 1 hit. Yep, so it hits on a 4, 5, or 6.
North Korea takes over
North
the
Korea
West
takes
Coast.
over
Wow.
America. Our nightmare.
We knew it was coming.
It's not Los
Red
Angeles.
Dawn 2012.
Not
In
Los
LA.
Angeles anymore, baby.
All right, so that's North Korean's action. Yeah, those were
Pyongyang
those.
2, the return of Pyongyang.
Well, we get some cool movies out of it.
Yeah, it was Red Dawn 2012.
No. They've taken over Hollywood,
Oh,
so
I
we're
see,
gonna get some
I
like,
see.
here's why North Korea's the best, but with like Zack Snyder directing.
All right, well, Mike, that was your
Ooh.
North Korean action, so go ahead and move with Russia
Slow-mo.
and China.
That's a
Okay, so
slow-mo.
Russia is going to fight, get rid of NATO here. So I'm going to do a small campaign into Central.
All right.
And this guy's going to shoot from outside. One of these guys is going to fly in, and this guy's going to shoot from outside, and one of these tanks is going to go in. All right, small campaign.
Okay. Let's bring them on over.
This one too.
Drones.
Mike, is this your personal nightmare?
These little chits, yeah.
These
it's
tiny
I am
chips
in
with
hell.
giant hands.
I am in hell. These 2 are outside. That one's inside.
Cool. Okay, let's start at the top of the order then. There are 6 dice getting shot, hitting on 5 or 6. Oh, excuse me. 5 or 6 from the Russians.
Bird's eye baby.
That's 2, 3 hits.
Yeah, baby.
Ben, come on, man. You can't be that partisan here. Don't say nice.
I'm sorry, just it's a good roll.
Thanks, Ben. I know who you're rooting for. Mother Russia.
All right. So now I'll fire my 3 first, which the jet hits on a 4, 5, 6. That's not a hit. My drones hit on a 5 or 6. Those are not hits. Oof. All
NATO
right.
sucks.
Your tank's actually down there. So this next drone hits on a 5 or a 6.
Wow.
No hits in the drone
It's like
territory.
drones just suck.
All right, now you got 4 shots.
If only
from
there were men
tanks.
flying them.
5 or 6. Nope.
Okay.
Ah!
Occupation remains.
All we did was kill one thing. But
Yep.
not even.
No, you just hurt everything. All right.
Classic Russia.
I guess that counts.
That's your turn.
Especially his feelings.
China's going to move into.
You already did a small campaign here, right?
No,
Didn't you just small campaign
didn't
right
already.
here?
Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do one action as a player that involves.
But you could take
No,
the
you're
full
right.
campaign
You're right.
action, which would let you do
Yeah.
all of your.
Which, though, to be clear, you have to dedicate all of the fights before you roll any of them.
Oh yeah. So
You can't see the result of one before committing other battles. So.
Got it. Okay, that's right.
Yes. All right. So now it is NATO's turn, and I feel like NATO with ISIL needs to do something big here.
I agree.
You're right that the Arab League has not really taken any casualties yet.
None.
And as far as new territory goes, Russia and China are the only ones that have taken anything new, I think.
Mhm.
Nah, and nice North Korea took this, but
Mhm.
that's not worth points for anyone.
Well, it's worth negative points for somebody.
That's true. Yeah, you got that. That's accurate.
Thanks, Mike.
A point away from another person is a point for everyone else.
All right. Jeez Louise. Let's fight. And I gotta take that. I'm committed to this battle. I'm gonna continue the fight. Finish the fight. All right. Mission accomplished. Let's send this person from Norway. These are all here. Is that right?
the rocket trucks.
One rocket truck is here, one is there, the other one is in
Okay.
here. Everything else is in here.
there. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's what we're doing. We are going to attack this northwest Russia, here up in St. Petersburg.
What?
We're gonna have this jet fly out of Greenland, going 1, 2, picking up this soldier, 3, 4 into here.
Whoa,
Love it.
This thing going into there,
Love
the
it.
super soldier going into there.
Love it.
Okay,
Okay.
and that'll be that combat. I'm abandoning
So-
Norway, I'm sure, much to my
These two,
terrible idea, but
the ship included.
Can I defend
No.
it with the ship?
no, because I'm not attacking that territory. All right.
F you, man.
Okay, so these two. There we go.
You could attack with your ship, but then I could defend with my ship?
I'm not sure. I'm not attacking with my ship, so I'll look it up in a sec. But I'm not attacking with that ship right now.
There you go.
Okay.
Those guys are all hurt. Oh, not all. No, those are the guys on the other side.
No.
Those guys are all freshies.
Fresh of death.
There and super soldier. Okay. My commando is gonna fire 4, 5, 6. That is a 6. That's 1 hit. So go ahead and take a damage.
Definitely nuking NATO after this.
Okay. Then my rocket
Wait,
battery.
what do these guys hit on?
Oh, sorry. They should be 1 lower. They hit on a 5 or 6.
And these guys hit on
Same thing.
5 or 6.
Yeah, they're basically equivalent in this
it.
instance. But yeah, he should be in here. All right, my rocket battery, 5 or 6. No hits. Your rocket battery,
God!
2 hits.
2 hits.
I'll
NATO.
kill that guy. All right,
I thought you cared about human life.
I do.
Please pick
Not
a
in this
Please
instance.
pick a robot.
No, there are. This is okay. The shit, just to not complicate the game too much, is just using the robot stats or the rocket stats. It's actually a bunch of people with rockets.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is actually more humans than that. To be clear,
All right,
I
so
just want that to be known.
Still saving lives.
All right, so this is firing on a 5 or 6. No hit. My rocket hits, or my airplane hits on a 4, 5, or 6. That is a 5, so it's 1 hit. Okay, back to the territory.
Okay.
And now ISIL gets to do a thing.
Thank God Isil's here.
Said nobody.
Said NATO at this time.
Okay.
All right. ISIL is going to, I think, maybe fire a nuke. No, there are a lot of nukes. They can buy one, I guess. Or maybe I'll just take the terror action again. I'm going to take the terror action.
Actually, the terroir.
The terroir.
French.
Yeah. Where are you going to terrorize?
Or unrest. If I unrest here, that could just get rid of these potentially.
For what it's
No.
worth, they have better luck. If you're trying to get rid of my stuff, they have better luck with terror
Right, because I'm in there.
because they're in there.
And
So
you have
you'll
way
certainly
more-
get rid of one of those.
Yeah.
Sure. Actually, yeah, because I wouldn't even. I can't
Right.
fail, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I'm just going to do terror here and kill one of those.
Okay.
And another unrest. That territory is not in a good mood right now.
No.
And that's what I do with ISIL. So, go
Okay.
ahead, Kate.
Israel's pissed.
Remember, you can do reinforcements too to get some of your.
But I need to do the same
Legions of-
action for both. Or I need to...
Yeah,
Right.
if you
Correct.
reinforce one,
right.
the other
You,
also
yeah, you don't get a
reinforces.
Correct.
special Israel action.
Do I have to take the same action for both?
Yeah, you
yeah,
can't
you
split
get,
it
you
up.
get one action.
Yep.
Okay. What I guess I'm asking is hypothetically. You love my word hypothetically. If I did total war with Israel, do I have to do it with the USA or can I pass and not do anything?
You move as many units as you want to for the war. So you could do total war and only have Israel attack.
Okay.
But because they only have this one nation anyway, I guess if you want to split them up.
Right. If you want to attack multiple territories,
you have
Okay.
to total war.
you have to total war.
Yep.
Regardless.
All right. Israel is going to declare total war on Russia.
Okay. So attack whatever territories you desire that you can reach. Now,
How does...
I
okay.
will tell you,
Yeah.
Israel can't reach that much right now.
Yeah, you're right.
They can move through Turkey and Iran.
I could declare total war on the Middle East. We're sick of your shit.
Yeah, so if you attack from the Middle East, you could attack multiple territories.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Because you still can only pass through friendly or unoccupied
That's true.
territories.
We're gonna do the Middle East.
All right. What are you total warring?
Definitely this.
Yeah,
So
you
unrest.
move your guys first.
I know. I'm just saying. So unrest, your strength goes down,
I
correct?
think everyone's strength goes
Yeah,
down.
I think
Including-
combat's just worse.
Oh, including myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unrest in combat. If a territory with unrest has combat, unrest is placed in tier 5 of the combat box and it hits on a 6.
Okay.
Each hit causes 1 strength loss in each player in the territory. So
the
I guess
unrest could
unrest
potentially
doesn't matter.
harm both of us.
Including the attacker.
Okay.
It cannot be a casualty. It is only removed by the civil action.
Okay.
You could also attack these neutral things like Turkey, but then they are up for diplomacy for others.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I feel like I need to diplomatize next turn. 'cause
Same.
Mike having China is also a top
Fucked
thing.
me up. And then I'm gonna move the rest of my guys into here.
Okay.
Which
Which
was-
one would you like to resolve first?
And Israel
We'll go
is
with,
connected.
we'll go with
And
this
then
one
who are
here.
you? The U.S.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Well, yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm Israel.
Israel's the only one fighting.
Israel's separate, yeah.
So.
So Jordan.
There. All right. So Jordan being resolved first.
I did 2 campaigns did a campaign with China and with Russia.
Do all these reset
Yeah,
after the
my
turn?
Mm-hmm.
Our satellites?
Yeah, those should all be
Yeah,
back.
they
in the-
all go back.
Is this my Russian one? Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
All
Russia
right.
doesn't have much money.
All right.
You spent a bunch getting China.
Yes.
So.
But then I got a bunch of China.
Okay. So Super Soldier first hits on a 4, 5, or 6. That's a 5 and a 4.
2
It's
hits.
2 hits to the Arab League.
That was 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay, Rocket Barrage, 5 or 6. It's a 5. 1 hit to Israel.
That's you.
That's me. Hi, everybody. All right.
Okay, now we're going to go left to right here.
Yep.
So Jet hits on a 4, 5, 6. It's a 5.
1 hit to the Arab.
No. Take
not
one
yet.
battery. Take
Well,
one
we
battery.
actually,
Yeah.
we actually have to resolve all these first. I don't
The
know why I said
battery
that
already
already.
shot.
So keep track of your hits. You have 1 so far.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's fair.
Next one, single hit. Does not.
Okay.
And no hit. So it is 1 hit to, against the Arab League.
Okay.
Okay. Down here, tank fires 1, hits on a 5 or a 6, gets a 1. That's it. That's combat.
Okay.
Now, next territory that you're battling in. Let's return these all to Jordan.
All right.
You Slide some
The
over
one,
there.
just as a side note, the one big difference here
I'm gonna
between this and
make
Risk
myself
is you don't just keep going until somebody's gone.
Right.
And that really changes things. Like now there's just a whole bunch of territories that I have guys in my territories, and it's like, I'm not gonna
Get
do
out of my
anything.
territory,
I'm not gonna
guy.
do
It
anything.
actually reminds me of the combat from Civilization,
Oh, really?
where
Sure.
sometimes you gear up for this big combat, and then it sort of works out to like that didn't
Nothing.
change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because in Civ, each territory has a unit limit.
Okay.
Right.
And combat stops once you're at that unit limit. It doesn't matter the makeup of the units. All right, so Space Laser is not shooting.
You don't have space lasers.
Yes. If that was in there, it shouldn't have been.
Which does remind me.
Oh, you're right. I had to do it at the beginning. My apologies.
Yeah, you
No,
would have
can't
to
do it.
research
You need the
space
space
lasers.
lasers tech.
That'll
Satellites
let you
only
shoot
shoot down nukes. Otherwise,
Yep.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
All right, so
Apologies.
these guys firing. First two from the Arab League, 5 or 6. It's one hit,
Huzzah!
and Israel, same deal. That's
All
okay.
right.
One hit to each of you, so take them from wherever you want.
okay. Why did you flip mine?
Is that
No, you defender
You
chooses. Okay, so down here, that's going to be a 5 or 6. That is a
Alright.
5, and Israel. Okay, so Israel gets to hit once.
yes?
So pick your
You're
hit.
Israel.
I am Israel, and it's
So-
only in this box.
It's anyone.
It's
Any of them?
but you're Israel. You're the Israel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
flipping
you got
around
to
shits.
remove one of your
They're
dudes.
just flipping around shits.
Oh, you're hitting me. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
My brain got mixed up.
I have been
Okay.
mixing up my phrasing a little
Yes.
bit.
No apologies.
so-
That's me. Okay.
All right, so Arab League takes a shot.
Tank v tanks.
No hits by the Arab League, and now Israel gets no hits as well.
Okay.
And now 3 dudes. Total 6 dice for the Arab League here.
Hits on a 6.
Hits on a 6. That is 1 hit.
Okay.
And Israel is gonna fire. Oh boy, my goodness! Caught the top of
The
it.
tower fell.
1 hit. Okay, so each
Okay.
of you take 1 hit
Okay.
from any unit you want.
And then back to.
Again,
Sorry.
not you.
Oh heavens.
She just wants to kill your drone.
Yeah,
I
that's
really do.
fine.
All right, and then we go back.
Yep. Now everyone go home.
Back to Egypt.
Were those the only 2 combats?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then James. Is your turn?
Yeah, that's true.
That was Israel invading. I don't blame Israel, I guess. They tried to get
You know what?
nuked,
Leave
like-
those things here because I'm going to take the total war action and
Where else are you going to fight?
I'm going to fight in Egypt where all my dudes are.
So we're putting those all back.
Yeah.
Okay. So
those
for
four.
me.
Yeah. that's
Yeah.
those. Where else?
And then I'm going to take this guy on a boat, this guy on a plane.
Ooh.
Attacking Nate. Wow, spreading out here, huh?
Yep.
France.
Uh-huh.
He likes,
And
he likes champagne.
I don't, so good. Take it.
You've just been over there like, this is all you have to drink?
this is the only thing.
Like they're water fountains.
Yeah. Like, God. just
So
drink
drunk and
anything other than-
dehydrated.
Other than champagne.
And where else?
Delicious.
You have
French.
That's
3
it.
combats
Egypt.
happening.
And
Oh, you're not doing up here. That's just as
I guess
as
I
existing as it
could.
is.
Jordan.
yeah, I'll do Jordan afterwards too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like
like a
starting
lot
with
of
Egypt.
shrugging.
Yeah.
All right.
Throwing your hands
yeah.
up.
All right, we're
Whatever.
back here to Egypt. So the Arabs shoot first, no hit. Israel shoots next, no hit. Down here, it's 2, 5 or 6. That's 1 hit. 4, the Arabs successfully hit once. Israel.
No, they
Should
only
not have rolled
only
twice,
roll
but
one
Sorry,
die.
you're right. That was my fault.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Okay,
They were
so-
both a miss, so I will. Actually, what do you think? Should I re-roll it?
No,
I think
Yeah,
that's okay.
leave it.
I'm
2
fine with
misses,
it.
fine.
So
Yep,
you
they
took
were
your
both
damage.
misses.
Go ahead.
I just took my
here.
damage.
So it's 2 now for the Arabs, no hits. 1 die. Roll for Israel, which does not hit. And here's 2 for the troops there, nothing. And 5 now. Over here.
Come on,
5.
5.
So 6s, and you got 2 actually.
Ooh.
2 6s. So 2
Oh,
damage.
nice.
Kate,
2 damage
Take 2
to-
damage.
Alright, sorry, buddy.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Do we want to do Jordan
Back
next?
to Egypt.
Yeah.
All right,
We
I'll
do
grab
Jordan
all
next.
the Jordanites.
Jordan.
For a time check, we are rounding 9 o'clock. So I was saying before 10 rounds or 10 p.m. is our.
Yeah,
is our
another
Sounds
cutoff.
an hour
like
left.
10 p.m. will certainly.
Certainly hit.
Yeah,
We're on round
We're on 3.
Three.
Right,
Yeah.
this is about to be.
Holy crap.
This definitely strikes me as I'm playing it as like an all day.
Oh,
Actually,
for sure.
Ben, can you do the Home Alone cam for me? So I can go,
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Ah! Can you zoom it? No.
Nah, it's unfortunately not.
Alright. Oh, right. There's
yeah.
that super soldier. That's button 1 fighting Jordan.
All right, Super Soldier shoots
Only on
first.
round 3.
4, 5, 6.
That'd be round
When you're playing live too, you take a little more time explaining stuff.
We'd be on round
But-
4 by now, right?
All right, that's
Nope.
not a hit. Next here, this jet is actually in this
Oh,
area.
right.
It's not a super jet.
not.
So that hits on a 5, 6, does not hit. All right, the jet now. 4, 5, 6, no hits.
Wow.
Drone, no hit,
It's very
and
slow.
another drone. That is 1 hit from the Arabs to Israel.
Okay.
So take 1 hit. And finally, tank. 1 hit.
Tank.
1 hit.
Man.
Tank.
All right, back to
You know what?
Jordan.
Israel's trying. They're going out
Israel's
with
trying
dignity.
real hard.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Okay, and finally, NATO getting bum rushed. Let's get these in their
You said
appropriate
bum.
boxes.
If we had bums, they'd be allowed to go at their own pace.
Okay, it's not looking good for NATO right now. Let's have NATO take a shot. It's 2. No hits. All right. Well, NATO, you tried.
guy was sleeping.
The ship fires 5 or 6. No.
I got a missile battery
4,
in France.
5,
It's
or
definitely
6 for the
snoozing.
jet. That's,
Oh!
2 hits.
I'm just gonna quit right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
That's dead.
Wow.
Okay.
The Middle East has taken France.
That guy was sitting in a
Yeah.
bistro in Paris. He was supposed to be manning that
Look,
missile. And he was like,
like
whatever.
a ton of the French-speaking parts of the Middle East was like, let's just cut out the middle.
What is the point?
All right. Well, that was your turn, right?
Yep. Which means
That was a very fast round.
All right, it's finally turn 4. Wow, okay, that was a quick
All right,
round.
I'm going to try it. I'm just going.
ISIL goes to
To America, and
America.
North Korea goes to me.
Oh, thank God.
Use them wisely, NATO.
Think
Yeah,
of who's
yeah.
hit you and who hasn't.
It's also a consideration of where they're here now.
Damn it.
Where else can they go?
I understand. They're still
Mexico,
over there
maybe?
still?
Yeah, no, they can make it direct.
They could go to Mexico.
That's true. They could go back. Yeah.
Yeah, I need NATO needs
okay.
allies.
Do you score points at the end of the game? Like, if you have a pact at the end of the game, does your team score points?
Oh.
It doesn't suggest that, no.
Okay.
So it's just like temporary alliances, and then
Kinda.
the end is your own.
Yeah,
points.
so for pacts, let me see here. Okay, no, you actually do divide points. Players in pacts that share a territory divide points in that territory equally.
Oh, interesting.
But that is really it for pacts.
Okay, so no one is officially called a pact.
No, there will be one winner.
Okay,
But I mean,
Okay.
you could take a spiritual victory if you and your buddy win.
that's true.
We are going to do small campaign in Thailand.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
dun.
So you don't really have to move your units over here. I'm just gonna roll against you then.
That's fine.
So
I have a bunch of guys.
So first hit is first from a neutral. We don't even need to switch to the combat cam for this, I don't think. So
No problem.
On a hit of 5 or 6, you take 1 hit. Go ahead.
Ah, man.
Tanks come next. And also on a hit of 5 or 6, no. And finally a troop hits on a 6, does not get it.
All right. Success.
Successfully into Thailand, which has some rare minerals, so you'll get some good
Gems.
taxation.
Gems.
Gemstones.
Gems, moon
Gems.
sapphires.
And that small campaign was for both of them sometime.
Okay, great. Let's have NATO. NATO needs to do something big here. Okay,
That's what you said last time.
it is, but I'm doubly saying it because I'm gonna, I think, drop some nukes.
Yes.
I think nukes come
Yes.
first.
Fine
Allies
with that.
come second.
I'm fine with that. I have,
So-
nukes. I have nukes to drop.
I'm gonna have North Korea fire a nuke first, and they're gonna fire at China. Actually, 1, 2, 3. They can actually fire here, so they will.
I just got that.
You did. Now I'm going
You
to
did.
have. So they have 3. They have 1 nuke left.
That's actually.
Oh, that was the last
final
one.
nuke.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have NATO fire a nuke, so you can knock NATO down 1 step. We're kind of in the middle. We have 13 left. I could just nuke my own territory and then clean it up later.
Problem
you don't
solving.
Have that much that can defend there. You're these 2
Strategic.
jets.
I gotta say, if the Arab nation took over France, I think they would just nuke.
I feel like they would, right?
Actually, you know what? No. You do have. I guess it's the same amount here to defend. No, that'll defend too. Yeah, let's do it. I'm nuking France.
Sure.
Kate,
I'm
you get
nuking.
a nuke with the USA and a nuke with Israel.
I do, and
ISIL's out.
they have range, full range, right? USA does.
Yes. Israel, I think, has
It's 3. Okay.
3 from their home territory.
100% nuking China as well.
Oh, come on.
Oh, shocking!
Yeah.
And then
Jeez.
Israel.
Yeah, 3
And
from
is
their home
regions
territory.
these gray lines,
It's
correct?
it's any divided area. So 1, 2, 3, or
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1,
Yeah.
2, I guess. But yes.
Bums.
1, 2. I'm gonna nuke.
Greece.
No, come on, stay away from NATO.
No, I'm gonna nuke.
Think of NATO is like your inspiration here for nuking.
I'm gonna nuke the Black Sea with the Russians in it.
They're actually in Crimea.
They're in Crimea.
Crimea?
You're gonna nuke
No.
Crimea?
Nuke 'em. It's money for them.
Do you know how many nukes the U.S. has right now?
It's actually interesting because you can
57.
That's actually
Im-
58.
58.
Israel's.
Israel's goes down 2. Or 1, I mean.
one spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have 2 left.
They're almost
Share some
Okay,
news, guys.
go ahead. Arab League.
I actually
You're
don't
out.
think they went.
Yeah, I think you're out anyway.
Yeah.
You shot
I
one.
actually think that Israel should only have 1 left.
Okay.
Because they nuked the first time around.
Yeah.
True.
Arab League.
I
You
can't
can't. No nukes from them. So Russia and China. Drop your nukes.
You drop the nuke.
Where should I nuke, Jimmy?
China, probably.
Yeah. I like the,
What are you guys,
the,
friends here?
the unspoken ally agreements that have
I don't
happened.
know. New York City.
Now remember, at the end of any turn, you guys could form an official pact if
Yeah.
you desire.
New York City. Would be-
Newark?
I heard
Newark?
that too.
Yeah. Newark, New York.
It
One
would,
on
hit,
Newark.
it would definitely hit both.
One on
Let's
Newark.
be real.
One on New York.
Newark, New York.
Newark's unique.
The Iberian Peninsula looks promising to nuke.
Wait, where's that?
No, it doesn't. Come on, you kidding me? They
Uh,
have 2 units. The only 2 units there can defend. And then what? Then what?
What happens if you just like nuke India? Let's say.
There's nothing there.
I know, but I'm just.
Would you
like,
be able to?
Well, I know that you can invade these, but then like they pop into the game. all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
I think maybe my guess would be for the sake of right now,
Yeah.
there's nothing there to fight. Because it hasn't entered the game. I guess you could be a total D-bag, but...
Yeah,
Be a
Stat,
waste of
sorry,
nuke,
retaliation is a B, but you're nuking me, I'm nuking you.
Were you saying something, Ben?
I just said that we wasted
No,
a
actually-
nuke, right? If no one's
It
there.
would be.
I guess,
Actually,
yeah,
see here,
yeah.
you can shoot it down. Here, these guys are toast.
Yeah. What's in Greece? Nothing.
They're toast.
Alright.
I mean, yes,
Then-
these are better units, but please.
You could. This has the same lack of defensive capability.
Yeah, I'm doing that as well. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
This is some
Scott.
What is this, man? Come on, you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't
Alright.
joke around.
Okay, I do want to get rid of this.
Wow.
So that'd be an American nuke, and that'd be all I have, I guess. Or do I target another spot that's maybe vulnerable to nukes? I could take a risk and fire at this guy.
Sorry.
That'd be a 4. You'd have 2 dice rolls to potentially kill it, otherwise he just gets blown up.
No, that's a super soldier, so it costs like $1 billion to get
Yeah,
back. No,
that's
it's only 5.
They're $5.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
to
You just don't
replace.
have many tokens.
Right.
They're piece limited more than they're money limited.
Right.
This is not a final placement. I'm just thinking.
Your hand came off a bit.
No handsy backsies.
Frank.
Let's do another here. I do want to. I want to get rid of those guys that came in.
All
I
right.
think that'll be the easiest.
I've
way for
got
me
2, right?
to. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Israel's 1 remaining, and then
Drop me down 1 on that and 1 on that.
drop America down 1, or not America,
Mhm.
NATO as 1.
I'm gonna drop...
Where do I put my last?
I've got 2 nukes.
Because you each get 1 more. Is that right?
Yeah, there's only 1 left.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you'll get it.
Dropping these 2 on this Chinese area.
God
Okay.
damn it, leave me alone.
Israel can't reach that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. 3
Okay.
range.
Fair enough.
You don't need to nuke with Israel, but then Mike would get 2 nukes.
Right.
No, drop
Okay.
it over here.
Yeah, don't nuke with Israel, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll use it wisely, don't
What do you
worry.
guys? There's 2 rocket batteries.
2
Yeah.
nukes on New York. Actually, I might nuke Chicago.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any units.
Yeah, that doesn't. kill those
Nuke
guys.
York.
Everything can. Oh, in Chicago, yeah, nothing will. That'll
We
get
don't
blown
have
up.
any defenders.
Yeah. Israel's out of nukes.
I guess
That's
that's
fine.
satellites, but
And another.
Can you take my
so
US down
that
1
was
for nukes?
Drop 1 off at
I did.
Russia.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
Nuke
great.
and party,
Let's do it
party.
again. Let's go west-east, starting with Chicago, which gets blown up unless you want to use satellites.
I'm gonna use all 3.
Ooh,
Ooh,
protecting Chicago.
defending Chicago with all your might.
Okay.
Damn right.
So Chicago's got a
I
tank.
do
and
think
3
that's the only
civilians.
place she's.
It's the only place I'm
really
vulnerable.
attacked.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be 6 dice on the satellites on a 4, 5, or 6. 1, 4, 5, or 6.
Come on.
It is stopped.
Bad roll, bad roll.
That's
Bye.
several 4s.
Plenty of
So
4s.
blown up. No problem. Okay. Great.
Forgot about
Nothing going on
satellites.
there. So continuing on, we have 2
Wrigley
nukes
Field
here.
lives on.
So 2 nukes getting dropped here in France. The relevant defending units are these 2 dudes here. Which means if it blows up, something is still 2 things that
Would
are
you
on the
like to
ground.
use
I would
satellites?
love to use satellites.
Okay.
But you don't have any
I
satellites.
don't have satellites.
You want one of
Well, yeah,
mine?
I would love to use one of your satellites.
What are you gonna give me for one of those?
Well,
Is that not an official pact?
No,
No.
he can.
You
He
people
can let me
disallow
use.
satellites.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're getting nuked in like 100 places, Mike. Can you really afford those
Yeah,
satellites?
that's true.
I can't, but I didn't know if there's any. There's really nothing he can offer me, right?
Right.
Yeah,
No.
a
Promise-
handshake agreement.
Promises.
Yeah. All right. If there's no exchange, no cultural exchange going on between
Sure.
Russia and.
All right, let's
Yeah.
roll to see if I shoot them down.
Yep. So you need 4, 5, or 6 to hit.
That's fine. I get 4 chances for that.
You hit 1.
Okay.
So
But it still does
the other
damage
one hits the
'cause-
ground
And
and it
destroys.
destroys everything. So it doesn't matter that you killed 1, because the other one lands and everything does.
France is back.
It's just irritated.
France is not back. France is the opposite of back.
France is unoccupied, but at what cost?
Okay.
Sacre boom!
Continuing on.
I don't know, radiated
let's
I
see
guess
these
sure.
ones.
Yeah.
But I'll just take them off.
Okay, because there's no one there to
Right.
defend. So this in I can't there's a glare on there for me. What does it say?
Maghreb.
Maghreb. That drops some radiation. Going over here now to Crimea. I think they're all regular.
Why are you skipping over all of your nations that
Yeah.
are east to west?
Because these are gonna get blown up. So no, they're not gonna get blown up.
You
They're gonna
have-
get defended.
Right. You have 1 satellite.
I do have 1
Why don't
satellite.
you start with that? Why don't you start with Greece there?
Let's see. Yeah. Well, more it's which one do I want to
Try to save.
try and save? Greece or I think.
I think your southeastern is better.
Southeastern has 1 more unit.
Yeah,
It
you're
does.
better off
Yeah,
with
I'm
that.
also thinking strategically, like Ukraine can punch into here. You can get to here more easily through Belarus. This you have to take a boat, which is there are boats, but yeah, I'm gonna let this one get destroyed.
Greece is the least.
Greece is the least, unfortunately.
Southeastern is.
Okay,
And then
so this
put
other
a
place.
Devastation.
Yeah, put devastation in Greece,
You want to try with your satellite?
and then I'm gonna try the satellite. So it's one
Oops, sorry.
nuke versus 1 space boy.
In the ring on Sunday.
Yeah, this is a war games match going here. And I need a 4, 5, or 6.
Ah, damn.
Dude,
Straight miss.
Bad news for Southern Europe here.
Bad, very bad news for Southern
That
Europe.
is in Europe.
Yeah, it's true. France is also pretty
Not
devastated.
looking good.
No, NATO needs to rebuild. NATO needs to rebuild quickly.
And get some,
Right.
you gotta get the mops out, man.
Yeah.
Clean up.
All right, Crimea just gets blown up unless you want to use a satellite.
I want to use a satellite.
1 or 2 or 3.
Hold on, what's in
Yes.
Crimea? A lot of guys, right?
3
You have
ground troops.
This
three.
is
I
3
think it's just
troops.
3. Yeah,
Does
3
that got
soldiers.
does that have a star? No.
Crimea is not a lot going on here.
And I've got a lot of defending I need to do with important.
1,
You
2,
just let it
3.
get-
All right, these Crimea guys just get
All right, just
get
blown up.
toasted.
Just blown out of. I was gonna say the sky, but out of Crimea. Yeah. So now we have nuclear waste all over. We're not done either. So what is here in China?
Okay.
We've got.
The battery.
So it
Just
is
2 guys. 2 batteries. 2
2 batteries, 2 dudes. So 1 thing will get hurt here. Let's go ahead and roll 4 dice for this. 5 or 6, baby.
Run. Yes.
Oh, wow.
All right, so 1 thing is destroyed though. So pick 1 of these 4
You know
units.
who it is.
The
You know-
people.
You know it's the person.
All right, and we have down there now these 2 nukes.
The nuke landed, didn't blow up, and he jumped on it.
So all you have defending there right now is the jet. You have 3 satellites. I suspect.
Jet and all 3, please.
Okay. So first 3 satellites. That is 6 dice.
Woo.
2,
Where does
4,
this jet
6.
go here?
There we go. There
You
you
got
go.
a pretty good chance there.
All right. Yeah, you need 2 hits on these 6 dice. Pretty easy. Each one is a 50-50 shot. And
You definitely got it.
Yeah. Blown out of the sky. No further damage. Okay. I'll let you put these in the used area, and then this jet.
All of
Goes
our
back.
satellites were used for sure.
They were. All right.
Okay.
So that is every nuke, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Kate, it is your turn.
Okay. We are hitting.
Oh, actually, sorry. That was my North Korean nuke. I still have my.
Oh, you didn't do NATO yet, right?
You nuked with North Korea? They didn't have any nukes left, I thought.
You did NATO.
You're right. I didn't
NATO.
nail. So you're right. You're right.
Right.
No,
So now you have a North Korea.
Now it's North Korea.
Yes, that's right.
Let's. I think I need to attack China more.
Don't do it. Pact.
Or-
Want to do pact?
Is that the magic word with you?
Whatever you need.
Pact.
You're like a billionaire who tries to pay people off, but you don't have money. You just know what a pact is.
Just friends. We're just friends.
Let's have North Korea push through China. Because what is this? 2 tanks and a drone, right? Yeah, 2 tanks and a drone versus 4 ground soldiers, and I could also march those batteries in.
You could fire adjacently.
That's true. They could also just fire adjacently.
Oh yeah.
I can defend with boats too, so.
You cannot defend
That's
it.
if I'm
What?
attacking the boat tank.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. But I'm not.
No,
I'm
you
not
are.
attacking
Oh,
it.
no. You're...
Okay, I have all these guys here in America, which is cool. Let's
Yeah, go into America.
let's do total war with North Korea. North Korean
It's
total
going
war.
everywhere.
So we are gonna finish attacking Manchuria with these guys firing adjacently,
Okay.
and then we're gonna have these guys.
I thought we were like silent
Hey,
butts this whole.
You're
Hey.
about to get North Korea for what it's worth.
You are about to get North Korea,
You just
and-
have them leave. You
and
can actually have them all attack Canada.
I don't even know if I'm attacking you here because they can go back that way.
That's true.
And they are going to. I guess they can't. They would have to go. What's that upper sea there? The East Siberian Sea?
Correct.
That's right.
There's nothing in there.
Nope.
So they can easily move right through the East Siberian Sea,
They can.
which means I can ignore all those ships over there.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that. So these are going to partially leave America. This is going to carry.
I like that.
The super soldier has unlimited range, so he doesn't have to be carried. Neither does this.
Just the rocket.
I'm going to carry this tank out with this, and then I'm going to have these 2 follow suit. Into
I love all
here.
of the satellites having been used.
Man, come on.
Let's go in there and dropping him off. All right, so that's the setup. So those are the 2 places Korea's fighting, here and here. Let's do the China one first.
Not into this.
A bunch of boys, and they're all strength 1, and then these 2 firing from their home territory.
Shout out to Nate, by the way, on the artwork for the super soldiers. If I'm looking correctly, it looks like the guns are being held up by giant rib cages. They're like, or bones. I don't know if you meant to do that, but it's super cool.
So we can get a shot of that here in the combat box.
Yeah. It's also in the rules. It looks.
It's the same art as this
Oh,
bottom
yeah.
tier.
Oh, that's cut off though there. But it looks like on the rule when you actually see it, it looks like a rib cage.
Yeah.
And if it's
Yeah.
not meant to be, that's
Some
how I
sort of
took it, and I
torso
like
gun.
it.
Yeah, I'll say the art in all of the like Blast City or Emperors of Eternal Evil releases are wild.
Yeah.
They're great. Like
very Pink
it's certainly.
Floyd.
I mean, like the shirt you're wearing, Jimmy, the Turtle Man
Turtle
shirt
Man.
from Sea Evil is it's very nice art.
I love it.
Okay, anyway, so I'm having these rocket barrages fired from adjacent territory. They're each strength 2, so I'll be rolling 4, and I need a 5 or a 6. That is 2 5s, so that's going to be 2 hits to your dudes here, Mike,
Nice.
before combat continues on.
It's bad for Mike.
Lighten you up. Yeah, it's
It's very bad. V-bad.
losing your tank.
No,
Or take a hit on the tank, take
Take
someone
a-
else out.
what does the tank hit on?
5
5
6.
or 6.
And what does this hit on?
Also 5 6.
So it's all the same.
Yeah. Sorry, no, tanks should be here also, but they still have a 5 or 6.
Oh, they're here? Okay, then
Yeah,
that
tanks
makes
are one lower.
that makes it easier. Then I'm definitely gonna get rid of this tank.
Okay, so your 2 strength tank went down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now your drone shoots. 5 or 6 does not hit. Tank hits 5 or 6 does not hit. And now these North Korean boys hitting on 6s. No hits.
Thank God.
Okay, so let's scoot all those back.
Okay, where
to
were they at?
Manchuria.
Manchuria. Okay.
Let you slide those
So
on
those were
over.
2s. Those are 1s. All
Not
those.
Manchuria.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
never
Manchuria.
mind. I forgot
Manchuria.
we're doing Total War.
And
These
then
guys are ones.
the next combat is up top there. Mike, you're grabbing those.
I got him too. And this guy
Jet.
back.
Super jet.
Sorry, these
This guy.
rockets were in
Oh.
North Korea
In
proper.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. That's right. They were on the
Yes,
border.
and super
Okay.
soldier. Okay, well let's start at the top of the order here. Super Soldier, 4, 5, 6. That's a 5. That's 1 hit to you. Take it anywhere you desire, my friend.
I'm so mad at you.
I'm mad at you, man. You're attacking me here. You're nuking all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Hold on, actually. Wait, what? So what did these hit on? I'm sorry.
4, 5, 6 for the plane, 5, 6 for the barrage.
So the barrage.
Barrage has the advantage of firing from adjacent,
But not in this instance.
in this instance, that is the
Yeah.
stronger unit. All right, so your super jet, your mega jet,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, or 6.
Mega jet.
1 or 2 is the only miss, and there's
Oh,
1, so I got
alright.
1 hit. And I fire with my ship there, which is a 5 or 6. I know. So I'll take a damage. It'll be on
North
this
Korea,
tank.
no!
All right, down this next level.
Why would you do the tank? Don't do the tank. I'm helping you now, but don't do the tank.
Okay, if you say
You get-
if you're not
You get more hits later if you keep it on 2.
this
take-
is gonna shoot next.
So take it off of that.
No, I'm gonna keep it on that because I can carry more this way.
You're not
this-
going to be North Korea next.
That's 1 hit. You're right, actually. You're right because I'm not gonna be North
I'm
Korea
trying to
next,
help
am I?
you.
But think of who might be North Korea next that might help.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll leave. I'm gonna leave it as is. So that's 1 hit here. We're rolling for this now. 4, 5, 6 on the jet. It's 2 hits, so you've hit me 3 times.
Ooh.
My jet hits you once, so I take 3, you take 1. I'll do 1, 2, 3.
That's the first time.
And that's it.
I've
That is
damage.
combat.
It's kind of just a bunch of jets and a super soldier.
Yep.
And that goes back to the Far East.
Far East. Okay, that was my North Korea action.
Okay. USA and Israel are back.
All right. Yep. And that was full combat, so they lose 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Yeah, nukes are certainly the action that take a long time in this game.
The U.S. is going to attack Canada, so
Okay.
that we can get it as allies.
Okay.
I don't. If
You don't get it as an ally if
I attack it
You
myself.
attack
Who gets it then?
I thought it was said that.
I thought that was true.
What
has
does the
to
card
be-
say?
it has to be another nation, right?
Yeah.
South Korea. Oh, okay.
What does the card
Um,
say?
automatically allies USA if attacked as independent. What we had figured out last time is
I thought when Nate chimed in, he said that if
could be
USA
But
attacked South.
this was also when Kate had the North Korea
I think
card.
North Korea.
So we were
attacks.
theorizing that if the U.S. player used North Korea to attack Canada,
Sure.
What's the wording on the card?
it says automatically allies USA if attacked as independent.
Yeah, so they're independent right now.
South Korea, Japan,
And
Australia,
they just-
Canada become allies if attacked as neutral. It does not say
Okay.
that the USA
I
cannot
think
attack.
the USA can attack.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'll confirm that, but
Maybe Nate can help us.
Yeah.
I think that's legit.
I could take my Israel.
The downfall is you're gonna potentially kill your allies, and Canada has very little in the way of units.
Yeah, but then I have people.
So you're saying you'd have to do the battle,
You
and
have
then
2 people.
and then maybe the meta is Canada goes, all right, we'll help you.
I guess.
Yeah, but I guess
So,
I'd be
yeah.
damaging it as it is.
You get resources then.
I would buy that. I would buy it where like basically U.S. goes, we're invading, and then Canada
It surrenders,
goes,
basically.
okay, we'll help you.
We don't want to get hurt anymore.
Sure.
Maybe I won't do that.
Yeah. For what it's worth, if you're looking for people,
Yeah.
South Korea and Japan both have a ton of troops. Canada has 2.
Okay.
Canada has two
Oh, that's Canada over
Yeah, so
there.
like you could
It's so tiny.
you could
And they both start at
you
1.
could
so
invade
they have-
Japan.
Okay.
If you invaded Japan,
Japan would be easier, and
They
I
have a lot
have.
more.
Yes. Am I allowed to do that with my boat?
yeah, you could just shoot it, right? Just fire from the shore.
I guess. Yeah.
That and then you would do minimal
I
damage.
feel like it might be late in the game to do that, though.
Why? Then you get 2 extra
Or-
spaces. That's victory.
Oh, that's
we're,
true.
We're sitting at about
it's
9:25.
Oh, okay.
You
All
get
right.
VPs
If we
out of
also
that.
want to reiterate the question,
Yes.
Nate's listening, so
Yes. Go ahead, Kate.
So, as the U.S., am I allowed to attack one of the countries that would become my ally while it's remaining neutral?
Or like Canada.
Right.
Canada,
Can the
Japan.
U.S. attack one of the neutral countries that would become their allies?
Or
so
more specifically, if U.S. attacks Canada,
Do they
will
be-
Canada become an ally
the U.S. is ally.
to the
US,
ally?
yeah.
To the ally.
South
So-
Korea, Japan, Australia, Canada become allies if attacked as neutral. It does not say specifically that the USA can't attack and get them as allies. We just want to confirm.
Sure. Great. 'Cause before we were talking about, I think, Korea, but
Yeah.
I think that I feel like it makes sense. I feel
Sure.
like they could work out. Like you said, false flag attacks. You know,
Yeah,
whatever it
that
might
makes
be.
sense to me.
Yeah, I think.
But I
both
think
would-
Japan's a better move.
that-
I would do Japan. You're right.
Because they have more units.
No, totally.
Right.
I didn't.
So
I
Mike's
was
just trying to
looking.
help out the table here and saying.
No, I mean
Yeah,
it's the
so-
first playthrough.
Great.
Okay. In lieu of
The
that.
response is, "Oh yeah."
Woo! Okay. Cool. Then the U.S. is gonna shoot Japan right there with that boat.
Cool.
Piddly pow.
So
How does it
essentially,
work if
instead
you-
of paying them, you just use brute force to force them to join you.
Yeah.
So do you want to
Yes.
set up Japan? And how much do they start with?
They start with $20 and no nukes.
And then we have to do battle, and you're just sending this boat.
Correct. And do I put all the guys?
Yep. They
Okay.
all go
Put
up.
them where you want
Japan
them.
only has the 3 territories.
Right.
So,
So you set them
Okay,
all up, and
so
then
I'll
you
set them
tell
up
me,
and tell
yeah.
me who.
Then you decide where you're going to shoot.
Okay.
Which I would suggest maybe just put like one guy.
Yeah, here, just take this guy.
This is if you are personally attacked, period,
Mm-hmm.
you are against Canada, comma, thus Canada would be bid on. That's what Nate just said.
read that again.
Okay. If you personally attacked,
Yes.
full stop, you are against Canada, comma, thus Canada would be bid on. But
Right.
USA doesn't get Japan. This is what Nate's saying right now. Hope
Okay.
does that confuse?
So, because if
I changed my mind.
'cause
I'm,
if
yeah.
you attack a neutral nation, it goes to diplomacy. Then that player gets the card, and then battle continues after they place them. So if the USA attacks Japan,
Right, I'm not attacking Canada, I'm attacking Japan.
Okay,
Forget
so,
Canada.
so if USA attacks Japan,
Yes.
you don't get Japan. Then I guess is what it sounds like he's saying now.
Okay.
Then instead it goes to the normal and neutral attacking thing, where we then bid on that country.
So would she get it if another person attacked Japan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would happen. Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
So that
So
diplomacy
now-
rule supersedes the
Okay.
USA automatically takes it.
So I might not do this then.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that checks that.
Yeah,
does
okay,
check
we'll go
it.
back.
You could do diplomacy on Japan if you wanted, and then
I
bid on it.
could.
And you do have a lot of money.
I do have a lot of money, but so does China. And I do not need China/Russia to have more power.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to focus my efforts on just attacking those that
China's
are out.
been
Okay.
stealing
Just saying,
IP for just
U.S. is attacking against Japan in this instance, making Japan up for bid.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all clear? Great.
Yep. So we're
Sorry
gonna
about
actu-
the.
No, we're gonna.
No,
That's
no,
good.
that,
That's
it's
good
super
to
helpful. It is super helpful.
Super helpful.
Ben, it's your fault.
I
Thanks for
take
ruining the game.
full responsibility.
All right, we're gonna nix that idea just now because
It's
of
just us
time
being dummies.
restrictions. If I was in a full 10 turns, I probably
Nixon.
would do that.
That idea.
No. I am going to nuke people because all the satellites are out.
Because I dropped nukes.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So remember, Israel is out of
Israel and ISIL don't have any nukes. I can do an independent ISIL move. Should I do my ISIL move first, or does it matter which turn I
You
take?
can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
This depends on where you want to nuke. Because if you do the terror action with ISIL,
Yeah,
you could potentially destroy something that could defend nukes.
that's true. I will do the terror action in
Alright. And remember, you can do it anywhere.
anywhere that
But
it's.
you
get
will
bonuses
for
if you
sure
do
destroy that if you.
That's what I'm gonna do then.
Yeah.
Because of all the
Yeah.
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 Okay. So,
bonuses.
So we just know that's gone.
Yep.
So much unrest. What country is that?
Yes, she would get
It's
it
Iraq.
if
It makes sense.
That's Iraq.
What's up, Ben?
she would get it if it auto. Wait, she would get it auto if another player attacked,
Right.
Okay.
or if she attacked with North Korea or ISIL.
Okay.
Got it.
And I can't reach it from here with ISIL, so I'm gonna take. Cool.
Alright, no,
Thanks, Nate.
so no false flag attacks. No,
Nope.
No.
That's-
Well, it is false flag. It's
Well,
also-
I guess sort of.
It's sort of
yeah.
with
She
your
uses-
allies,
But no, like,
not
hey,
the
we're
U.S.
invading you.
Right.
And
Come
now you
on.
are.
But you're gonna
Yeah,
get
the
you're
US
gonna get
will
North
just put
Korea
out a
next
different
turn,
jacket.
and you
I
could
am gonna get North
potentially-
Korea next turn. I
You
could
could
do
attack
it.
South Korea,
Or
Japan,
Japan, yep.
and
Canada.
Canada
I
in one
could.
move.
Just do
A
all
total
three.
war.
Oh my
That's
god.
true. They
Thanks for the
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah.
Okay, so
Might
No, I
ruin
don't
the
think she
game.
could attack Japan.
I
There's no
don't
boats
know
over
why
there.
she couldn't.
Because-
she could take those jets.
They would stop in the water, right? They get blocked by those boats.
Oh, sure.
fair enough. Okay, so ISIL's done. The USA
Yeah,
is gonna
true.
start nuking.
The super soldier.
Still stops in the
It
water.
would still. He doesn't have a route to there.
Does Myanmar just have one guy in it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, James.
James.
I have
You're
no.
not Mike.
I'm out of nuke money.
Where is my dude? Okay, down he goes. Mike.
Oh god. Kate, why do you force me my hand here?
I feel like
The U.S. has 60 nukes.
Yeah, more. I think.
What do you want from me?
we should confirm if the super soldier has to still chart a path.
Yeah, they just have. I mean, everything charts paths. They just have unlimited movement, or they have any range.
Yeah, to me it sort of reads as they can go wherever they want.
Okay.
But
Want to move?
Sky.
James,
What are
you can,
your?
if you want to take a look at combat,
Does
and
Scott
move
have
those-
any nukes?
I
she,
don't. Yes, I
she
do.
also could move the North Korean boat just
Sure.
right around, but
Or yeah, I guess the boat could just carry the soldier.
or just attack Japan.
All right, let's have this nuke drop.
Yeah, let me know where you're going, buddy.
I think I'm gonna drop it.
Unofficial, buddy.
See, you're gonna get to drop another one.
I am.
We'll be dropping a lot of them actually.
We will.
We should target China.
Okay.
China's got a lot of stuff going on right now. So do these guys, but China,
No,
right?
I agree.
Let's hit this joint. He's
Like,
got-
if you hadn't gotten China,
defenders.
this would have been. All right,
Okay. Mike.
Mike, you're up. You got 2.
Knock mine down 1. Knock
You only
US down
you only
1.
stop when you're
Right.
moving if the territory is fully occupied.
Right. So fully occupied, I think, is defined as
By that
you,
one group.
Like you don't have
Okay.
units there. All right. Driving both of them in America, huh? Okay.
He does not like me right now.
Mm-mm.
So let's see. So Mike, you're gonna get one more. Kate, you're gonna get one more.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get this one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, baby. Where's a good spot to go here? Let's drop one on
NATO has full range, right?
right here. Yeah, NATO has full range.
Okay.
I could just go right here, devastate that.
I don't. I mean, I do care.
Okay, we're going right there then.
All right. Fine. Sorry, Israel.
All right, Mike, last one. And that was one more from NATO, one more from USA.
Yeah.
And is this Russia or China dropping the nuke?
Yeah, I want to know.
Russia. They got more.
Okay.
Way more.
ISIL may buy nukes from other players.
Oh, interesting.
I'll say I should have sold you some nukes.
No.
Oh wait, you're not have ISIL.
I do.
Yeah, Kate's out of
I'm gonna have ISIL.
It's true. I have plenty of nukes to sell you. Where will it hurt? Where will it hurt so bad?
Yeah, I got 2 guys and a super soldier.
That super soldier can defend.
Yeah, no satellites. What I'm looking at here is like I have nothing going on here. They're all gone.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna make sure I get the east. Coast.
Damn.
All right, so
All right.
let's start over here with
Okay.
Chicago. It's destroyed. There are no satellites to defend.
Yep.
R.I.P.
All right, rest in peace. That ends the game.
We
I guess,
had
'cause
a good
we are-
run.
We've been blown up.
Because we're dead.
Yep.
All right, then
Yeah, we need to like.
over here we've
a
got
graphic.
this sucker,
Yeah, this
And
space
this
sniper is
sucker.
about to shoot these nukes
firing
out
these
here.
3 nukes.
He might. He can only get 2 of them.
All right, yeah, something's gonna get killed here. At least one thing.
Mhm.
All right,
I want all of
so
them.
4, 5, 6. That's 2 hits.
Super
But
soldiers
it moves to
are
the next
so OP.
territory. All right, this guy, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and that destroys it.
So I take
Something.
1 damage.
One thing in the territory, which is going to be
is destroyed. It's not 1 damage.
I guess it'd be any one of these things. It's
Does the boat
completely
count?
destroyed. No.
Okay. This thing.
Okay.
All right. Next. Ooh.
You hit that thing. All right. That's our nuke.
Wanna go these?
Sure. Let's do this one. So over here, this guy's out this way. So this thing will defend.
Drone.
We'll just put everything in there.
The drone defends.
And then it is this thing.
Brush. Okay.
This tank does not. It's 2 nuclear bombs being fired down here.
Okay.
So, unless one of these don't want to fire.
Israel chooses not to fire.
Okay. So not firing.
Oh, so you're going out of your way to blow yourself up. I see how it is.
Well, Scott dropped in there, and I was just like, let's go with it.
Sure.
You defending?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You defend.
Great.
So this one is destroyed. Something gets killed here.
Do I pick?
Roll the 2.
Yeah.
Because I pick
guess.
Kate's stuff. If
But doesn't he get to defend with this or not?
It might be the person dropping the bomb. Well, yeah, take a look. We'll go to the next one too. So, Israel not defending again?
Nope.
Okay, so 2 dice for this, 5 or 6. Defense.
if more than one nation is in the territory, a counter from each nation is destroyed.
All right.
So
All
okay,
of them
so
are destroyed.
you have one of these you can destroy.
Oh, yeah, you
No,
can
it
destroy
made it through here. So Israel loses one,
Okay.
or both actually.
That's
Israel
fine.
loses both. You have a tank here as well if you wanted to.
I think that was still
Or was it?
Israel, wasn't
It was kind of crowded up. Did you bring everything from
yeah,
Israel?
I thought
did.
Israel was empty.
Okay. Okay.
Israel is empty.
So you
This is here.
could keep that tank or keep one of those.
I'll
Still
keep
too
this.
Okay. Did you lose 2, Jimmy? Already?
No.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead
Give
and
me
lose.
another dude.
Lose one more. All right. Moving then over to here. They get blown up.
Yeah, they do.
Here you go, America.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Then we've got China, which could defend with these 2 rocket batteries. Something will get killed though. You've also got your soldier on the ground. You can't defend, but he might get blown up. All right. So 4 dice for
Ken
these.
shaking his boots.
5 or 6.
Oh
Wow.
my
5
god!
or 6.
Told you.
China
You
is
still lose one thing. I'm assuming it's going to be the ground
the
force.
homie.
the one that Jimmy pulled off.
Told you
We'll
that.
just do this.
All right.
Praises go
Hammer.
up, the blessings come on down.
One drops here, which is going to be defended by just
No, that's
this.
not there.
Nope, nope.
that-
It's just
you're
the
right.
soldier.
Okay.
It hits.
It's the soldier's blown up.
Yep.
Mhm.
Pow. All right, and drop another nuclear devastation. Okay, and that is all the nukes.
What a game.
Whose nuke action was that? That was Kate.
That was me.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
Jimmy is up.
James.
Yeah,
Did you
'cause
do
I
the
did-
Dicel action?
I did that first. Remember, I did the terror
Yeah,
and
that's
took
right.
your dude out.
Okay, now it is me. And I will...
I'm looking at this board, and Mike has. Or I say China has a ton of stuff still.
Right.
Even after
China's
that.
nuts.
Yeah, even after being nuked a billion
This is
times.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've been taking the most. Well, no, I guess Mike combined has probably taken about the same, but like the U.S. has been pretty damaged.
Yes.
It's true. The U.S. has 3 nuke markers, which
Yes.
is more than anyone.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
NATO.
NATO.
NATO has
Yeah,
3.
yeah, okay. NATO gets something out of this, and it's nuclear fallout.
Russia would have 3 if 2 of them weren't neutral.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to make an attempt to ally India.
India, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Checks out. I would say India right now. Do you have any penalties to that? Because some
I don't.
nations get penalties or have diplomatic.
The ally of Israel gets a benefit, and if someone owns Pakistan, they get a penalty.
So,
Okay, so-
no one.
You have Israel.
I do. I get a benefit.
Yeah, you get +1 to this roll.
Okay.
Okay. Great. So
Alright.
India up for bid. They start with 10 nukes, $15,
So-
and yeah. So Israel ally gets +1,
Alright.
and any Israel attempt gets +1 just straight away, I guess.
Do they get their separate attempt?
Yeah, I think each nation might make the bid. So starting with Mike, Russia and China get to make bids here for that.
I'm going to do a 0 bid on Russia, but I'm going to do a...
You can confirm that too if that each nation does, but I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't
it's
like
correct.
being the first one out of the gate. At all.
Welcome to the jungle.
I mean, this game's going to end. I should just
Buying
throw, I should
country.
just throw all my money at it.
Yeah, I'll say we'll
It is-
we'll next turn we'll probably we'll save
It
one.
is 9:37.
Yeah, so we'll do one more turn. I'd say after this.
I mean, I'm going to do $30.
All right. Take it down
For Russia?
for China.
China.
No, for China.
No, for China.
So that's
So 43,
13.
13.
13.
The 10's right there. The under, you just missed it.
So
Cool.
in that, yeah.
Did you see about nations?
I'm looking at
Okay. And then Russia says not putting any money in if we could split.
Yeah, Russia's not putting any in.
Okay. Let's see. I guess NATO's gonna have to put some bucks. We do have cash. You put 20. Was that right?
30.
30. Ooh, big numbers. I'm at $54. Knock me down to. Let's equal that up. Let's match it. $30. So from 54 to a nice cool
24.
24.
$1, Bob.
Flip it.
You're right. Not that much anymore.
All right, my turn.
Your turn. You're gonna get a +1 to this roll.
So $40.
USA spending it. Okay.
Yep.
And then I don't see anything that would specify that you couldn't bid with each nation, but
Okay.
Israel's not putting any in.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
James,
Israel is basically broke.
What are you putting in on it?
let's see. I don't think I can meet any of these bids.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I think maybe your best bet is 0.
So, I'm gonna
Just
do
hope
0.
for 6s.
Right.
Okay.
Or one so that you can roll? Or that you...
Or you'll have to hope for doubles.
Yeah.
Here.
Right. I can't meet 40.
Yeah.
I only have like 24.
But if you bid nothing and then we all roll out, you get.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
True. And no one's touched technology yet. I'm a little surprised.
I took nukes.
Yeah,
that's true. That's
I've
true.
been thinking about it
Yeah.
and then always get
It seems like there's a better move like
Yeah.
every time, but
Okay.
Knowing now how much time each turn takes, I think I'm a little more aware of what I would do.
Okay, so I bid 30. Well, I guess we'll start
Starts with Mike.
Mike.
Mhm. So
this
Russia
doesn't
bid
matter, but-
nothing.
Russia bid nothing, so we
You got
don't roll
30.
for them.
30
No,
bucks.
you still roll.
Because Russia could get doubles and be completely out.
Yeah, this does say player also, not nation. So I don't know if it's just the person that has Israel gets that bonus. Yeah, it just says player.
Well, I think that makes sense because no, I'm sorry, Israel doesn't get passed around. That's ISIL.
You can use money from any nation and share costs with various nations.
Okay.
Oh.
So
So
any
one bid.
Israel attempt, if whoever has Israel
but
gets
it's-
+1.
Okay.
So maybe I read that.
But it's also one bid, so I'm
Yeah.
only rolling once.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. So, Mike, you are doing 30 plus 6.
You get 6 done.
36. All right. I'm
Scott.
going for 30 plus 5.
So
Kate.
40 plus 1. Oh, you just roll
It'll
that.
be 40 plus
50.
9 or
That's
a 10
Plus
Plus
one.
1.
plus 1 plus 1, right?
I don't.
I think just
don't
plus
think
1 in
that's-
general.
Plus one.
If it, okay, the ally Israel attempt. Oh, if maybe in a pact.
I think maybe if you have India as an ally, or if you have India, they get a +1 to ally.
Oh,
Israel.
okay. Yeah,
That makes sense.
that reads right. Okay.
So
you got
51.
11
51.
plus. Yeah.
Mhm.
So 51. Kate's currently holding
No
it.
one
Right.
can beat
Uh,
that.
I can
and-
roll a maximum of
And
11.
because none of us roll doubles.
Yeah.
All right. India into the confines of the USA-Israel
Yeah.
pact.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay, so go ahead and add those
You're gonna
dudes. They
like it.
have 3 territories, it looks like.
1,
Four.
2,
Oh,
4.
three.
No, 3. Sorry, that's
Yeah,
Kazakhstan.
yeah. Okay, great. So let's go ahead then, and after those are down, move
How much
on.
money do they start with, and how many nukes?
Oh, good
I
point.
think
Player-
it's $15 and 10 nukes.
The
What's up?
player with Israel gets the bonus.
Okay,
Okay.
that worked.
Got
Thank
it,
you.
got it.
India, yep, $15, 10
Three
nukes.
15, 10.
10 nukes?
10 nukes?
Wild.
Okay. We're entering into turn 5, which we are going to say is the last turn. Again, we were calling 10 o'clock the end time if we didn't hit 10 rounds, 10 turns, whatever you want to call it. We're currently at about 9:43,
All right.
so we're going to play a full round around, and then we'll add up points.
I go
All right.
first.
I'm going to reset all the satellites.
Yeah, satellites get reset. Korea and ISIL
Mhm.
passed out.
Hi, Korea. Here you go,
Thank
buddy.
you.
You're welcome.
NATO is not in a good spot.
No.
We're continuing this war with Russia, though. So
Oh, India has a satellite. Tight.
They do.
Mhm.
India's good. I would say next time I would probably push for like diplomacy a little more frequently because I
Yes.
feel like that is what's put Mike in such a, what I'm perceiving anyway, as a strong position.
Yeah.
Having access to China's forces.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah, anyway, Michael Fernandez.
All right. Ugh.
Remember the thing with China too is that we could do diplomacy to take it away from
We
him.
can. Now he gets benefit because he's holding it, or I should say we get penalties because he's holding it.
Sure.
That is true.
But yes, we can absolutely try to steal China away from him.
That's
And
not-
at the end of the game,
that's not
he'll.
we have
he
to
gets-
move North Korea.
We
I
did.
did.
Oh,
We
did.
got
did.
past. At the end of the game, minor combatants, which are going to be nations that players have pulled into their confines, they get fewer points than their primary provider. So again, at the end of the game, actually the way you get tax money is also the way points are calculated. So it's 1 per regular territory, 2 per oil territory, 3 per rare earth minerals territory, and then an additional 1 for every city, every major city mark.
When this round is over and we're calling it done, are North Korea and ISIL to the people that have them, or are they out completely?
I think they're out completely.
They're just like for what we were doing at this point, and then
Yeah.
we count up the nations we
because they're not
have.
your allies.
Yeah,
You're
we-
just,
That's
you're just
true.
I mean,
controlling
I'm
them.
obviously doing total war, so obviously. You have one thing. You do one thing.
One thing.
So, shit.
Now, also, this would be a turn where you can form pacts, and pacts, you split points in territories. If you share them. If you share the territory, you split points.
Right. Okay, I am going to do Total War. And I am going to...
So casual.
How far do batteries move?
Batteries have a movement value of 1.
1. Okay.
They're slow.
That's not great. So we're gonna move down here into Malaysia.
It
Yeah.
says North Korea and ISIL are not really yours, so
Right.
the points don't really go to you.
Cool.
Though you could ally them.
Yes, you could call them into allies,
Yeah,
and then
so-
they
I've
are
not done that.
So if I move Total War, I can just move everything. It's movement. But I can't, like, if I move here and win, I can't continue, or can I?
you can with Total War.
You can.
If you clear out, there's movement after combat.
I'm gonna do Total War here in Malaysia.
Yeah, after combat, all
So these guys are
counters
going
that have
one,
movement remaining may
2.
continue to move.
How much does do boats move?
As long as they're
5.
uninterrupted
1,
territories.
2. These boats are moving there. 1, 2.
And yeah, and you can only if you continue movement after successful combat, you have to go into friendly territories.
Yeah, you're gonna hit my boat if you go that way.
So you can't continue combat, Mike. If you're trying to push through 2 territories down in like Indonesia,
Yeah.
you can't do that because that next one's not a friendly territory.
Wait.
Your extra movement just goes into friendly spaces or unoccupied. You don't continue combat.
Since you don't have those areas claimed as your own, like you don't occupy those areas, you
So-
can't keep moving.
Yeah.
So you can't keep attacking.
You can't do what you're trying to do, is essentially it. Because your extra movement post combat has to be into friendly or empty sea territories. Friendly territories or empty sea territories. And that's neither.
You could go here and then come back to here and try here.
It
don't
wouldn't
want to.
it wouldn't be in one turn though.
Oh, okay.
Essentially a unit can fight once in a turn.
I gotcha.
Or once in an action I should say. Because if they get attacked later it's still on the turn. But yeah.
All right. Well, Total War. First one's going to be Malaysia.
Okay.
There's only 3 guys there that can potentially hurt me, so I'm just going to send this tank and one of these boats.
Okay.
And they're attacking Malaysia.
Now I
I'm
guess
doing
this-
more
I
Total
guess
War. Should I do it all? I have to choose all of the
You choose all of them
movements?
first.
Yes.
And that boat's not really going to do anything because nothing is going to be able to hit it. And you don't really shoot them. They just have to not kill you. But none of them have range to that boat.
Right.
Marching in with that tank so far.
Marching with that tank and this aeroplane. Well, if I'm doing an airplane, I might as well just do this one. All right, this airplane and this tank. Okay. So that's Malaysia attack.
Okay, and that costs $3 from Russia and from China.
1, 2,
3.
3. And 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I am going to do... Okay, so going into a place that's irradiated.
Yes.
I'm going to go into Alaska.
Welcome.
What happens?
The moose have
When
20
I walk
antlers
in.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you move into a place that has irradiation, let me see here. Devastation. Any hit removes a nuke.
Nuke phase 2 nuke combat.
Where was I? Just saw. I was looking up before and got distracted. I think when I was getting nuked. as
Fair.
Oh,
if you
wow.
enter a territory with devastation, a d6 is rolled for every counter that is there. Every devastation counter. On a result of 5+, 1 strength point is lost. So
So I'll move
you
them
walk
in.
in, roll a die, 5 or 6, you take the strength damage.
Once they're there, they don't keep rolling. Well, it doesn't matter because we're not doing another turn.
Yeah,
But-
you
Seems
would
like you're just
to
there.
get points for it though. You have to clear it out.
Oh, so
You'd have to
moving
take
into
a
Alaska would
reaction.
not get me
No.
points.
No. No.
Yeah.
At the end of the to be clear, at the end of the game, the stuff that's worth points are land territories that have no enemy occupation, no devastation or unrest, and empty territories.
Right. So these
Empty
don't,
home
So these don't
territories.
count either because you're in them.
Right. I'm there, so those are not worth points. for
Right.
me.
Okay. So first
However,
one.
for me, these are worth points because they're empty and they're my home
Right. Right.
territories.
Right. First one's there. First one's there. Next one's. This guy. These planes are going into. Oh, that doesn't matter because they can't attack them, right? But they can hurt the planes. These can hurt the planes. Yeah.
If you're attacking the territory, yes, but if you're running adjacent, I mean, they could shoot you, yeah.
Does that territory where is the bomb?
There is nuclear devastation next door.
No, yeah, we're not going into.
Oh, okay.
I'm going into South Asia
Just trying to maximize points here.
with 2
Got it.
planes and a battery.
Okay.
I'm going to attack North Korea. Move that guy in there.
Kick them out of your home country.
Try to.
Okay, what are these Israeli dudes in Brazil?
And this plane.
Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
Now, question. You just said it.
Leave.
Germany is unoccupied. Could I just fly my super soldier there?
No, because they don't fly. They just have unlimited movement, and you still gets blocked up once you enter a territory that has enemies in it.
But there's no. But
Jimmy, I
there's
believe
path.
these ones
So
were
if you
going-
had a
went in
path,
here
then
when we
yes.
fought.
Oh, there's an irradiated path.
Yeah,
Well, I can't
when
go.
you enter
Can I
it.
go through Ukraine?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't have enemy occupation.
But then you're gonna.
But then I have to roll for this.
I think if you enter into it, yes.
You could actually go around through the Black Sea.
Oh yeah, I can go through the Black Sea.
But then you'd
through
still-
the Strait.
You can't go into the water though. He can't swim.
Oh,
Sure, you can. It absolutely says that they have their own air and ships.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Is it a super
cool.
soldier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Just not space.
Okay.
Can I give him permission to move through the water? Because he doesn't
That-
have any ships there in
that-
the Mediterranean.
I do. Oh no, that's
No,
me.
that Scott has a ship
that
there.
you're in. I think if you're in a pact, you can use
Got
each
it.
other's
Yeah, whatever.
each other's
So I
stuff.
can't go through
I
there.
was gonna say Scott's already there.
Okay, so I'm just not going to do this crazy move, and I'm going to.
This
It was a good thought.
teleport to Berlin move.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now I'm
Very
in
blonde
Berlin.
of you.
Alright.
I
I made it.
He's actually going to teleport to Sumatra, and hopefully doesn't die from all these 3 guys attacking.
When you do that, are you going through an irradiated area?
I'm going to go through the sea, so it's going to be like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And.
Oh, so you do stop movement if you enter a neutral nation.
Oh.
A neutral, unallied minor.
Well, but if I do the oceans over here, I can.
Yeah.
You can still do it.
Okay, and then I'm attacking these North Koreans.
or empty home nation territory. So if you enter into an empty home nation, you also stop.
I'm
there.
attacking those North Koreans as well. I'll leave the battery over here to attack from a distance. I'm going to attack these NATO guys. And these NATO guys.
I mean, you just got attacks all over the board.
Yeah.
It's fine. My turn's gonna look somewhat similar.
And.
Might as well, right?
I'm going to attack North Korea in their home with these 2 ships. And these 2 ships. Right there. Try to wipe them off the map here.
Okay,
So they
just
can't
gonna
come in.
Blast them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Cannot blame
Mike, in whatever order you want to resolve these
That's
combats.
it. Okay, so first let's just do the neutral guys. So this flyboy
Against.
is in Sumatra against the neutrals.
Okay, so
So roll for-
first one shoots 5 or 6, does not hit. Next one 5 or 6, does not hit, and little man on a 6 does not hit.
Okay, so Sumatra's
Welcome.
Indonesia's mine. Now these 2 guys at
See up Faji.
Malaysia.
Okay, they're both strength 2, right? So first one 5 or 6 does not hit. 5 or 6 does not hit, and on a 6 does not hit.
I don't think any soldiers.
We've got
Or maybe
that.
like 2.
Maybe once or
Maybe
twice.
when
I
you
swear.
went in with your 6 North Korean dudes.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Now these 2 planes are in South Asia.
Okay. So they're attacking that.
Yeah, it's just a neutral.
All right.
Again.
5 or 6. 5 or 6. And 6. No, no hits.
All right, and now we're actually battling. So get out of my territory, North
you
Korea.
no talent crumb bums.
TBD. TBD.
All right.
These guys are pretty weak at this point, so.
Oh no, these boats are attacking.
Were the Russian boats attacking too? Or is that's that area?
That's for
Got it.
these guys.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with this. 2 strength, 5 or 6. That's a 5, and yeah, you're not gonna be able to respond to that.
Nope.
And then a boat hits on a 5 or 6, and a 5 or 6. Nope. All right. So next tiers, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 hits, and drone on a 5 or 6. That kills it.
Goodbye, North Korea,
Get out of China.
where the dogs of society howl.
Thought we were cool,
Can't keep
but we
North
weren't.
Korea in your penthouse. Going back to
All right, now these
North
guys are going to attack these 2 batteries.
Beautiful.
This is what you'll get if you have me on the stream again. I've been quiet this game.
All right. So these 2 are
And
firing.
we're fighting against these guys.
And none of them can
batteries.
shoot back at you.
They can. That's 2 batteries.
They can.
Oh, true.
They absolutely
Yeah,
can.
you're right,
Oh my
you're right.
god.
All right. Let's start with the batteries.
I'm waging a
So,
sea war.
All right. I shoot first.
5
A real
or 6. Well,
sea
they all shoot. at the
Oh,
same
that's
time,
true.
but-
That's true.
Yeah, 5 or 6 from Korea.
Come on.
That's gonna be
Twice.
2 hits.
Hey.
And then we've got many 5s and 6s. 6 dice. 2, 4, 6.
8 dice.
8
You're right.
dice.
You're right. There's 8. Here's 8. All right. 5s or 6s all around. Lost 1. So that's 6,
Not
6.
good.
So you hit me
That's 2 hits.
twice.
2 and 2.
Damn it.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right.
Bunch of BS.
North Korea's staying
North
there.
Korea remains in
But they're
North Korea.
significantly reduced in power.
They are.
All right. Your next combat's Mike. Are those against me or the Koreans up
this
top?
one up here.
Okay.
Definitely against me.
Let's bring those Koreans over.
Quote unquote me. Not a star. Super soldier.
Yeah, super soldier.
Kate, I'm interested to see how many of your North Koreans will be alive by the time it gets North Korea's turn.
I've got these guys.
I know.
And those guys are still there.
These guys can't attack twice though, right? So I couldn't have Jason missiles with this guy, right?
Yeah, I think they can only fight once per round.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, super soldier, 4, 5, 6. That's
I hit
once.
once.
1 hit. So go ahead and take a hit, Mike. Okay. 3, 4, 5, or 6 from this Russian mega jet.
Mega jet.
That's 2 hits.
Ass.
Yes.
Anyone would have hit on that. That's not that impressive.
Ass.
A soldier would have hit on that.
I built that mega jet.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
And it hit no more efficiently than a regular soldier. All right, 5 or 6 from the battery. Nope. This jet. 4, 5, 6. Nope.
You said anybody could hit on that.
That's a hit.
Oh.
All right, so that's 1 hit to the super soldier.
Super soldier's there,
Everyone
baby.
goes back
Fuck.
far east.
Welcome.
Send them all home.
Points for that now?
All right. It's just these 2 then? Is that right?
Did you send? Where are my other guys?
These are
Checks. Oh, you put them here.
Right here.
Sorry, I just put them out of the combat
Yeah, the
box.
2 NATO.
All right,
policies.
so first it's going to be these, and then it's going to be these. All right. So there, there versus there, and here.
You super soldier fight.
Super soldier fight. Kill screen coming up.
Mhm.
All right.
If we had one more turn and we've gotten lasers.
4, 5, 6 for
Yeah,
NATO.
space lasers seem good.
That's
Good.
1 hit, and 4, 5, 6 for Russia. That's no hits for Russia.
Hold on, we're fighting each other. I have to roll for me.
Going forward, we can do that. I'll let you roll for me next. How about? All right, take a hit on anyone.
Oh, that's ballsy. Oh, so many balls there.
Yeah, I want more hits on them.
800
Yeah.
balls.
All right, go ahead and roll for me, Mike. I'll let you. It's on a 5 or 6. Nope.
That's right. That's what happens.
All right, now I'll roll 1 for me. That's on a 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
No hit, and you on a 5, 6.
Oh.
Let's take it on the rocket battery,
Daddy legs.
and then your shot. Actually, rocket battery should have been up here.
Oh, whoops.
So go ahead and
We
take a
can-
shot. Hits. So I'll take. I guess I'll lose the rocket battery.
NATO, no.
Okay, and then
That's it.
that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm not clearing anyone here.
Back to northwest,
You're not
and then we have
clear.
one more combat here for Russia against NATO.
Let's hope we can do it. This one's a
Are
big
these
one.
guys? Okay,
This is a big one.
I got 'em.
This was the first place we started fighting.
And this guy from afar.
Back to the ground zero.
I love how much radiation is all over the map.
It's
Yeah, it's covered.
it's very focused here, but like yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Well, for some reason,
Okay.
I feel
I'm really
like
happy that the
Oh,
South
you're
didn't
all
get
done.
attacked.
It's 5, 6. You got me once. It's another 5, 6. You got me twice. will lose the drones.
Get out of my house.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, roll your drones, my friend.
Yeah, Kate, unfortunately, those North Koreans in the West are
Yes.
Now, let
5
me
points.
fire
Roll
back.
I guess
good.
you can move them.
I can move them.
And that gets you once. So you take a hit.
I'll take
Yeah,
a
you can
hit
move them
on
and then
this
retake
tag.
that space.
Okay. You've taken the space back. Central Russia. All right. That was your campaign, I believe.
Yes, I believe.
looks
No, no, we just lost
that
there.
I
I
don't see
believe that's
that.
everything.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. NATO's turn. NATO needs to do something here.
You've said that like 3 turns. NATO's got to do
Quote
something.
Scott.
All right.
This is a big move
Time for
for
NATO to take action.
Yeah. All right.
It's actually on brand for NATO, though.
All right. Say it.
Say it and do nothing.
They
for
did
like-
destroy most of Europe by their own actions.
That's
So-
true, actually, yeah.
You'll still get to go, Jimmy. Thing I was considering just jumping into Libya.
Yeah,
And taking that you have
retire.
1 soldier.
That's why I didn't do a larger campaign. I mean, that was still pretty large, but and actually this battery is here. I was gonna go larger, but I was like, man, if I go too large, it's gonna be. People are just gonna walk in. you know?
Okay. We're gonna have to attack with this boat. Send this super soldier here.
Oh, you're taking west, huh?
Try and leave these guys back. Yeah, we're combating here.
Dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I don't get to use my boat. Fuck.
No.
You have 2 super soldiers.
I do.
God damn it.
Making it happen. So it's a regular fight, not a full campaign. I can't clear stuff.
Did you spend your dollar?
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Maybe I will do a full campaign. Instead of moving this super soldier from here, I could move him to here because I have dudes here. So I can move through this territory
That is true.
to there. Yeah, we're just going to run over there with my super soldier. So this one costs $3 because I'm doing a full campaign. One guy's going to run to there.
Just took Urals from me.
Urals? Yeah. Welcome to Ural.
But I have guys here though.
Yeah, but I do too.
And so you can go through it.
If you have units present, which is why you can move boats around here because you have ships there.
Yeah.
I don't know, they can create a blockade or something up to that effect.
I don't like it.
So we'll.
Say that. Can I say
roll-
that? I thought I had a guy in Urals. Why is there nobody in Urals?
I think you marched him to fight me
You
here.
moved
here.
them out.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's your turn. Well, I'll let you roll the die first.
Okay, super soldier die.
Oh boy, 4, 5, 6. All right. No hits. Okay, this sucker. I'll let you roll for him first as well. That battery. 5, 6. No sir.
A 1?
So, 5,
That one was
6,
not made the same as your other jet.
No hit.
This is a
still not
shit.
doing
These guys are
anything.
tired.
Yeah, this is the worst fight of the war.
No hit from your drone, and I need a 4, 5, 6. Got you once. But
Ooh.
that's not gonna be enough to do anything. So I spent my $3. I did my full campaign. I did sneak one man through enemy lines, and that's gonna be my turn and my game. So go ahead, Kate Daly.
Scott, could I see the rules?
You may.
North Korea is going to invade Canada. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, with all of them.
That's a big
Oh wait,
move.
that's a bad idea. Hold on.
No, it's not.
Well, you'll get this back.
I know.
You should. I mean, you gotta get them out of
That's
this.
true.
is
You know, I have
that's
to.
5 points. right
Yeah, I
there.
have to. Okay.
Okay, North Korea attacks Canada. So before anything else happens, you get Canada
Yeah.
as an ally. If you want to hand that to her, James.
May I have that, please?
Yeah.
Those
right
beautiful
there.
2 Canadian
There are
troops.
2 Canadians.
Look, they are sturdy.
They don't even start with their 2 strength. They start with 1.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, poor
Is-
Canada.
The other Mountie is in
Canada's gotta be the
Saskatoon.
worst.
And I get $15.
army right now in this
Yeah,
game.
they have the
I'll
fewest-
save you now.
It's got to come from Saskatoon. It
And
takes
so,
like 2 days.
diplomacy, USA gets a big attempt. Yeah, that's it. So that's all they have.
Okay.
Okay, so place those 2 units.
I did.
Okay, they're both going in that territory. Now, if you put one here, you get a point for that.
That
You
is
could put
true.
both of them
In fact,
elsewhere. You
put
wouldn't need to
one
find them.
there and one there,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
North Korea just.
Canada will.
Special ops
score
units. Special ops units can go anywhere except space. Secretive and stealth-like aircraft carrying them about.
Right. So
Okay.
they don't need to check.
So does that ignore enemy units being in territories? Can they just pass right past enemy units, or is it going to be? Yeah.
If so, give
And
me.
you know, no need to type that back.
If so, give me
Speaking it straight
Germany,
out.
please.
Anyway, well, that's good to know. Good to know. Good to know going forward.
Lucy?
Good
But-
to know after I already didn't take Germany.
you know,
from you.
I have like 100 super soldiers. I could have been doing that.
Lucy
so-
thinks this is the right move.
Lucy.
You don't have 100 super soldiers.
Yeah, stop looking so hard. They're there.
They're in the trees.
Okay.
You
Anyway,
pointed to 2 regular soldiers in London.
so
Have you read Macbeth? The trees move.
so they will just successfully win that fight then.
Okay,
Right.
fine.
All right. Cool. So that's North Korea.
North Korea, yep.
Now, U.S., Israel, Canada. You can do stuff with one action that
And
all
India.
can benefit from. And
It
India.
does ignore enemy units.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought that was sort of the
I'm gonna
spirit
pass
of it, is like
Sure. Sure.
I
a SEAL team
think
or whatever.
that
I'm pissed.
the U.S., Israel, India, and North
My
Korea
100 guards
are
could've gone
all
all over this,
going
right?
to
Your
take.
100
I'm sorry.
super soldiers.
Canada, India, Israel, and USA are all going to do taxation.
Just get money.
Yep.
Okay.
Because those add up to those count as points, correct?
No.
Oh damn!
You
Okay.
score in the same way that
You
you score points in the
Yeah,
territories.
sorry. If I was confusing before, the same way you calculate how much money you make. So $2 from oil.
Okay,
$3
so
from
this has nothing to do with
Nope.
it.
No.
Oh, okay. so-
Territories.
honestly, that's good because I only have $2 as the U.S., so I'm okay with that.
You're going to need money if you want to do any sort of full total war.
So no, I can't. Like this is my turn. I
You
think my
can do movement to get the West back to score points with it, right?
she'll already
No,
score
she'll
points.
score it.
Okay.
It's
I'm already
It's
there.
occupied home territory.
do I need to have money to clean an area?
$5.
But you can spend it through your
Oh,
other
through any nation.
Right.
But you also don't have anyone there. You need someone there to do it. And it's an action, so it would take 2 turns to
The,
clean
the
this.
units can simply go anywhere as a kind of small secretive unit rather than a large infantry or other kind of force.
Okay,
Cool.
great. Thanks, Nate, and thank you, Ben, for communicating.
Yes. So does that mean that I could send? Oh, that would be the turn though. Just
Yeah.
moving to there.
Yeah.
So I can't get to that. Okay.
No, but you could send them, I don't know, here and fight that if you want to potentially take it.
Yeah.
Over
Players can repair devastated territories as an action. A unit must enter the territory and roll for devastation damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
there-
okay.
To me, that reads that you could move.
Okay.
I
All
guess
right.
in this case, it would have to be like a jet.
No,
or
you
something.
said,
I
you
can
said
super
as an
soldier.
action.
Repairs
So
an
that's
action.
2 actions. So then it's
All right.
move and repair.
No.
No,
They
no,
can
no.
a unit must enter the territory.
Right, but
And
that's the
roll
move.
for it.
But they're saying you have to move into the territory.
This is describing the repair territories action. It reads as one action to me.
They
You
move
move
and
into
heal.
it and then you fix
Okay,
it.
we can follow that interpretation.
I
Okay.
don't like it.
So if you didn't want to heal Alaska, you could go there.
All right, I'm doing it.
And it's a special man going.
Yes.
Okay.
First
so
he rolls for devastation.
Tension takes damage. On a
Alright.
5 or 6, he'll take 1 hit of damage.
Okay. He's fine.
He's okay. And then
You
you
spend
spend
five.
5.
Oh, I don't have enough money. What am I doing? This
You
is
can
why.
spend it from
You
any.
can spend
nations.
another nation.
That's
Thank
the
you.
point.
So Israel,
Thank you, Canada,
your
for
buddies,
the
your buddies
$5
up north,
because it's near
they're so
them.
close. Yeah, they have a lot
It's
to
near
gain out
them.
of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's my only time doing it, though. I can't do it for anybody else because that was
Yep.
just my one turn.
That's your action.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's your action for
James,
United States.
take it home, Jimmy.
All right. As ISIL, I will wage
Yeah, no one else can
total
get there.
war.
Total war.
Okay, spend them $3.
They're going to send some dudes into Turkey and 1 into Iran.
Okay, so that kicks off some diplomacy
Yep.
Is it diplomacy?
Yep.
because he's invading them. So
Hold on,
starting-
really quick. Sorry,
Yes.
just to go back. So as my move with cleaning up, am I allowed to do that with other nations? Because I did it with the U.S. Would I be allowed to send my
I think-
Israel super soldier there and do it?
I don't think so.
So I think you can take it. You can take.
Because isn't it the idea
If
that all
you
your
take-
nations could take the same action?
But I think
Yeah,
that action
they
has to be
all-
related to one space. Like I'm cleaning Alaska, so all the nations could help potentially, which they wouldn't. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right. In this
It
case,
has
the
to be
benefit
Alaska.
of you having multiple units or multiple nations is that they're helping fund the cleanup.
Great. Totally fine. I'm done.
Sure. Yeah. We'll continue then to James's turn, who's
Okay.
invading
Mm-hmm.
Turkey and Iran. So
Okay.
kicking off from Turkey, then everyone but you gets a chance to ally with them.
That is correct.
And are there any special rules on the Turkey card regarding diplomacy?
card.
Let's find the turkey card.
They're like the
Yeah.
mid right.
Turkey. Arab Union and NATO players attempt to get a +1.
Okay.
So NATO has
So
a
I'll get a bonus of
slightly
1.
easier chance.
For allying to Turkey. Okay. Mike, how much money do you want to spend to hook Turkey up? And again, minor allies, minor combatants will get you 1 point per territory regardless of what's in it.
0.
Nothing. Okay. I have some cash, so I'll spend. Let's do 10. $10 I'll spend. Kate, what do you want to spend allying with Turkey?
$0.
Okay. And James, you don't get to.
Oh wait, I have other countries.
Yeah, they can. You can spend money from any of your countries.
$10. Can I do it for multiple?
Yeah, I think you can mix it
Do you
up.
want this turkey ship to be in the Mediterranean or the Black Sea? I guess
Well,
we haven't decided.
we'll see who gets it first.
I'll do $10 for both of my countries.
So 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're at 20. I'm at 10. You're at 0, and James, you cannot ally. So, Mike. Double threes. You're not allying anyway. Me. 6, 7, 8.
18?
So I am at 18.
Okay.
Yes. Kate,
Mhm.
you bid 20.
I did.
I'm at a +1, so I'm at 19. Yeah.
Okay.
You got 6, 7, 8.
28.
28. Goes to you.
Kate, would you like this Turkish ship in the Mediterranean or the Black Sea?
Mediterranean, please.
It's a much nicer sea.
All right, and then we'll fight.
All right.
Because I'm invading with ISIL.
And Turkey is one territory, so they all
Right.
go there. This North Korean ship also can go away.
Do I get Turkey?
Yeah.
Yes, you do have Turkey. Yes.
Thank you.
They start at $10, no nukes.
Okay.
And then ISIL is blasting on them.
Mm-hmm.
Blastoids.
All right, so starting up here, 2 dice. Kate, why don't you roll
Okay.
for what might be probably penultimate comment of the game. That is 10, 2 fives, so that's 2 hits.
2 hits.
And ISIL,
1
1 hit. So go ahead and take your hits from anywhere you want. So you can
Oh,
use
that's
those if you
true.
want.
Down
But you should do that, top guy. That's
here.
the-
No.
Okay,
He's done firing.
so here
Oh, that's
we
a good
have.
point.
Sure, yeah, because he's going forward.
Actually, good point. Yeah.
Mike makes good points.
Mike makes great points.
I have the strategy on Battle Down. Take it away from the top guys.
Yeah,
If you want.
okay.
I mean, yeah, they're better, but
4, 5, 6. That's 2 hits. It looks like
ooh.
2 hits from Turkey. And then tanks 5, 6. That's 1 hit.
Wow.
And now we have 4 Turkish forces. Hits on a 6.
Bye.
Wow.
Hit, and ISIL will fire
Yeah.
once. Does not hit.
Bye, ISIL.
Sorry, Aisel.
Good Turkey.
Hey man, sorry
Where's
ISIL.
Turkey?
That's a bummer,
Sorry.
dude.
Really sorry, Aisel.
Turkey
Iran.
Iran.
makes
Alright.
it happen.
Mike. Are there any special diplomacy rules?
Yes. The U.S. has a -2,
Okay.
and the Arab Union, which is me, has a -1.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't affect James. Mike, how much do you want to bid on Iran?
All my money, $16.
$16. Okay. Cool. I as NATO am at I'm at 10, so let's do 10. $10.
United States has
10
Two.
plus 10.
20.
Where's Turkey's flag on the map?
That's India. Turkey.
Jimmy,
Did
is
they
that
put
Turkey
up-
over there?
Yeah, they're at what?
Yeah.
15?
10.
10. So it's 30 total you're bidding?
Yep.
Okay.
So, sorry, where did
Just
they
put it
start?
down here.
There's
Okay.
0.
I just need to get double.
Okay. Mike. You got the doubles.
Oh, China's looking.
NATO, I had been 10. This is giving me +6, so 16.
May I roll?
You may, though I don't believe you, unless you roll doubles. So doubles
Please
is
roll
good
doubles.
here. Ooh,
Nope.
Nope. And once again, USA is making so many friends.
I will take. Who was that?
That's not
Iran?
good.
That was Iran.
Oh, that's a far stretch, but I'll take it.
Not
Even with your
good.
-2, you succeed.
All right, Iran has $7, which great. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything
No,
this turn.
no.
But...
So now it's time to fight the Iranians.
All right, may I
Yeah.
have them, James?
Iron Sheik, I think it was Iranian.
And Iran is just one territory, so I
It is a
use all my
single
guys.
Territory.
Yep.
No one nuked on the last round. That's surprising.
No nuke, no.
Well, I haven't done. Well, I guess I can't because I haven't done it.
Yeah,
And
Maybe
I didn't want to
should.
risk losing more people. I think.
Maybe
at this
if you
point.
like this ship in the Arabian Sea or the Caspian Sea.
Oh, let's go Arabian
or,
because there's
nah, I
no
can't tell if
Arabian,
the Black
please,
Sea
as
is
far away from the radiation as possible.
Okay. Look at this multicultural
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
boat alliance.
Look at my alliance.
2 Indian ships, an Iranian ship, and is that Chinese? That's American. It's American.
They're angrily staring. Oh wait, no, those are all my guys. They're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
They're having a
yours.
party. Okay,
Okay,
we are set up.
cool. So, rocket battery hits on a 5-6. No hit. The jet here hits on a 4-5-6. No,
May
no
I
hit.
roll, Scott?
Yes, you may, Kate.
Okay, actually, do you want to roll for ISIL first?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay, go ahead.
Oops. So, 5-6. 1 hit from
Okay.
ISIL. 1 hit from Iran. So
Okay.
one to each you.
Yeah, thank you.
And then 4 guys down here.
So they're all at 2 strength. So here's
8.
4. 8, nice. Here you
Please
go,
get a
Kate.
6.
6 is all around.
Looks very much like the Indian guy.
I got 1.
1 6.
All right, ISIL has been wiped off of the board.
Wipesels. Wipesels.
Wipesel.
Wipesels.
Yeah.
All right,
Isil's been wipeselled.
Is that your turn?
that's ISIL's turn. And now for the
ISIL's.
very final action of the game,
Okay.
I'm going to do the diplomacy action on China.
You're the only one with money.
On China.
Oh,
China.
shit!
Okay.
That's amazing.
All
That's
right.
not good.
That's awesome.
Mike, let's start off the bidding.
And then James, you get a penalty, I believe. 2.
Mike gets +1, it seems.
Okay, if he owns the nation, he gets +1.
That was a good face, Mike.
How did I not see that coming?
That was awesome.
I also actually did take
Sorry, no. Everyone gets a -1.
Everyone?
Everyone gets a -1 except Mike.
Okay.
Okay.
I order my men to stay loyal.
Kate gets a +1
Okay.
for being allies with India because
Okay.
it's adjacent to China.
Well, the only guy I have with money is Iran.
Cool.
Iran and US, I guess.
Great.
All right.
Jimmy, are you just putting all your money in?
I will, but Mike starts the bid.
Oh, you're
I
right.
don't have any money, so.
I also, I don't think any of us really have much money.
$2 plus $7 is
That's
$9.
3. Okay, $9
I have
from the
$9.
U.S. coalition.
And
Okay,
James?
and I will bid 24.
Okay.
All right.
Please get
So,
I know. It all comes down
Starts
to
with
this.
Mike.
Mike, here you go. Why don't you roll your dice?
I can't believe you're gonna lose me this game. I was about to
Doubles
win.
again. That's 3.
Roll
Oh
Alright,
my
season in a row.
god.
All right. I am not in it.
You're right.
Doubles.
Oh. Let's see.
Kate.
Wow!
All right.
What is
Jimmy,
going
now
on?
if you roll doubles,
Then
Wow.
does it stay the same?
Then they only know 1. Ooh.
Wow.
What? It's 2 and 1?
Oh no.
Yes.
China is pulled
And that's
over.
it.
And that's the game. That's
That
World
is
War
the
III.
game.
And well, we have to count up who.
yeah.
So yes, let's count up points now.
You're such an asshole. I've been working so hard.
I know. I just saw that and I was like, I bet I
When did you
can.
see that?
That was so good.
I said, I bet I can get everyone to spend all their money on these.
That was
Damn.
so
And then
smart.
You did that, and I was like, what is he doing?
That
He's
was
giving Kate the
so
game.
smart.
Yeah, everyone was very willing to spend all of their money
Yeah.
on diplomacy, and I was like,
Horse
I'm gonna
shit.
outbid
Just
Mike.
so you know, Nate had to take off early, but his guess to win was Russia and China. So way to
All right, I'm
disappoint.
gonna pull out my phone so I can add my points up.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, I
so
clearly
no,
didn't
here,
know.
let's do this way. One of my favorite parts about putting plexiglass, one of my favorite parts
Oh,
about putting
nice.
plexiglass on a game is being able to write on the board, which some games demand you do, like Roved in Boats. Most don't, but I like to take advantage
That's
of
very
possible.
cool. Okay.
So let's score points going, as we've been with nuclear warfare, let's go west to east.
Okay.
Leaving.
I'm leaving.
Damn.
China.
So mad.
Alright, so let's do the
Okay,
US then.
So
All right.
Alaska scores, let's track it up here. We'll do Kate,
Yeah. That's me.
James, Mike,
Good old Smike.
and I'm running sideways here. It's kind of weird. Scott. Okay, so I know that's on the camera. You can't really see it, but that we can. Let's
Do
actually.
you want to write it down? We could move this and write it down
let's,
there.
let's actually do that. Let's adjust a little bit, and
Go to that battle cam.
yeah, move that dice tower out of the way, and we can write over here. So
I'm on it.
I'll write a little more cleanly as well. So we have Kate. Still, I'm like an awkward angle here. Kate, James, Mike, Smike, and Scott. Okay, so me total points. So, Kate,
Yes.
you get 2 from Alaska.
Okay.
We'll go territories and cities.
Okay.
So, 2 from Alaska.
Yep.
1 from Canada up here as well, because minor nations only get you a point for each territory.
Okay.
So
Regardless of what's in it,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So 2,
1,
3,
3.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Wouldn't this be 5, 6?
We'll do cities after.
Oh, sorry.
So I gotta start over.
Damn it! I'm gonna be
So-
quiet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hawaii's bombed, so
Better
it's
hope I
just
don't
12. 13 in Afghanistan. And that might be it.
That's
for
right
the
for
USA.
America.
And then cities, so we're at 13.
Yes.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
With Toronto. Oh, do cities count?
No, I think if they're
Yeah,
occupying this, they just get a full 1 point.
I think you
per-
get cities.
It says in there, but
Yeah.
We're at 18 right now.
Sorry.
okay. Yep,
I'm
take a look.
just doing this from the
So we're at 18 for
Do you want
America.
to put that right here for now,
which
just so we know?
I'll put here and I will change it to 19 if I need to.
Okay.
So 18 with an asterisk.
What do you? What's the question?
No, it is just.
It is
Okay, so
it's
we're at 18.
one point full stop.
All right.
Okay, so 18 points for
Well, hold
Kate
on.
as the USA, right?
19,
Oh, right, because she has more
Yeah.
other nations. You're
I
right.
have a ton of nations.
20,
I forgot.
21.
Somehow I forgot you had like
Right.
100.
Yeah. So 19, 20, 21, 22,
Is there any valuable?
23.
Oh, right. That doesn't count at all.
23, I guess 24, 25, because these are still Canadian nations.
Mhm. And
So I think
then
it's 25.
That
India,
sounds
Turkey, Iran, Israel. Israel's not occupied.
I think 25.
right. Yeah, I'm not sure if she scores for Israel either.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not occupied, right?
There's nothing in it.
Minor allies on any type of land territories
Uh-huh.
without major nations, enemy occupations, devastation, or unrest is 1 point.
Okay. But I do get a
So-
point for Israel because no one's in there. Similar to like how
Yeah.
there's no one here.
To me, this reads that
They
minor
have
allies
something.
on any type of land territory gets you a point.
Okay.
But nobody's in Israel, so it's not worth any points.
Okay. I can see that reading. If they're on the territory.
Because it specifies that major nations
So
score
we need to go
empty
back
home
because we took
territories.
Canada out.
Right.
So -2 from what I have then. So 23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it
20,
specifies that major nations score for...
Michael
Unoccupied.
Jordan's number.
Michael MJ.
I am happy with that.
Okay, James.
Alright.
What is your score?
Let's see. So I don't score for this because it's
Israel's in there.
as Israel's in here, right?
Yep.
So 2,
Yep.
3,
4,
5,
4, 5,
7.
6, 7, 8. Is this empty? This is not empty.
No, unrest blocks that.
9, 10, 11,
12.
12,
Oh no, sorry,
Okay.
nope.
No,
Just
11.
11.
And then China's territory.
And then
Which
China.
is 1 each.
Right. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh no, those are just ships, sorry.
17.
Yeah, they're the only ones in there.
Yep.
17, 18, 19.
19.
This has Russia in it.
Yeah.
So 18.
18.
18 points for James. Okay, Mike. Can your dejected lack of
I'm
Chinese
questioning
culture-
whether this was a legal move.
Oh my gosh, you're
How is it not a legal move?
John
It says,
Cochran.
additionally, a player may aim to ally with any major combatants that were not selected during the beginning of the game. But it doesn't indicate that if those were already taken, you can do, because it does indicate that with the minor combatants.
They're considered minor combatants if they're not in the game.
It says major combatants that were not selected at the beginning of the game.
Right. And other
So
parts
that's
of the rule book-
that's separate from the first one, which is a player may attempt to ally with one minor combatant, including those already united with an opponent. See what I'm saying? It says united with an opponent.
It
but minor-
defines them as, it says that they act as minor combatants if they're not in the game.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Still, it's weird
Yeah,
that
you
the
go for it,
rule
that's
goes,
fine.
that the rule goes after
Uh,
it says they're already united.
So, Mike, your points now are going to be
2,
2, 3, 4,
5,
5, 6,
7.
7.
I think that's
Might
it.
be looking at 7.
Wait, so hold on. Oh, I'm
That-
here, but the guy's there also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, North Korea counts as being in the space.
Yeah.
7. A cool 7.
That's a lucky number!
The worst part is that I thought I was going to score way more points for taking China, and I probably would have done a completely different thing if I had realized that it didn't matter what cities or minerals or whatever they had.
Sure. If they're just a minor combatant. And then NATO, the Great
Wait,
NATO.
so this isn't like
It's 1.
No, it's 1.
Oh, I thought the same thing. I thought like this one was 2.
Yeah. Right. You probably would have done different stuff too.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done this.
I also
Okay.
wouldn't have given Kate 1 billion allies.
She just got
She
a
got tons of
bundle.
allies. It turns out each one of these has been worth like 4 points. Okay, so I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21.
Which means
So this does count for you.
Because my main power is controlling it. But if you have
That's special for you.
right, because if you count
Oh.
points fully, if it's your thing, and like you are Russia, I am NATO, Kate is USA.
So if
Other
you,
stuff you have, what those sub nations are controlling, are worth 1 point each, regardless of what's printed on the map.
so it's more advantageous to take over other people's territories, not
Yes, it's advantageous for
like China doesn't get him 2 here, right?
no,
No.
you got
Yeah,
1.
it gets me like
China,
5.
China, all of China
Right,
gets
so-
4 points.
you only ever get the double
So you
points
want
for
to
minerals.
So you want to invade? We were totally avoiding that. You want
Yeah,
like what you
right.
want to do is invade other people's territories.
I think we tried to do that.
Well, I was certainly pushing into
Yeah.
Russia.
Well,
But
I guess aside from
you want to do it with your nation.
Right.
Right.
Right. I'm saying I was
Yeah.
avoiding that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that we went over that when we went over the rules, but
Yes.
that went totally out of my head where I'm like, oh, I should just get like one of these guys so I can get a bunch
That's
of
what I
points.
was saying. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we need to
Which is actually-
acknowledge.
Wait. Okay. So how many points did you have? 23.
21. 23 to Kate.
I had 7.
Yep. You had 18.
You
So
can
yes,
keep counting.
America pulls ahead. So yeah, so certainly what I've picked up from this is you want your dudes to go take other territories because they're worth the most, which makes sense because you are that nation. Anything else you pull in are allies.
Right.
And so they're inherently worth less to you if they go do stuff.
No.
So,
Yeah.
now if China was not taken from you,
Wait. I just counted that up.
Sure.
It wouldn't have won me the game.
it would have been 1, 2, 3.
What did these
because
give
Unrest is
Kate?
here.
Just 2.
Yeah, 1, 2.
So what
3,
one?
4,
What gave
5.
Kate so many points?
Well, America's worth a lot, but also, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from that, and that's a
Right.
third of her points.
Right. And then California is worth 5
5.
points.
Right.
And she had North Korea.
Right, she had North Korea.
So she just had them move
Beautiful,
out.
beautiful rendition.
Wow, there's more verses to
And
that?
Kate, for what it's worth, on that final turn,
Mm-hmm.
you could have also attacked Japan and South Korea
With
with
North Korea.
1 total war
I
action.
could
and had
have.
an additional
Did
3
North Korea
points
have the
from
money
Japan.
for that though? They were here.
No.
Yeah, they did actually.
Yeah.
They had
Did
$5.
they?
They could have spent it.
Oh wow.
Or four, yeah, they had $5.
They only needed 3 for
Yeah,
the...
you're right.
That's true.
She's just going easy on you guys.
So
Yeah.
I would have won
Obviously.
anyway.
that's so yeah. So had you not had China taken from you, you still would have lost.
Still would have lost. I would have been 18.
Because you would
I would have
have
basically swapped with Jimmy.
Jimmy.
you would
Yes,
have
swapped
needed
with
to
Jimmy.
have Russia pop through down to there.
If Russia was, so you're saying if Russia was here,
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is worth
2
2
points. If Russia was here, it's worth 3.
It was.
4
Yeah.
actually, because it was a major city.
So this would have been 4
Yeah,
points.
that would have
So
been
that
four.
would have
If
been
you
18.
had been there, yes.
Well,
I would have
he
been 20.
he
I would have
is-
put me at 21. Because I was
If-
at 18, and I didn't count the fact that if this is 4 points, that's 21.
That's 22.
yeah,
22.
yeah.
So wait, neutral nations do give you the full points?
If
If
you
he's
occupy
there,
them.
yeah.
Okay, so the
I
other
got a
ones are
point
just
for-
minor
I got a
If
nations?
point
you
for
occupy
Northern
them
Ireland,
with your
but not
main
Ireland.
guys, which
Right.
I did
Yep.
not catch.
Okay.
So that would have put me pretty close.
It would have, yes. But essentially, you would have need to, instead of relying on China so much, you would need to.
I
have-
absolutely turned China into my main.
You did.
Right.
Like I was maining
Yeah.
China hard.
But to your credit, like throughout this game, I'm like, Mike's gonna get it. Even when Jimmy took it, it was like, oh, now Jim, you know, I mean, like,
Right,
I think
it
we were
seemed-
all kind of playing
yeah,
in
it
a
seemed like
defensive way
China-
versus
It
offensive.
seemed like China was.
People on the stream thought Mike was going to take it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it turns out in world affairs and politics and war, having a bunch of allies is good.
Even though they didn't do much. They did kill ISIL.
Hold on,
They existed,
hold on,
which was enough.
hold on.
So really, a good
Israel
strategy.
And she's got Israel. Look,
You want to put North Korea in there?
She's got a full hand.
No, North Korea did not help.
North Korea.
Good-
You know what? North Korea got me
help.
Canada. So
They
they
made you 5 points. 'cause you
North
moved them
Korea.
out.
North Korea made China your friend. Okay.
And ironically, Americans lost the most lives, and these other allies were just like, great.
I
Yeah.
think a good strategy is like you obviously like go into places that are gonna get you points with your main. Use your secondary, like how I got China, to just wreck shit. Like don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Yeah.
And actually move them out. Like what I would have done is move China out of China and move Russia into China.
That would have been
Like
smart.
that's the way
China
you do
just
that.
abandons their home territory.
Like
Convinces
start just
Russia.
fucking everything up this way and then
Sure.
just move dudes in.
Right. It's costly to start taking these, so just have China do it, and
Right.
then you can
And then just leave.
you can
a
reinforce
good
them.
idea.
One of my favorite things, like about playing games that are relatively new to us, so I guess to be completely transparent on this, we don't typically play like kind of loose war games like this. We don't play
No,
too many
not
of
at
those. Like James, you and I have played some like 2-player war games like
Yeah.
Paths of Glory, or I've played games tactical war games like Band of Brothers with people. I've played Combat Commander, but like. I feel like this style of war game, this sort of global theater risk kind of dice chucking game, is a little bit on our like blind side.
Yeah.
So I'm certain I'm sure Nate, who I know is gone now, but Nate probably could see when we were playing, or people watching in the chat, that we were probably making some really stupid
I'm
tactical
sure.
errors. Probably many stupid tactical errors.
Totally.
Me nuking France was probably not my best move, but it did
There's
clear.
some guys here.
Would you rather
It did, to be
nuke?
clear, it did
Italy or
lose
France?
you.
I think that was
France.
honestly think that was a fine move.
No one ever says Italy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It did lose you, James, 2 points, which
Right.
ultimately didn't. You were at 18. That would have flipped it. You were at 20. But
Ben, I think you've done 3 references from just that episode, and I'm very
Yeah.
impressed.
Hank Scorpio, man.
Yeah. He would love this game.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's it is kind of fun to go back once in a while to this style of games. I did play a lot of Risk and Axis and Allies growing up, and I've played Axis and Allies recently. Actually, a friend of mine, also named Scott, I think would love this game. And I would be curious to play again, knowing strategically the types of things I should be doing more. Again, playing with my dudes more harshly. I think allies are probably best at like defending your territories
Oh, yeah.
more than taking
Well,
yours.
right now it's this big pain in
Whoops,
the
in the
ass
back.
to get over to China from.
Well, and this is what you do, right? You go in and you have one Russian guy here to score it, but use China to like go through, right?
Yeah.
And assuming you hadn't taken it, which also adds to the problematic part of it. But
Sure.
I'm saying like that. I don't like. If I play this again, it would be very.
Different.
I would be. I don't know, and I think I would have nuked on that last turn, because I think taking points away from other people would have been
Yeah,
more advantageous.
I was not thinking about taking points away as much as I was getting
Yeah,
my
right.
own.
I have the
Totally.
most nukes by not bar none.
You can nuke the whole
so,
game. Yeah.
So I should have just been nuking way more and like, I don't know. It's hard though because you only have one action per turn, which is really unique.
That's tricky.
It's hard
But you can do it with all the nations.
to have nothing but one thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Like I'm gonna spend this turn cleaning up radiation. Like I don't know about that.
there's also a good variety of actions, even though you can let her walk around.
Okay.
Like there's a good variety. Oh boy, Lucy.
That's what I was wondering.
Lucy's getting on the microphone. There's a good variety of actions, and yeah, this is the other action we didn't take advantage of. Is the cat bomb.
Lucy.
But yeah, it's interesting that like it's a war game, right? You want to go fight stuff and kill stuff, but you have to worry about like keeping up your funds, like making sure you're allying with nations too is kind of different because a lot of these styles of games don't have this diplomacy system, and I think some of us maybe overvalued the diplomacy system in some ways, undervalued in others. Like Mike, you grabbed China and felt like that was your ticket to victory,
Yes.
and maybe it would have been if you approach it a little differently. But ultimately, it was USA, I guess, holding their West territory and having a bunch of allies just have their regular territories.
Right.
That was enough.
Yeah, I mean, China invading the U.S. would have been a much more tactical and fun. Or I mean, Russia invading the U.S. would have been a much more tactical and fun strategy. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Because US is
Yeah.
worth a lot of points. I mean,
Totally, dude. Yeah,
So many
just the
points
West
there.
Coast is 5 points. That's almost all your points.
Why is California worth so much?
Because it's got rare minerals, which is makes the territory worth 3.
Okay.
And then it's got 2 cities printed on it, which are each worth 1.
and
That
I
might be the
would-
most valuable. I can't see anything else out here.
The Saudi
you're right.
Peninsula is
Saudi
worth
Peninsula
slightly
is
more.
worth a lot. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Had a comment saying that exploration of technologies would have been good to see too.
Yes.
like-
We did, yeah, we did not push into technology.
Yeah,
I think
I got
that part of it
nukes,
was
but-
probably our
Aggressive
we
style.
set a time limit right on the game of 3 hours, just in respects to people having to work in the morning, and yeah, like we can take a look at some of the text real quick if we switch down to the board down here. There are robots which add a new type of unit. Someone researches it and they get a robot, and it's a battling unit. They can move 2. They hit on a 5 or a 6. You can rebuild them for 3, and you automatically get one made after developing the tech. So this is a new kind of unit. They fill the same slot as tanks, so they come kind of late in the cycle. They hit on a 5-6. They cost 3. They seem all right, I guess. They seem like maybe they're very similar to tanks, actually in a lot of ways. So I'm not really sure what I would use.
If you need
robots
more
for.
of that type of unit, I guess they're cheaper
True.
than tanks.
They are. Tanks cost what, 5?
5.
Yeah, tanks cost 5. These cost 3. So
We
they're
also
like-
never replenished our people.
We didn't get to that point. I think if the game continued, because we hit round. Oh boy.
Sorry, guys.
Someone didn't listen to muting the phones. Anyway, we
On purpose.
we hit the halfway point of a standard game. I think we would have started replenishing after, but I certainly would need to. I'm very
Yeah.
low on guys. But that's robots. There are space lasers, which got mentioned a few times. These allow satellites to attack. They can be declared in battle, and they hit just like against nukes on a 4, 5, or 6. And they cost 10 to build. You also you get, I think a different
No,
card
you
gives
can
you
get
satellites.
satellites.
Yeah, you can buy more satellites. But there are 2 of these as well, so a couple players could get them. There's the satellite card here, which allows you to make more satellites. There are a few of them, like 2 or 3, and so you automatically get one, and then you can build more afterwards.
Yeah, I mean those would be good combinations, especially for like the American or the Russian player, who both start with satellites. Like, oh, guess what? I'm gonna make oodles of death lasers.
Sure.
Which is
So I guess with satellites, there's also mega jets and drones, which similarly just lets you get more of these things. It's just there are white counters for them, and you can go ahead and make more. And then there's hypersonic missiles, which increases the range of your navies, and your MLRS is the rocket barrage ships or vehicles. So they just let them shoot further. There's super soldiers, which we kind of bemoaned at one point. Our soldiers always missing. We'd be
Yeah.
firing with like 6 soldiers and they'd all miss.
Yeah.
This makes your infantry better. They hit on a 5 and a 6 and they can move a little further.
Nice.
They cost more to make though if you want to replenish them. And then there are these 2 that we sort of mentioned offhandedly. There's cybersecurity and hack. Now hack has you roll a die and you can add results with money. And depending on what you get a bonus for this round. And multiple players can take this. This isn't a tech that someone claims forever. So if I get a 6 or higher, then I couldn't be nuked until they have cybersecurity, right? So it's or rather that opponent can't use nukes unless they have cybersecurity. So they're they're little bonuses that a bunch of players can get. But cybersecurity can change that, and this does get passed around, as Nate mentioned in the chat. This does get passed around, but it can be taken. So other techs cannot be stolen. This one can be stolen, and we didn't explore them a lot because I think we were very much focused on what we had in land battles, and we weren't at a point where we were so low on units that we needed to look towards more efficient stuff.
I could have used more of lots
That's all
of
the tech,
things, but yeah, I think in a shortish 5-round game, it was like, when am I going to research satellites? You know?
Sure.
And yeah, maybe if you play a longer game, or maybe if you play more, that sort of meta develops where like the first several turns, people aren't really fighting each other. They're just researching things or making allies or taxing more.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be curious to know, like I said, my buddy Scott, he has a crew that he plays games with. They play a lot of Axis and Allies. I would be very interested to play this with them and see how they feel about it. So I had a good time. I thought this was a fun game.
I liked it a lot. I've never played Risk. I've never played, was it Axis and Allies?
Axis and Allies, yeah.
I've never
World War
played
II
that.
game.
I've never played a war game. I thought this was actually pretty engaging for someone who doesn't play a lot of board games. Something I appreciated was it never felt like there was downtime as a player who wasn't going. I feel like a lot of games I've played before, it'll be like, okay, this person's going. I don't really have a stake in their turn, so I'm not paying as much
Chances
attention.
are you were getting nuked or nuking someone or involved
It was
in something.
it was definitely, I was always invested in the game,
Absolutely.
which I really liked.
Yeah, it was certainly with the diplomacy and nuke actions, you end up where you're going to be doing something. You're either going to be bidding and rolling to bring a nation in your control, or in our case, nuke a bunch of dudes on the board. And so that was, it certainly kept me engaged. Even though this did take a bit of time for us playing, I think if we played it off stream, it would cut a little bit of time off. And now that we're a little familiar with the pacing,
I think we probably got into like, what did we get to turn 5?
we got to turn 6, right? I think
We just finished turn 5. So
yeah, we finished 5, got to 6.
I feel like we probably would have gotten to like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
especially now that we know how we're...
I would still say this would probably, like a standard game, I guess, would be 3-4 hours, or 4 or 5.
I was
I
gonna
guess.
say 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 hours will be my guess, but I'm sure some players would blitz through it. If now this supports 7 players, a 7-player game would certainly add some time, I think.
I think you would see in a 7-player game like the African and South American players like taking a pact and like just teching up a bunch the first couple turns.
I could see myself as South America saying, "Hey, USA, let's form a pact and just let's sail across the sea and kill Africa and NATO."
Yeah, I would have liked... I like the idea of pacts. I think with 4 people it was difficult.
There wasn't a lot.
We sort of made a loose pact.
We did.
That
We
way,
kind of
and I
had
stole
the 2
China
sides
from-
of like the West and the East kind of fighting.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool to see pacts. But with 4 people, it would have just been, now we're packed out.
Right, we never really had a super good reason
Yeah.
to do it. But yeah, I mean, unless you guys have anything else to say, I think that was World War III. Sorry we didn't finish the 10-round game, but we did say at the onset we'd be playing to 10 p.m. at latest.
We did that.
And so we did, So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, either live or after the fact. And if you enjoyed this or other content we put out, again, phasingplayer.com/donate if you are feeling so generous. Or I write some stuff too on occasion that I put up there. Links to all of our videos are up there. So just phasingplayer.com is a place where you can find everything that we've done. And yeah, I don't know what we're coming back with next time. I was kind of thinking along Wargame line Dune, maybe, or something else. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's the game. I'm not going to throw my hat at the camera this time because our setup is a little different. So yeah, Ben, feel free to take us out, and have a good night and a happy holidays.
Happy
and
Hanukkah.
God bless the USA.